You're not on. We are not on because I was looking at Discord. The music ran out.
Are we on now?
You're on now.
That's awesome. I wouldn't even know one way
It's
or
too
another.
many channels.
It's
like
too
somebody
many
like
things.
I got pinged like 4 times at once. And I was
That's
like,
too much.
what's going on? I was clearing them. I was like, oh, the music just ran out. Oh, we're supposed to be on.
Oh yeah. Well, and
Yeah.
you think like that's one of the longer intros maybe of anything that either of us do. So it does seem like you've got a lot of time.
Like yeah, it's like, yeah, I got a minute. I can check these
time.
channels for a moment.
Maybe we can make it longer. Maybe
Definitely
like
cannot.
you could let it run. Let it run a little bit more. Me on the other hand, because you can't once you run the intro, we don't see each other. I decided to pop a couple of these fuzzy peaches into my mouth hole, and I was like, oh man, I gotta wrap these up. I gotta chew these and get them down, man, because we're going live here. I was taking a risk. And then what if I was rushing it, Donnie, and I started choking and the music ends and I'm sitting here not able to say anything to you. I'm just choking and dying over here. You don't know, Chelsea. You don't know my emergency contact information.
I thought way worse. I was in a much darker place. I was like, what if we died choking on the podcast? Like, is this like
that's what I'm saying?
Live stream to everybody?
Live, I'm sitting here dying in front of you and all of our
friends.
Like
actively chatting and they're like, I'm seriously in trouble.
I am dead. Yep.
I mean, we've all had like that scary moment where like the peanut butter went down the wrong pipe and you're like,
yeah.
Oh no. You get a little closer to that light than you wanted to. You brush
like, how much of this prayer do I remember here? Can I say my last rites? Something. Oh my gosh. I don't know why, like what compelled me to grab this bag. I'm not going to eat this candy. We're talking. There's only 2 of us on here.
I mean, I eat candy while I'm talking on the podcast all the time. You can hear it on the show.
You have at least 2 others.
I'm just like,
I'm not.
Like that'll be fine. Look it over it.
God knows what.
Look it over it.
Well, it's good to talk to you, man. I feel like
it's been
forever.
It feels like that for us, anyways.
I think that. I know. Remember, were we doing this weekly? I think
we were. It was a weekly show at one point.
And like, well, what if we just do 4 hours at a time?
Yeah, just do it all at once. There's a month worth of podcasts.
Tonight it's a school night, so I don't know if that's what you had in mind, but
I can't. I got to be at work in the morning.
Yeah, you got it. Tomorrow's a Friday, but you're doing a break pretty soon. You're going on. You're taking time off.
It would be next. So I've got Sunday and then next Wednesday, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Until the 3rd, like a month. Yeah.
Really?
January. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You're gonna play so many games, dude.
I'm very excited for that.
Oh my gosh, you're totally gonna do the thing.
That's funny. The thing is, like, I'm not planning on playing like. I mean, I'm sure I will eventually, but I'm not really planning on playing like new things. I'm like, this is the time. Like, this is the time to play Metal Gear and Assassin's Creed. I'm play some Grand Theft Auto and like all the things that I really want to play. If I didn't have a podcast that I was trying to talk about relevant things on.
So, you don't have to talk about relevant things. We're talking about Xenoblade right now.
I normally don't. Like, that's the other thing is like I normally don't. But even still,
it's the time of year it does it. Like, oh, maybe I should wrap up this year. I got to get to these things I haven't gotten around to.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Not so much for that, like for me, but it's like I try to do things that like are somewhat, somewhat relevant. Not always. Not like if somebody else is carrying the slack, then not so much.
Yeah,
but
that's
around
the
time.
That's a good call. Yeah, if you got somebody.
Yeah.
You always got
Nobody wants to hear me. Nobody wants to hear me talk about Grand Theft Auto.
Why not?
I don't think people don't care. I mean, we talk about I'm playing Metal Gear.
GTA?
Metal Gear Solid 2.
I almost bought GTA 4 over the.
Oh yeah, I bought GTA 4 on sale. It was like $4.
Yeah.
I didn't like that one.
Really?
Yeah, I really didn't.
I mean, I
a lot of it.
A lot of people
I wouldn't say like I hated it by any means. Like it's just one of my less favorite ones. I just wasn't that into it.
I like that one. I remember liking it a lot. And this might be one for me where I just need to leave it where it is instead of going back and trying to relive it. I might ruin it because in my mind, it was good. It was super fun.
No. Brendan's tested positive for COVID.
I like how he says, I finally tested positive for COVID. Like he's been waiting for it.
Yeah.
Like, here it is. I got it. Yeah.
Welcome to the club, man. Yeah. Hopefully you're doing okay. Hopefully it's not too bad. Mine was rough, but hopefully you're right.
Oh.
I'm gonna play San Andreas. I have
I've
been
never played
San
one. Now,
Andreas. I've never played San Andreas. It's a
ooh.
crazy that's the reason I'm playing it, is 'cause I've bought it multiple times, and I just never played it. I didn't
Mhm.
play it when it came out because I think my memory is terrible. Didn't this come out on PS2, like, first?
Yep.
I had Xbox.
Yeah, right, and I think you could get it on original Xbox.
And
So, same
then
generation.
whenever and it also came out, like, I'm thinking, like, early high school. So when it came to Xbox and other things, I was probably doing, like, GameCube and then the Wii,
Mhm.
and for whatever reason, I just never played it. I just missed it,
Totally, same.
and, like, the trilogy came out, and I bought the trilogy thinking I was gonna play it, and I never did. And then I was talking to Dev and them a few weeks ago, and Dev was like, "It's the black one." And I was like, "Well, that's not the reason why I'm playing it." Like, that's not I didn't play it because of that. And I just in the back of my head, I was like,
No, they meant,
"There's"
like, the character that you play, is that what they're
no,
saying?
like, it's just, like, culturally, like, just, the vibe.
Yeah,
And
so oh my
in the back
god.
of my head, I was like, "There's a reason why I didn't play this one."
Mhm.
And then I started playing it, and now I remember.
Yeah.
The reason I didn't play it is because this was the one that had all, like, this RPG stuff in it. To where if you had to, like,
Oh.
eat food and, like, lift weights, and if you ate too much
Oh,
food, you
yeah,
get
yeah, yeah.
fat, and if you like, you didn't lift weights, you weren't strong, and at the time, rewind this stuff, like, 30 years ago, I was like, "That sucks. I don't wanna
Mm,
do any of that in Grand Theft Auto," and I never played it.
yeah,
Um, I'm pretty sure in just my limited playing it now, that that's really not all that consequential,
right.
and even if it
You
is
don't have to
all
do
that
it.
consequential, I'm probably more open to it now. I play a lot
Mhm.
more RPG-like games now than I
Yeah.
did then.
Mhm.
So, I've been playing it for the last week with my ally having a ball. So
Dang.
yeah,
I
I'm
love
planning
that.
on getting way more into that,
Does it
finishing up.
feel small?
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
Because it
for
was,
sure.
like, such a big game, so expansive and open world and everything, and, you've played Valhalla for 6,000
I
hours,
actually
so
think it's I mean, I've only played it for a few hours. I don't wanna pass on any judgments. So far, I'm not particularly, like, enamored with it more than 3 or Vice City.
right.
It feels more of the same, but the missions don't seem to have, um, as much, like, chaos or memorable, like, they're not as memorable. It's a lot of, like,
Yeah.
follow missions, a lot of, like, go to the marker and do things, it's just not very in depth as the other ones are. And maybe people
Mhm.
feel the same way about 3 and 4. It's just or 3 and Vice City. I feel like I remember the missions in 3 and Vice City a lot more.
I
Um,
honestly, I don't even know if I played 3 more than a half an hour at, like, a
like
friend's
doing
house.
3 and, like, going and taking out all the people on the ship, and, like, doing
I don't
4 and, like, going collecting all, like, yeah, it's a little bit more the nightclubs and the stuff, like, the vibe was different.
yeah.
For sure. So, but the cars are cool. Love, like, the lowrider stuff. That's a lot of fun. There's multiple characters. Has an excellent voice cast, which I really didn't really ever know about. So in a lot of ways, 3 and the music's really great. There's a whole funk channel,
Who's
which
in
I'm
San
really digging,
Andreas?
like, just zooming around in. So,
Voice actors. Who's in I feel like there's people who we know.
oh yeah, Samuel Jackson's in it. I think Ice Cube's in
That's the
it.
first name that popped up. Yeah,
Yeah,
Samuel. That
yeah,
is
yeah. And
hilarious.
you get him pretty early on. So, I bought the trilogy, the definitive edition, and I was like, I bought it multiple times. I was like, I should make use of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I started playing it, and in between while I'm playing other games. Um, and yeah, so I'll be doing that on my break. I plan on playing that. I plan on getting through. I want to get some time into Metal Gear, and yeah, just kind of catch up on some things that I've been putting off for a while.
I don't remember you taking a break this long before. Is this like I knew you you usually take a break, but like a
No,
month
not
off?
maybe not this long. No, we've done a break for on Christmas for PSVG for a couple years now. Delvin is usually taking the month off, while Deb and I will keep the show going at least a couple weeks. And the break has always usually been like maybe like 2 or 3 episodes, maybe at most.
Yeah. Yeah.
But with everything that's been going on at work, which I document on PSVG and
Oh,
stuff,
yeah.
like it could use a break.
Mhm.
Like I just feel it more than now, like more than ever.
Been a
Like I could
ride.
really just use like a good break where I can like focus on what I'm doing at work, relax when I'm not at work,
Yep.
and just get through the holidays and just like not really be thinking about any of this.
I think it's
So
pretty smart, honestly.
yeah.
Like, why not, do a end of the year kind of thing, whatever that
Yeah,
looks
that's
like for
what we're still
everybody.
gonna do that. We'll still have that
Mhm.
episode, and I
Have
think
your closure.
our listeners, like at this point, we've done this for so long. Like our listeners are going to be there when we come back. I think if I had tried this like 5 years ago, I'd have been afraid that everybody would unsubscribe and they'd never be there again.
Totally.
I don't think any of that's going to happen. I'm not worried about any of that. I think
you have me thinking in this very moment, like, man, like maybe it could be longer. Maybe we have a scheduled break. We haven't really talked about it too much publicly. I don't even know if we have it finalized 100%, but we generally have like the last 2 weeks off. But it's like, why not?
Yeah,
more time. Like,
yeah, I mean, everybody's got family. You're doing holiday things. Like I'm the duty officer this year for work, so if we have any New Year's events, it'll be me. I'll be doing all that. And I was just like, it'd be nice not to worry about scheduling or moving and just take it off. We're off. Everybody disperse, go do your thing.
Yep.
And we'll catch you back in 2024. We'll come back.
It seems right this year for whatever reason. Like that doesn't like hit me in any way other than that sounds like the right thing to do. Like it's been a year. It's like
Yard and Cyberpunk is on that list too. Yeah, if I can get through some other things, I got to get back to it. I was doing Phantom Liberty, and then Mario came out, and I put it back, and I got to get back to it.
Didn't even finish Mario. I bought Mario and Spider-Man. I have not finished either one of those.
So damn good.
I treated myself to Cyberpunk. I picked up Cyberpunk on PC. I double dipped on it, Donnie.
Okay.
I had a review code on Xbox, played it for a bit, gave impressions, and then kind of left it. But I'm like, I want to play this on PC. And I do that more and more these days.
That's what I did.
Yeah, and it was only half off, and I really hummed and hawed about it. And I had like a whole bunch of games on Steam sale, like just lined up, wish listed, and in the cart.
Oh, yeah.
And like there are a bunch that I feel like I just want to have, like whether I play them or not, like doesn't really matter. Like Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 are like $1.75 for both of them.
I'm like, surprised you didn't have those already.
Yeah, like
Valve essentially just gives all their games away.
They did literally give away Half-Life. Yeah.
Yeah, I bought that Valve bundle. It was like last year where they were like, just here's everything Valve has for $13.
Yep. There was there. Okay, I have it all. I'm just bad at Portal. Like they were giving away Portal 1 and 2 for like $1.50 or something like that. So I had a bunch of stuff. I had like Max Payne 1 and 2, I
got an argument with Dev earlier. He doesn't like 1 and 2. He only likes 3.
I never played 3. That's the
Devlin and I are like, who doesn't like 1 and 2? Like who doesn't like Max Payne 1 and 2? Like we have problems.
No, I want to play. I actually
we have issues to voice. Because I'm playing El Paso Elsewhere right now, which is a lot like Max Payne.
Oh, nice. I never heard of that.
I'm digging it. I found it
Elsewhere.
It's been on my to-do list like for a little bit this year. I mean, it came out this year and it's been on my to-do list for a while. I caught it in like, indie blogs and stuff, a little coverage, and I put it on my wish list, and it finally went on sale, and I grabbed it, and then I started playing it, and I love it. It's fantastic. It's like I'm kind of shocked it's not on Switch yet. I'm kind of hoping it pops in like a Switch Direct or something one day, because like it's a great portable game. It's very much like, I mean, I was just talking about on the show this week. It's Max Payne, but Hotline Miami.
Ooh,
like just
look at this
mash
style.
Those two things together, and that's what that game is. And it's really repetitive. You got bullet time, but it's fun, man. You go in, you just shoot everything that moves, and it's got these really silly cutscenes. It has incredible voice acting for an unknown, obscure game that nobody's ever heard of. The cutscenes and the voice acting are fantastic. And
I'm watching this trailer for it, and I love the coverage that indie games can get. They're just happy to get it, right? Like big quote here. It says, one of 2023's great games from Paste Magazine. This is what's on the trailer here.
That could be us.
Yeah.
Carpool Gaming says.
Yeah. What does this one say?
A fucking awesome time.
A testament to what indie games can achieve from Hey Poor Player. Like, I love this. That's what we need
somebody
to
in the
do.
Discord asked me when the Steam sale was going on if I had any recommendations, and I was like, I do. I was like, the most Donnie game of the year, El Paso Elsewhere, and like, just do that. Let's get a screenshot on the Steam page. The most Donnie game of the year, PSVG.
I want that for every podcaster I know. I want a Donnie award. I want a Seth award. I want a Ryan. I want a Delvin.
That's good. The most Ryan Turford game of the most Turford of Turfords this year. That's really good
award. And for some, like, it means like bigger, better things. I feel like for you, it holds weight. I feel like for Ryan Turford, like for me, like it'd be as random as anything. But like, what is a Ryan Turford game? Like that's something.
What is yours?
Yeah, exactly.
No. I've got to think of the Neon White.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess so. Fury is one of my favorite games.
Fury?
Just something like very like gameplay first. And that's what Neon White is for sure. Just a game that feels like El Paso Elsewhere could be one. That could be
It's really good.
But it's much more like that violence that just
wholly recommend. Yeah, just lots of gore and stuff. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, Yarden says, I think Seth talked about that game a few times this year. Dude, sometimes Seth brings up games that like are, he talks about very unique games. I can't retain it. I don't even have a picture. Like, at least when I'm talking to Donnie for whatever reason, like I look this stuff up. I'm like, okay, now I know what it looks like. That's helpful for me. I just saw, Rock Paper Shotgun said that this game is very good. But why though? Gives it 8 out of 10.
But why though?
Gfinity 9 out of 10. Bloody Disgusting 4 out of 5. Video games are good 9.5 out of 10. I
love Bloody Disgusting. That's one of my favorite blogs.
Oh really? I've never heard.
Oh yeah, that's a horror place.
Oh nice.
Yeah, that's a good place.
Good
place.
Good
Totally
name.
recommend. Yeah. And today I played Syndicate a little bit. I might do that over the break.
For free.
I already had, but yeah.
Oh yes.
And then today I played Turok 3 Remastered.
Oh 3.
Yeah, it just came out today. I never played it. I never played it
3 either.
It was terrible on 64, like really bad, like woefully bad. So
this isn't
so much a remaster like Turok 1 and 2 are. This is like a remake. Like they've like ground up, they've had to replace like original assets, they've had to up-res like everything that they can, like they've had to redo the controls. It's like a remake. Like what Metroid Prime like was this year, that's like what this is. Turok 3 is getting that treatment. And here's the thing. Another reason why I never played it, it's a terrible, by all accounts, it's a terrible game.
Oh, really?
And I played it today for about 3 hours, like totally bad. It is a bad game. But here's the funny thing, in the best of ways. It is so campy and schlocky and dumb. I was like, I'm having a really good time playing, like busting out laughing. I posted some clips in Nintendo Shack. There's a clip that I posted of one of the cutscenes where, all right, so Turok, like as you know him, he dies at the beginning of the game. Spoilers, get over it. And like you have to take up the mantle as like his sister or brother.
Yeah.
And there's a cutscene. It's super early in the game where she's like, they're like, "Who are you?" And it's like, "I'm Ada." And they're like, "My brother talked of you a lot. He's dead." And she's like, "I know." And like that's the cutscene. And I was like, "This is amazing." It's like a terrible soap opera. It's great.
That's awesome.
It's so bad.
Like I'm looking at this trailer and it like there's story in this. Like what are they doing?
That's the thing is like, yeah, it's very story heavy, like the cutscenes and dialogue. It's like it's completely different than like Turok 2. Completely different. It's way more linear.
Yeah.
But it's not like super, it's still linear. It's not super linear, but more like GoldenEye in that way. Where there's like open areas to explore. Whereas, like, I'm not sure how much you can get in Turok 2. You can get lost in these labyrinths trying to figure out where the hell to go.
Like, you literally can't even see.
I love Turok, but like, this is like a whole separate thing. This is different. I'm like, this is weird.
Yes.
This is so weird. Sean, they sneak into his bed and try to kill him. Like the aliens, they portal into his room and they're like tiptoeing his bedroom. And then as they get close to him, he pops up with a gun and shoots them. He goes, and Johnny goes, "You're too loud." Shoots them in the face.
I'm so in.
It's like a Steven Seagal the video game. It's so bad.
Yes, that's exactly it.
Oh, so I'm surprised they remastered it, but I'm really glad that they did. I'm really glad they did.
I didn't know they had a third Turok until I saw it in like a retro store. Just saw all 3 lined up side by side. Like, and that was pretty recently, actually.
Now I have the collection.
Of Oblivion. Good for you.
I have them on my Ally, which is where I'm playing it. Oblivion is at hand. And I have those cheat codes like seared into my brain. Like Turok is not even like I wouldn't even call it like a building block. It's very close to me. I played so much of it on 64.
Yeah.
Like I have that kind of experience with Turok, and I don't think I've really never met anybody else that does. Like I've always wondered why it went away and why it never came back. Of all the things to resurrect, especially in today's time where we have all of these like retro shooters and boomers, like Somebody make a damn Turok game. That sounds awesome.
And everybody wants Dino Crisis. And
yeah,
what do we get?
Like, let's
Exoprimal.
do
Was that
it.
the one? Exoprimal? I missed it
Yeah.
completely.
And then we've got like Far Cry. Like I've always said, like do Far Cry with dinosaurs.
Yep.
Like what Avatar is. Let Ubisoft make a Turok game.
Yeah.
You know, like just do Far Cry with dinosaurs and call it Turok. It's a great time.
I feel like I've got Turok somewhere in here. My Steam library I know it's nothing compared to yours, but I'm getting up there, Donnie. It's coming along.
I don't even know what mine is.
Like,
Honestly, I don't know if mine's like great or small. I can't even tell you.
I feel like you've got hundreds. I feel like you've got
definitely hundreds. Let me open up my library.
And you've got all your categories and everything sorted.
You know, I just redid them all.
Oh, did you? Nice.
I was thinking of you while I did them too.
Nice.
I was like, Sean would laugh at me. Like I sat there.
I want to know what you're up to.
Well, I was trying to comb through my library to like find things and I couldn't. I was like, I got to reorganize this. So I literally created a category that I put on top of my top shelf called pens. And I'm like just setting up like I did my Xbox.
Yep.
So I have like my Xbox set up on PC.
I mean, if it works, why does it have to be different just on Steam versus anywhere else?
That's pretty much it.
I have Turok and Turok 2 on Steam.
Yeah.
Seeds of Evil, like something about that. Yeah. Like,
oh, those are great, man. You got to play. Those are they're my favorite. If you've never played them, I love them. Turok 2 more than Turok 1, but I love them both.
I'll give it a try.
Turok
is a game
592 games.
Yeah, you're double me, triple almost.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'm sitting at what is this? Almost 223 games.
Nice.
So, you know, in these sales, they definitely help. I picked up a bunch recently. I'm not playing half of them, but I picked up Mirror's Edge and Mirror's Edge Catalyst were like $1 each.
Yeah, I saw those. I never played Catalyst ever.
I don't think I played much more because they had like a trial on EA Play and that's about it. And I just heard everybody kind of slam it. And as a dum-dum that I am, I kind of just let that guide whether I was going to play it or not. But I kind of want to, like, I was thinking of Neon White with it. Like it's a parkour Neon White, Dying Light.
It is kind of like Neon White. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think I might actually now especially enjoy
Mirror's Edge ever comes back one day.
I feel like we had our chance with Catalyst. I think that was it. That was
I think it comes back. PS4. I think they tried again.
That'd be good. It's a good IP. Like it's really interesting and different. Sometimes it's just
Sean, we gotta level up your profile. So I just went into your Steam profile. And on November 24th, 2022.
Yeah.
I messaged you or I commented on your profile. Hi, Sean Ball. I got no reply.
I don't even know where the messages are.
So I just replied to it again. We're podcasting together right now.
Where is that?
But your profile has no background. It's got no flair. We gotta get you doing some stuff, man. I'm gonna publicly shame you.
How many pieces of flair do I need?
Into dressing up. Yeah, you need pieces of flair.
How many? What's the minimum? I could delete that message.
Can you?
Oh, it's just a comment. I can't even respond to it.
You did delete it.
I didn't. I
disappeared.
I didn't do anything to it.
Oh no, it's back. I refreshed it. It's back.
Now I just commented. Hi,
Donnie. Who's back? Nice.
I didn't even know you could do anything with. Look at this. I'm a level 9, whatever that means.
I don't know what the Steam levels mean either.
Like,
never have.
Is that the achievements? Is that what that is?
Does. I have no clue.
Oh, look at this. And look, I just did math on all my categories to add up my games, and it's right here on my profile. 212.
Yep.
Why
you gotta do the themes and the colors and the backgrounds and the logos and the avatars and all the fun stuff.
I gotta update that social media page. What was the one that you sent me? Space Hay. I gotta update Space Hay.
I basically moved my Space Hay to Steam. That's my new Space Hay.
That's a good idea.
I just do my Steam profile.
Just hang it on Steam. Yeah. How's your rogue ally? Your ROG ally,
dude. To borrow Jeff Grubturb, he calls it the Roger Ally, which I'll take now because now that he's chucked the Ally into the trash for the new Steam OLED. So I'll take over the mantle of the Roger Ally. I love it. I really do. And here's the funny thing: you've caught me on a sweet spot because the last 2 weeks I feel like I've been playing nothing but it, and it's like it's all I want to play.
Yeah.
It just got an update. It just got a new update that lets you toggle like all these new profiles, lets you do 900p, lets you do CPU boost on and off, all kinds of new additional like little quality of life tweaks. In addition to like the Game Pass tweak, I just put PlayStation Plus on it so I can stream like basically anything on PlayStation 4 on it.
You got that PlayStation Portable going on over there?
It's better.
Oh,
that no PS5 required. And I was playing Syndicate earlier. when I loaded it up before I even set any of my settings, it was running 120 frames a second. I'm like, this is incredible. Like,
How's
what
that
an
possible?
amazing little handheld.
Look at us.
And Turok looks as vibrant and crisp as could possibly be. I mean, it really is kind of like the perfect little hand. Like if I could put my Nintendo games on it, it'd be perfect. So it and the Switch is perfect for me. I know the deck is all the rage and that's all the kids care about, and that's cool. I'm happy for them, but the deck wasn't for me, but this is. In all the ways the deck wasn't, this is. And yeah, I'm in a good spot with I've been playing everything that I've been telling you, like Grand Theft Auto and Turok and everything. I've been playing, it's all on Ally.
Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Like just handheld, just like
yeah,
like not docked or anything, like plugged into a TV or anything.
No. Funny thing, my handheld runs GTA Definitive Edition better than any device I own.
It's funny because I was thinking about your PC, and I was thinking, like, when was the last time that you updated anything on your PC? Like
I do that somewhat frequently.
Do you?
Usually weekly. Yeah, I'll check GeForce and whatnot every now and again.
Sorry, not like drivers or anything, but like upgrade like components or anything.
Or is it mostly like I'm not doing any of that. It's a pre-build. I'm not doing it. I will ride it until she bucks me, and then I'll buy a whole new PC and do it again.
I'm starting to think about, it might be summertime where I have to do something about my computer. It might be, depending on, like, I don't know anything about release for like the next CPUs or anything like that. Like,
so what are you trying to upgrade?
Well, I feel like I'm at my CPU is like 9th gen Intel. It's like a 9700. I get i7 9700. So if I'm going to upgrade that, then I need new motherboard, new RAM, and
that's a lot.
Yeah, like I'm kind of at that stage. I could keep updating the graphics card.
I have a 12th gen i9.
Yeah.
So.
And I don't even know if i9. Oh, snap. Oh, very fast. Yeah, you're good with that for a long time.
Okay.
I imagine. Although you're not even playing on it. You got the Roger.
I mean, yeah, I do play on it occasionally. But it's like, I don't know, the Ally's fitting more into like what I'm doing. Like when I'm watching sports, if I'm watching football or I'm watching basketball, like I have my Ally in my hand.
Yeah.
I'm playing Dead Island 2. It's another one I'm juggling at the moment.
Dead Island, yes.
I've played that almost 100% on PC.
Yeah.
Like just here on the PC, and it runs, honestly, PC game of the year in terms of performance. It runs flawlessly. It is superb in that department.
I feel like Dead Island 1 was a mess, wasn't it? Like as far as performance went.
That I can't. I mean, I wasn't really doing PC then, and I can't really.
No,
recall.
Even on console, I feel like
I expected Dead Island 2 to be a shit show based on its development history, and it's fantastic. It's really good.
See, like, why don't we have as many dinosaur games as we've got zombie games?
Sales.
Yeah, I guess so.
Sales.
Yeah,
I think that's probably it. Nobody wants to. I don't think people buy them as much.
But the more and more, like, whereas I was doing the Steam sale, I went back and forth. I went Steam, eShop, Xbox, and like I just wanted to buy PC games. Like I just don't. I have no faith in any of these other platforms that I'm gonna be able to like keep and maintain.
Keep your games forever. Yeah.
Like that has a lot to do with it right now. And that has me thinking about upgrading my PC. And like the only reason I'm playing my Xbox right now is because I got Alan Wake remastered from the library. That's it. I'd kind of rather be playing on this thing.
Yeah, I get it.
But we're mostly playing Xenoblade right now, so getting our weeb on. I know you love that game a lot.
My favorite. I can't tell you, I'm so excited.
That might be the Ryan Turford game of the year.
Yeah,
possibly.
It
seems like a Ryan
happy
game.
For you guys.
No, it just seems like a Ryan type game.
People are very into the Xeno. They love it.
Yeah,
I get it.
It's been a good time. It's been good stuff, man. Yep. What else did you get on Black Friday? Wasn't crazy.
John, that's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, that's a big question. Hang on, I gotta open up the library.
Get your.
I got Sackboy
on PC. Nice.
Playing on handheld. It's great.
Yeah.
Again on the ROG. Roger Ally here. All right. So I got recently I've purchased the Turok.
Yeah.
El Paso Elsewhere.
Yeah.
Lego Batman. Those were on sale. I got Lego Batman 1 and 2. I got a racing game.
Those handheld, man. That's a good call.
Oh yeah. I got a racing game called Buck Up and Drive.
I like it.
It's kind of like an outrun, but you like also ram cars off the road.
Yeah.
So you can like drift cars off the side. I got Sackboy.
Yep.
I got Alice Madness Returns, which I never played.
I never heard that.
Looks like my sort of game.
Yeah. Oh, I recognize this. Yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
Totally a Donnie game.
Yeah, I think it does. Yeah, that's EA game, and I was like, I think that's
Mm-hmm.
probably my wheelhouse. I bought it for the Ally. Oh, I bought Under the Waves that I told you about that I really love.
Yes, dude. I'm
Really good.
so glad you talked about that game. I feel like I was the only one who wanted to even get into it. I saw Victor Lucas stream it for a little bit, but I felt like your rundown of it was awesome. Like you
Oh,
give
thank
such
you.
especially for games that aren't great and not terrible. Those are challenging to do. Like to be able to convey like this is a good game
Yeah.
and not
Yeah,
go
it's not
too
amazing.
hard.
It's not gonna blow you away or anything, but I really
Mhm.
like it.
Yeah. I thought you did a good job on that. It has my attention. I'll wish list it
It's
here.
published by Quantic Dream. I think it's like their indie label studio, like
Yeah.
spinoff.
I think I
But
had it picked in the PSVG fantasy. Like I thought I was going to
the
do well for
writing
this
is
one.
very like if like the writing feels like a Quantic Dream game. Like if you've played
Totally.
Detroit, you feel right at home
Yep.
and Under the Waves. And I really dig the little, putting around underwater, doing these little maintenance tasks and stuff. And then when it gets all kind of paranormal and psyche and all that, like that's fun too. And it was a really cool story. It had some contrived moments that like I was like, that's not
Yeah.
my favorite.
Like there it is.
But
Yeah.
the totality of the journey, I was like, this is great. Like
Yeah.
I had it on my wish list. It was on sale, I think, for half off, and I was like, now's the time. And I'm really
That's a
happy
good
I bought
price
into
for
it.
it.
Yeah, I was struggling because when I beat games, I put them on my list and they're etched in stone.
Yeah.
And I was like, where do I put this?
Mm-hmm.
Because on one hand, I think I like this game more than what was the other one? Planet of Lana.
Interesting. You really like that one too.
But I think Planet of Lana is a better game.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yep.
Like
Well,
if you were asking me to not like bring my own opinion into it, I'd be like, oh, Planet of Lana it's a better game. It's like it's better structured, it does better. Like it's more impressive, it's a better game.
Yeah.
But I like Under the Waves more.
Mm.
Like it's more of like that favorite game.
That's an interesting one because it seems to me like they're somewhat similar. They're obviously different perspectives. One's side scrolling, this one's 3D. Like, but still, like they occupy the same space in my mind. Like that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting that they flip for you like that.
I ended up slotting it just above it. Like right now, Under the Waves would be like my favorite indie game this year.
Was it the setting? Was it the characters? You got to go into the characters way more. Like it's a little bit more imaginative with Planet of Lana. It's not quite in your face.
Sure. I do think I think it's the dialogue. Like I said, it's more like Firewatch, which is maybe just more my kind of jam.
Yep.
The relationship between like the surface and you underwater and like this grief you're trying to process and whatnot, like the there's like this mundane dialogue that's happening, but is almost but like as you assume the role of the character, it's like therapeutic. Like that comes across that like you're basically like running away from life by going underwater.
Sounds good.
And you see the character like try to process this by simply running away.
Yeah.
But honestly, I just think I enjoy.
That's
I think
very Firewatch in and of itself.
That's why I think it's a lot like Firewatch. But honestly, I think more than anything, I think just putting around underwater, finding things like little shipwrecks, like just having that little freedom to explore. I think it's just more my sort of thing than Planet of Lana's, limbo-esque linear story.
Right. Well, and I looked at Planet of Lana was good. I don't think it's as good as Limbo or Inside. So it's like automatically,
no,
and
I
that's
don't
like,
either.
and that's nothing to take away from Planet of Lana. It's just like those games came first, and they're like masterpieces.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah, they're really good.
So it's already kind of in a tough spot. I think the same about Little Nightmares. Is that what that game's called? There's two.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Kind of similar. Like it came after Limbo is really the worst thing that the worst crime against it is that it just didn't come first. But it's a very good game.
I also got Evil West, which was one that I returned many years ago or many moons ago because I had all kinds of problems and it was crashing and whatnot. So I finally picked it back up because I really liked that game and I want to play it now. Hopefully it's patched up and ready to go. I bought a boomer shooter called Kingdom of the Dead.
This is going on my list.
Yeah. So anytime
as soon as you say boomer shooter.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just like at this point, I'm just collecting them at this point, every time somebody's like, "This is a new boomer shooter," I'm like, "Add to wish list."
And
Yeah, I'm like, I've just realized this is a genre I really, really like. So that was the latest one that I picked up.
can you search by boomer shooter? Because is that a thing? Like, is that a tag that they're adding to these games?
I don't know. Let
I
me
don't
know.
see it
Let me know if
anywhere
you find it.
here. Oh, here it's horror, indie, FPS, survival horror, and hand drawn are the user defined tags.
That makes more sense. I bet they do add that tag at some point.
They should.
I bought Wonder Boy.
Wonder Boy.
I never played it, and I remember when it came out on
Side-scroller.
Switch, everybody was it was getting a little praise, a little buzz.
Mhm.
It's like a game from long ago.
It is. I remember playing it, and this one, and there's a couple other sort of like platform games that I didn't play back in the day, or maybe they're new now, where it actually has me confused because I don't know if I like Mario because it's excellent or because I grew up with it. And I don't know if like I can separate those. Like this is a game that I didn't
Interesting.
play growing up, so I'm like, it seems like a pretty straightforward, like cartoony platformer.
It's
Like
really pretty.
it's very pretty. But I have no connection to it, like as far as my youth goes. So I have platformers in particular. I have a difficult time kind of just playing on its own and
Oh, okay.
evaluating the merit of the game itself, if
gotcha.
that makes sense. Because I'm constantly thinking like, do I even like platformers? Like if this game isn't hitting in the way that a Mario or
I got you.
anything else I played before. Yeah.
I'm the opposite. I really love a good platformer,
Yeah.
and I try to
wish
play
I
a lot of
was.
them. And the reason I bought this, well, it was on sale, of course, but the reason I bought this was I was thinking I don't really have a whole lot of like platformers to go to in the Steam library, and I was like, this can be one of them. Like throw it on the Ally,
Yeah.
give it a try. So,
Oh, it would be, the counter to my own point is Rayman Legends and Rayman Origins.
yeah,
Origins. Yeah, those games I think are. I don't have a connection to Rayman at all as a kid, and you play those like now, and I think they're excellent. I think
yeah, I
I
love
think they're
those games.
so good, and I think if you like Mario Wonder at all, you owe it yourself to play Rayman Legends. Such a good
same.
game. I think it's a good comparison.
I bought the Takeover, which
Oh, what's that
is like a Streets of Rage clone.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet. I don't know if it's good or bad, but I like beat 'em ups in Streets of Rage, so I was like, let's
How
give it
the
a try. It was
hell
on
are you
sale.
finding these games?
I
I'm
spend a lot of
scrolling
time
through
just combing through lists and stuff. Yeah,
I was just gonna say that.
I
Like I
really
just
do.
scroll through just endlessly. I literally have it as like sometimes I have it as like my to-do on my to-do list for the day. I'm like, I just want to spend time on the Steam sale and just kind of scroll through and do the thing. Look at this.
It
The
looks cool.
Takeover.
It's got
It
a really
does look
nice
cool.
look. Yeah. I got Lego 2K Drive finally after
Yes.
waiting so long and holding out. I finally got. I can finally play it,
Damn,
and I will.
get
That's
this
another
Steam
one of my
Drive.
like little break games to get back into that one. I really like that game. That and The Crew. I want to play more of both of them.
Oh, yeah.
I did not get Star Ocean, the second story R, but somebody got it for me.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Is that a
Yeah.
Donnie game?
Probably not. I don't think anybody would think that, but I played the demo on Switch and really liked it. It's gorgeous. That is a beautiful game. And it's more of an action RPG, which is good. Like that's a positive for me as opposed to just the straight turn-based. And I wanted to play it and I set it on Shack and somebody was like, here you go. I was like, wow, it's so nice of you. Thank you. So yeah, I'll try to play that at some point.
Who do I have to be friends with for them to buy me games?
Y'all are friends.
Yarden supports the habit.
It was Yarden.
It was a
He's
Yarden.
the
Yeah,
man.
there. I'm like, that sounds like a Yarden.
He also got me Hyperviolent, which
Holy
is
crap, that's so
a boomer
nice.
shooter. Yeah. And I got to get into that one as well.
Hyperviolent, is that what it's called?
Hyperviolent. Yeah.
Nice. Oh, look
Looks
at
like
that,
more
dude.
like old school, like Wolfenstein. It's got a little bit more to it than normal. All kinds of different weapons. It seems like saw people in half and whatnot.
Box art is
Hatchets.
unreal.
Yeah, it looks great.
Nice.
Trying to see if there's anything else. I'm scrolling through.
Lovecraftian immersive sim, early access. It's in early access.
I think that's it, at least on Steam.
Duke Nukem style.
That was my wrap up for that was my Black Friday.
It's pretty good, man.
Thanks.
I feel like you did better than I should have gone first. I can't.
What did you pick up?
I picked up.
Oh, hang on. Let me preface. I returned Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
Oh, let's talk about this. I'm heartbroken
So hang
to have
on.
heard that.
Before we do that,
Yeah.
I had $70 to spend.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so that check
Yeah.
out. I didn't pay
Yeah.
a dime for any of this. This is all credit.
That's so good. It's like in one hand you have Call of Duty,
Call of
and in
Duty,
the other hand you have 3
everything
dozen
I just
games. Yeah. What a choice. Like, you know, that's awesome. Just
My
like
last
one
money went
or-
today with Turok. That was the last bit of the money.
Yeah.
Turok.
And it's
3.
not like those are all like you got like those are $20 games in some cases. Those
Oh
aren't
yeah.
$1.05 or anything. Like that's most of what I got. It was like tried to get as many games as possible by spending as little as possible. And
So tell me about your Black Friday, and then we can talk Call of Duty.
I picked up Mirror's Edge for $1.
Nice.
Picked up Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 for like
Hang on.
$1.75.
Do you have any qualms? I never really buy EA games on Steam because they're all just in Game Pass.
For $1, I wanted
You're
to
okay?
just own it. Yeah.
I guess they do kind of remove games from Game Pass too. Like some EA games cycle out.
Yeah, and honestly, like I'm getting more into this mode, and I don't know what it is, if it's me getting old or what, but like I'm not sure I'm trusting these subscription models forever. Like if I want to like grab it and just own it, it's kind of the idea of like why I want to have PC games. Is
I got you.
I don't know like what happens when the Series X is done. Like
yeah, what about the future? That's good.
What if the next Xbox isn't very good? Like what if I actually don't want it? You know,
what
I know
if
that might
EA
be
and
blasphemous.
Xbox break ties?
Totally. You know,
That could totally happen. You know,
Mhm.
like just because they're just because they're EA placing Game Pass now, that means it's going to be there in 8 years.
Yep. And to be honest, that's not what any of this is about anyway. That's not what buying games on Black Friday is about for the most part. It's not about whether or not I have access to it or not. It's just like I like having the thing, you know?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Like I'm probably not
I'm with
gonna
you.
play.
Dude,
Probably not gonna
I
play
have
it
bought
anyways.
I've bought every copy of Grand Theft Auto the trilogy.
Yep.
I have it on Switch, Sean. I played it. It's
Totally.
terrible.
Mhm.
It's absolutely
Yep.
awful. Did I buy it? 100% I did.
Yep. Yep. I'm about to buy Cult of the Lamb on the 3rd platform.
Sex
pretty soon.
update, Sean. Sex update is coming. It's
What?
real
The
and
bar
it's
is too
happening.
low. They set the bar way too low. They have like 100,000 likes or something like that, or follows or
I
whatever.
think it was like
It's
3.
yeah, whatever.
And they
It's
did
like-
it in like 26 minutes. They're like, oh shit. Gamers
Like,
are horny, man.
surprising nobody at all. Like you combine that with the serving each other shit, and it's just like, oh no, this is gonna be a mess. Oh man, yeah, no. I did start to sort and filter games I was gonna buy based on whether or not it was currently in Game Pass. So that did come into play a little bit
You
later.
at least double check. Yeah. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
like and in a way of I'll get it later. Like yeah, I've got it on the wish list. There's another sale coming in at the end of the year, and so I just don't want to go like too overboard, for which I defined in my own mind of what that meant.
That makes sense.
Maybe I'll pick up. So like games that didn't make the cut that I do want to play on my PC are things like I'm pretty sure I didn't pick up Ori. I want Ori and both like Blind Forest and
Yeah, gotta
Will
have
of the
those.
Wisps. I can play it on Game Pass right now, so I passed on it or I just paused right now. But for
Mhm.
$1, Mirror's Edge and Mirror's Edge Catalyst, pick those up. Max Payne 1 and 2, passed on 3, but I've got that wish listed for later. My big treat myself one was Cyberpunk, because I got to the end. I had all these games were like $1 or $3 or whatever. I'm like, I'm not pumped about any of those. And I was sitting at about $60 or $70 like lined up for all these games. I'm like, I want to be pumped about a game, you know? And Cyberpunk was the one that I'm installing. I can't wait to see how it looks.
Good. It's so good.
Yeah.
I really can't wait to get back to Phantom Liberty. I was
Mhm.
having a blast. But then
And
the
that's
damn
I
Mario.
almost wanted to get that one, but
You didn't get Phantom Liberty?
no, because I'm not like I haven't played it. Like I haven't played much more than maybe 2 or 3 hours of Cyberpunk.
Okay. You got to get Phantom Liberty before you play the game.
Oh, what?
Because Dogtown, you don't have to, but it's meant to be played as a part of the main campaign.
That is news to me. Damn it.
So
I've
you're
probably
gonna
heard
like
that.
you don't have to. If you could play the
Yeah.
whole game and beat it and then play Dogtown,
Yeah.
but it's gonna be like you're going back in time
Mm.
to play Dogtown because it's happening at like a different state of like a different period of the game.
Oh,
So
damn.
like it's designed, and CD Projekt Red, like they tell you, it's meant like when they released Phantom Liberty, they were recommending players they re-roll, like start over and replay the game.
Damn. Okay.
And it adds a lot to it in that regard. And like, it makes more sense in that regard. And having beaten the game and re-rolled. So like when I started playing Phantom Liberty, I didn't jump into Phantom Liberty. It wasn't like I started playing Phantom Liberty and put it down. I restarted playing all of Cyberpunk, got to Dogtown, was doing that, and then eventually paused it for Mario. And when I go back, I'll be going back to not just play Phantom Liberty. I'm going back to play Cyberpunk, like the whole game again. So that's why I've been kind of putting it off a little bit, because it's a big task. You know, it's not like I'm not just going to get in there for a weekend and play the DLC. I'm going to play Cyberpunk again.
Well, son of a gun. Okay, well, I'm not playing Cyberpunk right away, so maybe
you got some time.
That might push it to like the holidays.
But it makes me wonder, like, had you held off another week, you could have just bought the whole thing.
Yeah,
because they're releasing the collector, the whatever they're calling it, the everything edition. Ooh, so you may want to do it, because you could get the. How much did you pay for it?
Like, it was half off, so I think it was 40 Canadian.
Yeah, because next week they come out with the collector's edition or whatever it's called, and it has Phantom Liberty and everything in it. It's all inclusive. You just buy the whole thing.
I think I might do that. How do I do that?
Especially if you're not going to play it for another period. Like, I imagine that they'll probably run a promo for it because it's been on sale so much. So you could probably return it and then get that on cheap. Or if you're like, I'll get it at the end of the year. Like, if you can wait a month, you'll get that collector's edition even cheaper.
I could wait. I could do that.
I would do that.
Especially if Phantom Liberty, like if you're saying just play it with Phantom Liberty, then it's like,
gotta have
I've already messed this up.
You need Idris Elba, and you like, it's really good. It's really good. You gotta have it.
How do I I've never done a refund, I don't think, on
like Steam. I would tell people I would not consider Cyberpunk without Phantom Liberty at this point. Like, it's part of the game. It is Cyberpunk. Gotta play it. It's not like, it's not optional. It's essential.
Well, I'm sold. What is the store preferences, purchase history, view purchase history.
That's it. I think that's it.
Here. Oh, look at this. It lists all the games I picked up. That's pretty sweet. Let's see. Cyberpunk. Okay. I would like a refund. I would like to request a refund. Checking.
I love the options.
Eligibility. This is good. Return to I'm putting this back on my Steam wallet.
That's what I would do. Yeah. And just hold. Just wait. Patience is your friend.
Submit request.
My favorite thing about Steam.
Dude, that's great. Your help request has been submitted to Steam support. Your reference code is such and such. I just got an email.
Usually takes about, for me, I'd say it usually takes between 2 to 6 hours.
Well, look at this. All right.
Maybe sleep on it. It'll be there in the morning. Yeah.
Yep. No, that's good. Okay. Well, thanks. I feel like now I'm really looking forward to
because now you get the new cover and everything, and like,
Yep. Okay. All right. The next game I picked up was Arkanoid Eternal Battle.
It's like I don't know that one.
It's just a Brick Breaker. It's like the original Brick Breaker game.
I've got too many of those with that damn collection I bought.
Picked up, I think I did this on Xbox as well. I picked up Star Wars Squadrons for $1.
I saw that that was on sale, and I was like, that's so cheap. And I thought about it, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that.
This to me was like basically like the Epic Store giving games away for free. You know, like you might as well just have it, and especially when I'm transacting anyways.
Speaking of that, I need to grab those free games. They just updated today.
Oh, which ones were they?
There's one of them that I want. It's like this cartoony brawler that's been on my wish list for a while, and I saw it came to Epic, and I didn't buy it because
Let's see. We got Jitsu Squad.
That's it.
That looks cool.
That's it. I was gonna buy that one on the autumn sale, and then Epic was like, "We're giving away Jitsu Squad." And I was like, "Well, never mind."
Heck yes.
It's like an indie game, Castle Crashers.
Oh, dude, nice.
Yeah.
I just picked it up and didn't even think twice about it. Like, why not? Continue browsing.
Hard to be free.
Jitsu Squad and Mighty Fight Federation.
And that one I don't know anything about.
I don't know what this is.
The Ally has helped me so much with like adopting more launchers. Because like before, I never wanted to like split my games. I was like, I only want to play things in Steam. Like, I don't want to support multiple places to have games and all that. Right.
Yeah.
On the Ally, it has Armory Crate, like, which is kind of like its overlay.
Yeah.
You just press a button and all of your games are there. Like anything that's installed on it is just there.
Can I do that on just Windows? Like, can I just have that on my gaming PC?
Yes, you can do Armory Crate. There are better options, I think. I know GOG. If you have GOG installed, GOG kind of has this thing built into it. It's just I don't want to use GOG. I don't like use GOG as my launcher. Yeah. So what I do is I usually add non-Steam games to Steam. That way I can still just kind of see them, and they're like kind of, because it's like the Xbox. I want to see them to keep them on my mind.
Totally.
Like that's something I want to play.
Totally.
Because otherwise, if I'm not opening Epic, if I'm not opening up GOG, if I'm not, like, I forget that they're there.
Same.
Yeah. So the Ally has been great about that because I can just download the games and then I hit my Armory. It's like a little quick launcher, like a little shortcut menu, and all the tiles are there, and it doesn't matter what launcher it's from.
Dude, I have way more PC Ubisoft games than I ever thought. I don't know where these have come from. I don't remember getting Assassin's Creed Odyssey, but like there it is. Like we just picked up
they gave that for free for a while.
Oh, was that where? Yeah, I don't remember buying this. Same with Immortals: Phoenix Rising. Like, why do I have that on PC?
That's been dirt cheap at almost everywhere at all times.
The Division 2, like I've got a ton.
When I open up the Ubisoft launcher, I have a bunch of duplicate games because I've bought them at other stores, and the Ubisoft launcher reads it as a separate license. So I have like 2 copies of Far Cry 5 and 2 copies of Valhalla.
Well, Odyssey, which is weird, like, and maybe that's where that's coming from. Like, it installs on my Xbox app.
Like, it reads it because it's a part of. If the game, if you install a game that's in Game Pass, it'll show up in the Game Pass app as like a launcher.
I didn't realize it was in Game Pass.
I noticed that when they added Phoenix Rising to Game Pass, suddenly when I opened up Game Pass, it showed up in my side panel. I was like, what? It's because I had it installed on Steam.
Is this PC only? I did not know this. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is totally in Game Pass right now.
Yeah.
Since when?
That was honestly, I was, I forgot what I was going to say. Never mind.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey in Game Pass. Since when?
Yeah.
Huh.
I was trying to download games and completely forgot what I was about to say.
There's too many games, man. Yeah. And somehow me dealing with there being too many games is me buying more. So there's that.
It's good stuff.
Picked up the Gardens Between for maybe a couple bucks.
The Gardens Between.
Gardens Between is actually, I think it launched into Game Pass a couple of years ago. Cutesy kind of narrative driven puzzle-ish game.
Oh, I remember this game. Yeah. I always remember that title screen with all the Game of the Year things.
Yep.
That thing really got around. That image they really pushed. I never played this game.
Yeah, that is the first image that comes to mind with that.
Yeah, I always remember. I've seen that image
festival kind of
so many times, and it's like, I never played it. For all that they've tried to tell me how great it is, I'm like, no.
Yeah, missed it. Yeah, so I picked it up for a couple bucks. Roller Coaster Tycoon Deluxe, I think was like $1.50. Just seems like a classic. Good Warhammer stuff. Vermintide. The End Times. Pick that one up.
We're not going to get Space Marine. Sean says I'll do it myself.
I know, right? I did pick up the original Space Marine. I played a couple hours of that. They had a Prince of Persia pack I picked up. The Forgotten Sands, Sands of Time, Two Thrones, Warrior Within.
I think I got all those some time ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just 3D Prince of Persia stuff, which is neat.
I remember what I was going to say earlier. When Immortals came to Game Pass, I noticed it was in my Game Pass app. And the reason I noticed is because I had it installed, because for the longest time I've been wanting to go back to it and revisit it, but I can never just like bring myself to actually do it.
Same here.
Like I can't quite get there. It's like that's a game I really want to like, but like deep down, I think I know that I just don't.
It's beautiful. Like
I really was upset that apparently they had a sequel in the works and it was canceled, and that really
totally me. Yes.
So I was like, this game really needs just do this but better.
Second shot. Just Assassin's
Love
Creed
the idea. Just do it but better.
Yep.
And they were like, no, we're gonna cancel it. We're gonna make Skull and Bones anyway.
Man.
Like thanks guys. Appreciate it.
I don't think that's how that worked, but yeah, I don't think they well, isn't Avatar? That's a Ubisoft game. Avatar's coming.
Yeah, it's new Far Cry.
That is.
Watch it sell great.
You think so?
Well, it's the joke that we've been running on PSVG. You know the soapbox that I get on about how the media hates Far Cry.
Yep.
So I'm like, watch everybody love it, and I'm gonna like
Mhm.
fucking lose my mind.
It's
Like, people are gonna be like, oh, after years of trying to do Far Cry, finally Ubisoft made a good one, and I'm going to lose it.
I can't wait. I have a hold at the library for it, so we'll give it a shot.
It
I'm
looks
kind of rooting
good.
for it. I'm rooting for it because I hate the movie so much, and I
I'm
want there to be a thing. I want there to
I
be a thing
wanna
where I hate the
play it
movie.
because of my eternal Far Cry love. I wanna play it, but every
Yeah.
time I see Avatar stuff, I'm like, "But I don't like this." I'm torn.
But maybe, I mean, maybe I want a game that I just wanna, like, I haven't had a game in a long time where I just played because it's gorgeous. Like, when was the last time you played a game where just because it was a very good looking game?
I mean, I
You
do
know,
that a
just
lot.
totally a shallow experience with a video game. Because I feel like that,
Hmm.
especially PC gaming in the late '90s, like, that was a thing for sure. You know,
Yeah,
you didn't
you're just pushing pixels
totally. Mhm.
just because.
Look at the lighting effects on this thing,
Yeah, I don't know. I
right?
mean, it's also weird because, like, like, you could do that, like, very realistic, like, 3D, very impressive, like, cyberpunk push pixels,
Right.
but then also, like, Planet of Lana is gorgeous.
Totally.
And
Yeah.
if you really, like, dial it up, it's, like, really, really good looking,
Mhm.
So,
Mhm.
like, there's a big spectrum on that end.
Yeah, and
Um,
that's awesome because it could be anything.
yeah, it could be anything, you're right.
You
Yeah,
just
that's pretty good.
play it just because it looks nice. Actually,
Mhm.
that's why I picked up, I don't think I'm ever gonna really even play this, but this racing game, Assetto Corsa, like a very
Oh, yeah,
realistic
yeah, no, that's really
looking
good, yeah.
look I bought it because it was good looking. Like, that that's maybe the most recent example of this.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, dude, Dead Island 2 is gorgeous,
Ooh,
like,
nice.
really
Yeah,
gorgeous.
I don't
It's
think
really nice.
let me wish list this dang
And the
thing.
performance on that thing is stellar, like, really stellar. Runs at 60 on the Ally, like, runs
Nice.
at 60 over on my PC setup. I've got headroom for day. I could run the thing at 120 if I wanted to. I mean, it is really nice. Like, the performance, like, no stutter. Like, for all the issues that I have with different PC ports and stuff, like, Dead Island 2 on PC is fantastic. It's
Why can't I
everything
find it?
that we want. It's Epic Store exclusive.
Ah, boo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I'm a
Womp
real PC
womp.
gamer. I don't wanna buy it on there.
Yeah.
And my library on Epic is I had Death Stranding on Epic. What the heck? That must have been free.
Yeah, they gave
I
that
don't think
away,
I
I
bought
think.
any of these games. They're all free.
I've bought a few.
Wolfenstein. This is a pretty
Not
decent
nearly as many
collection
as
in
I
here.
own, but I've bought a few.
I've got Control on PC. I didn't know that. Neo, the complete collection,
Oh, yeah.
Alien Isolation, Tacoma.
Yeah, Rage 2.
Dude, I've got a great library on Epic.
Mhm.
What the
Yeah,
heck? Ukulele and the Impossible Lair is a great game.
it is.
Wow. Moonlighter. Oh, snap.
Which reminds me, I gotta play KO the Kangaroo. I forgot all about that. I really wanted to play that game.
Mm,
I'm gonna put that on Ally.
I have no
I'm gonna do that right now.
I have Celeste over here. What the heck?
I
I
bought
just keep
Alan Wake
adding
2.
games to Epic.
I bought Alan Wake 2 on
Ooh,
Epic.
I'm playing through Remastered and I gotta talk, I gotta save it for the Xbox Drive with Ryan.
Okay.
But I guess suffice to say, I would really like to play Alan Wake 2.
I do not like Alan Wake 2 as much.
You don't? Oh, really? Yeah, it's different
I really
game.
don't.
Different
I
game.
really don't. Yeah, it is a different game.
Mm-hmm.
And if some people are gonna love it, and like I said when I gave my little impressions about PSVG, I had probably played it 8 to 10 hours, and I totally understand why people love it. I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially if you're really into like cinematics, like breaking the fourth wall and that whole
Yeah.
thing. If like a crazy like musical number makes you think a whole video game is great, you're gonna fucking love that game. To me, it's like, but they miss like it's the game part.
The game. Yeah.
Yeah, like the actual game I needed more from.
Yeah.
And it's a bit of a bummer and a bit of a sting because I went all in on that day one. Kind of wish I could return it, but I can't. And it's to me, not taking away from anybody else. To me, it's just like it's not half the game Control was. And
Yeah.
that's kind of a bummer because coming off of Control, I was like, dude, Alan Wake 2 is gonna be everything. And
Yeah.
swing and a miss.
Control's really good though. Like
I
that.
love it. I love Control.
Not enough people know how great that game is. Sometimes it's like, and this is my experience, I guess, overall with Alan Wake, the remastered, is like, I wasn't ready for that game back in the day. Like, I mean, I'm playing a different game. It's the remastered one. So it may be difficult to really compare. But like, since Alan Wake, I've played like the Life is Strange games. I've played much more story driven, a little bit more like melodramatic kind of things. And I can't remember what year Alan Wake would have been, but like that was back in the day where I was playing my 360 for Tiger Woods, NHL, Call of Duty, Gears of War, and then this like Alan Wake comes around. Like, what is this? This heady narrative game. And I don't know. I just have it's a long time since I played it, so I have different tastes, I suppose.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, it makes sense. Anyways.
Yeah. I mean, but the problem with that is I think it opens up to so many other games that like, what else have I either missed or didn't like and maybe should replay and maybe I'll like it now,
Sure.
Like Death Stranding, probably one of those games. Like maybe I just wasn't ready for it,
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, your people change, your tastes change, your mood changes, right? Like people have a different appreciation for art depending on kind of where they are in life. That makes total sense to me.
Yeah, that's why I've always thought, the reviewing of games is a little bit tricky. Like maybe I'll just go back and play Space Marine from when does this game come out? 2013, I think. Original Space Marine. What are you looking at right now? What do you got?
Trying to download KO the Kangaroo. Sorry.
No, you're
I reminded myself that I wanted to download it.
Make sure you don't let that thought slip.
Right. I was like, I wanted to try that game, and I added to Epic, and it wasn't until you started pulling up Epic. I was like, I forgot about that. It's in my library. I want to download that. But for whatever reason, I can't.
Why not?
Like, Epic is not currently showing me the games in my library of Ally. It's only showing me one game. It's like it's almost like it's as if I have a filter turned on, but I don't. That's weird. There we go.
Eminem is in Fortnite. What is going on?
Oh yeah, that's a thing. I got that and Moria. I bought Moria, but I'm probably going to play that on PC. I'm not going to play on my Ally.
So many. I hope you get through a bunch during your break.
That's the goal.
I have no hope of getting through these games. I've given up hope.
Here's the menu if you've never seen it. I don't even know if it'll come into focus, but like here's the Ally.
Yeah.
And press this button, and then there's my launcher.
That looks great.
Everything that's installed on any launcher is there.
Yeah.
Whether you have it turned on or not, and you can just scroll through it and click it, and boom.
That would be what I would do. Like I don't really play games in bed, but I would shop in bed.
Yeah.
Just be like scrolling through, and
Sean's like, I don't need a handheld. That'd be bad. I'm just sitting there just purchasing things.
Spend $800 on a thing that then allows me to spend more money. Yeah.
Nice.
It's gonna be so dumb. Man, time for
Call of Duty.
Off. Call of Duty. Come on, Melon, keep up with us, buddy.
I'm sorry.
I got you. I was saying, Melon, keep up with us already.
Oh, is it fallen? Is it failing us?
I got you back.
Okay. Yeah, Call of Duty. Let's talk about it. Tell me about
it. I think that you opened my eyes to what that game was actually about. And I'm so glad you did. And I want more people to hear what you have to say about it. It's that it like people are playing it wrong, I think. And I don't think that's a popular thing to say. I don't think you're supposed to say that to people, but like, don't play that game like a Call of Duty game. Play it like a Far Cry game. You nailed it.
Yeah.
You absolutely nailed it.
Yeah. I was really digging the campaign. Had I not had as many technical issues, I would have kept playing it. I had no intention of closing it. And nobody likes it when nobody likes being in the position when you like a game and the internet like collectively hates it.
Right.
It puts you in a defensive stance. And I struggled with whether or not I was being overly defensive because of the technical issues I was having. I was like, I'm having some issues with the fucking game. Like this game is, I'm not here to defend it.
Yeah.
But everything that y'all are saying about it, I'm digging.
Yeah.
But the crashing and the can't launching like that, I don't like. That's a mess. I don't know what this is about. But when I actually get into the game and can play it, I'm having a grand time. Like this,
dude, it took me a
open
week
world
to get
Call of Duty is dope.
Every time I tried to play it, it was for the first week or so. It was like, here's a 30 gigabyte update. Here's a 120 gigabyte update. Like,
oh, really?
Massive updates. And then you nailed it too. Like you're playing the game and then it's like, this update needs a restart. So you got to reboot it. And like,
that was what I endless amounts of, to get into the campaign, you have to reboot the game. Like why?
It was the same on Xbox. It was the same thing on Xbox.
It kept bringing up, it was so like live servicey. It'd bring you up like to like this, I only think I thought of Diablo. Right, it would bring you up to like this map, and you'd be like, "If you log in tomorrow, you'll get these things. If you collect these things," and it's like you got to click through. You just had to click through like 8 screens to even get to the launch campaign screen button.
Yeah.
It just felt like spam.
Yep.
It's like a computer had malware. I was like, I don't want any of this.
It's just Norton antivirus.
Close
like,
it. Where's my pop-up blocker? Turn it off.
Exactly.
It's like, I don't want any of this. And then, yeah, the game would crash. I think it crashed on me 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this is very not like them.
Yeah.
For so many years, they were so dependable that their games had so much polish and stuff. Like and it just seems like they're really starting to, I don't know if they're rushed or if they're understaffed. It just feels like everything is coming in hot. I think my theory would be, I think they're spread too thin. They're doing too many things.
Yeah.
It's too much. They got all these seasons and battle passes and Warzone and multiplayer and zombies again. It's too much. It's all too much. You can't do it all at once. And I think because they're trying to do it all at once, and I think they're doing an admirable job of doing it, but I think the detail and the polish, all of that's starting to fray at the seams, and you can see it. And I noticed this for the first time with the Cold War game.
Oh,
and then what was the other one? Not the squad one, but the one with the 4 different people. Vanguard.
Yeah.
Vanguard was the first one where I'm like, why are the shadow textures flickering? And why are the explosions like that? And why is the smoke all over the screen? I can't see it. Like, just very things unlike them. And
I took screenshots of that. There's a level by like a dam and there's water and it's a mess. Like the textures like pop in.
Yeah. And it's just like everything just feels a bit rushed. And I was like, you know what? All of this is going to come to Game Pass and I can just, I'll wait. And I honestly didn't even think they'd give me my refund back. I played it for like 5 hours and I sent it to them and they were like, yeah, here's your refund.
Yeah.
And I was like, thanks, Steam.
I've heard of that. That's pretty good. You wouldn't be able to get that on Xbox, which would be
no, not anybody else, right?
Yeah.
And so I was kind of a bummer because again, all of that riffraff aside, just move it out of the way. I'm sure they're going to fix the technical hurdles.
Yeah.
The actual structure, the actual structure of the campaign, people are hating on them for like having Warzone maps and calling them like rehashed and reused. And I was like, dude, this is awesome.
Yeah.
I was really having a fun time doing this little espionage thing and like breaking into the base and collecting all different stuff. Like I stole a car and then they sent like an alpha team at me and they were like on towers, like in the distance shooting at me. And the thing that got me was I was in the submarine collecting all these things and there's a safe room in the submarine. It tells you when you get there, like you're in a safe room and it's got like all kinds of like, here's all the armor and all the ammo and here's all the guns and like load up. Yeah. Right, you're good. And one of those damn snipers shot me through the porthole while I was in the room. And he wasn't like on the other side. He was like across the river, like up a tower, like a long way away. It took me 3 minutes to figure out who was shooting at me. And I was like, dude, this game is something else. Like, it is unlike anything I've ever played in this franchise. And it may just be that I just don't play Warzone. Maybe everybody that plays Warzone is used to this and they find it boring. I don't play Warzone, and I was digging like this little open world Call of Duty game that they were kind of pitching. And I think I was thinking of you when I was playing it because I know you did not like the MacGyver missions from Modern Warfare 2. And I was like, okay, if you didn't like the MacGyver missions, like surely everybody, i.e. Sean, likes this way more than that. Like they've got to like this kind of thing, and then you get on Twitter and everybody hates it. I just like,
but how many people even played it? Like that gets into that whole conversation. Unfortunately, it's like people just dogpile on stuff.
Well,
like,
when you're that popular, it comes with it. I've said that for years. The people hate Call of Duty's players hate Call of Duty. Like it's just kind of like that's Call of Duty's lot in life. They'll release the best-selling game of the year every year, and everybody will hate it. Like it just is what it is.
It's the same thing with like Destiny, which is where I don't know what to make of what people say about it. And it's like, oh, the people who love these games should be the ones commenting on it. And it's like, I'm not so sure. Like, I'm not saying no, but like also I don't know what to trust. And when somebody is so close to a game or a franchise, it's like everything is magnified.
You'll be more sensitive. Oh, for sure. Yeah, like if you really love the game, you'll be way more sensitive to changes, to directional differences. And that's across anything, right? Like your favorite director, or your favorite franchise, if the movie, Scott Pilgrim fucks it up, I'm probably gonna be way more mad than most people.
Did you watch Scott Pilgrim? Oh,
Yeah, I
you
liked
did
it a
like
lot.
it. Oh,
Yeah.
see, I'm an old man. I didn't even finish
Yeah.
it, dude. I
Oh,
dropped off. I'm
wow.
not gonna finish it. I got
There's
to
that I
6
could see
episodes, I
that.
think.
That thing does anything but what you expect. It's constantly subverting expectation at every chance.
And that's
At
fine.
every moment, you're like, "This is what's about to happen," and they're like, "Fuck you, no, it's not." Like, that's the whole show.
I just like I'm trying to get to I guess what this show is doing is just giving you more time with these characters. And
Yeah.
it's like if you're into that, then you're gonna like it. For me, it's not necessarily that it's different, it's that it doesn't bring back any of those like sweet, like nostalgic feelings of early 20s, just like, young love and adventure. And it's just a story that I didn't connect with
Oh,
at
really?
all. Yeah, like I don't the
I actually
battles.
I wouldn't agree with that. I think that stuff, or at least I found that stuff there.
Oh, I don't know, like where though? Like
Well,
what?
I mean,
Because they're not even
obviously,
together. They're not
so,
even
like,
like
the first episode, right, is a
yeah,
complete callback, right? Like,
totally.
they just wrap you up in all that nostalgia goodness that you want until they don't.
Yep.
But later on, as you get more and more relationships with different characters, I did feel that. But again, it's not. You're right. It's not just Scott and Ramona.
Yeah.
It's out on the periphery. So if you're looking for just Scott and Ramona, that's not there.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm looking for
not until the
knives, like
not until the end though. In the
yeah.
end, the Scott and Ramona is there, and it's very nice and powerful in the end.
That's
And
nice. Maybe I should
actually,
finish it.
and at the end, Scott and Ramona's little, I don't know if call it an arc, but their little episode, their moment,
Mhm.
it's way more mature
Yeah.
than I would expect. It's almost like it's very much like, oh, the writing for this has grown up.
Yeah.
It's lived some life, and it's like
Mhm.
reflective of that. And
That
I
makes
like that.
sense.
It was more like, oh yeah, relationships aren't anime fairy tales. They're
Well, I
harder
never
than
thought the
that.
original books were that.
Well,
Like,
and
I
I didn't
never
read the books. I have them, and I haven't read them, so I'm pulling mostly from,
in the movie.
yeah, or the little comic references that I've gotten from the movies, and yeah, things that I've learned.
Yeah. Well, and that's funny. Okay, so that's interesting that you like the TV show. You only saw the movie. Like, I feel like the movie, like Ramona didn't even like Scott. I was so
Yeah,
confused.
that's
Like,
the
what
whole
even
thing.
is
Yeah,
this? Like, she
yeah.
didn't like the guy, and that's not what the books are like at all. So I get to be the total dork. I'm like, well, in the books, like they kind of had this back and
Maybe
forth
that's
thing going
why.
on.
Maybe it's
Yeah,
because you have that source material.
totally. Like
I'm
your
gonna read them
reference
one
point, I think,
day.
absolutely
Again, when
matters.
I have the
Mhm.
time. Maybe I do it on my break. I'm not gonna do
Do
it
it
on my
on your
break.
break.
But one, I'm not going to. I'm not like, I'm already overcommitted to my break. But one day I
Yeah.
will. I bought them because I want them. I'm going to read them one day. I just haven't got to them.
Yeah, I like the form factor on them. I feel like is like the paper thickness, like it's all the whole experience, like the way they look. That's the thing about the show, the
Yeah, they
Netflix
were
show that I
more for
love.
the shelf for me. I have like a whole little Scott
Hmm.
Pilgrim section,
Yep.
and they were for that. I also got the. I'm not sure if I ever told you this. I'm not sure if you have it. Do you ever get the board game?
No,
I have the Scott Pilgrim the miniatures board game.
come on. I
It's
gotta
dude, it's
find this.
huge. It's like 50 pounds. Like, it's a huge thing.
What?
It's super elaborate. We didn't even played it yet. Like, I started taking it. There's like 100 pieces of the thing. I was like, who does this? I got an alert for it like maybe 2 months ago. I think it's originally, I don't know, it's like $150. And they were like selling out stock like 2 months ago. They were $20. And I was like, oh, for $20, sure. And
No
I,
kidding.
and I bought two of them. I bought it and like the expansion pack. And I put them on my little Pilgrim shelf, and they look great. Like, the boxes have full art. You get like little miniatures of all the characters, and they're like nicely like made and put together and painted and all that. And
Dude, these are
yeah,
great. How rich is Brian Lee O'Malley? Like he's got all these things
there you
going
go.
on.
Well, my impression from the sale was I don't think they sold very well, and they were like clearing out stock. They were super discounted.
Look at this. Spaceballs, the board game. Spaceballs, the Netflix show.
So I
Oh,
was
that's
really
awesome.
hoping when I finished the thing, I was like, man, I really hope Netflix like wants to make a game. Netflix is
yeah.
doing all kinds of games right now.
You're
You
gonna
know,
prove
they're
me
all
wrong
about
again,
it.
man.
Yeah,
You're gonna
I think about
and
you
I have,
every
like,
time
these
they
I
announce a
know.
game. I think about Sean being like, "We're not gonna take them
Here I am, like,
seriously."
who cares about
Yeah.
games on Netflix? And Netflix is like,
It's
how
like
about
ever since
Grand Theft
then,
Auto?
just keep like wrapping it up. I can think every time I think about it, there's like this picture of Sean. It's like, okay, they got Death's Door. Who cares? Oh, they got Katana Zero. Fine, guys, we get it. You're into it.
Was it Oxenfree? So I'm like, who cares about
Who
Oxenfree?
cares?
Like, okay, Grand Theft Auto. Like,
Like,
okay, Jesus.
GTA for free. Like, wait a minute.
Oh my gosh.
What?
Yeah. It's all like, look, you can just, everybody has me to thank whenever these kinds of things happen. It's like, who cares about Animal Crossing? It's like 45 million sold. Like some of these things.
Well,
I
you and
couldn't
I,
be
we were in
more
that
wrong
together
about.
then.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I got my fair share of that as well.
Yeah. What did you call it? You called it a B tier.
I did.
Yeah.
Their B tier game.
Who knew?
Yeah, but Netflix, they're doing like Katana Zero. They're in Hades. Braid.
They got Hades.
Yeah.
Braid, I can't. Braid is too
The
confusing.
anniversary thing though, like you could pay for it on Switch or Steam or whatever, or you can just play it on Netflix day one.
I could stab myself in the thigh. Good God. That game is so hard. Don't you put that knife in your leg, Ricky Bobby. Oh my gosh. That's have you played it, Braid? Like, I mean,
yeah, I like Braid.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, you're
fun.
a smart guy. Yeah, I can't figure it out.
Like I got because of the Braid announcement, I got the Backbone controller for my old phone.
You got all the things. How do you keep?
So I got this little thing.
Too many things.
Oh, this was I bought on eBay for $20.
Yeah, it's not about that. This is like, where do you put it all? You know, I don't have enough
drawers.
Such a stupid question.
Shelves, drawers, like places. Sean, what do you mean? It's not on the. It's not on the floor. What do you mean?
Like, what are you even asking right now? I don't even know if I know what I'm asking.
Box
places. Dude, anytime I put anything away from now on, just like it's in places. Oddly enough, I wish I could turn my camera right now. I have 2 Switch Pro controllers that are actually kind of like mounted to the wall. I've got these little like sticky things.
Yeah.
And like that's where that goes. It's not on a shelf or like it's on the wall. That's where I'm limited to.
I love hanging things.
Yeah, yeah.
I've gotten really into like the adhesive hooks.
Yep.
And I have them all over the house. They're everywhere. I hang my hats, I hang my hoodies, I hang my keys, I hang anything and everything. I've got hangers for all of my controllers. They all got little
for these headphones.
Controller mounts and stuff. Yeah, I've got stuff on every door and a wall, like in every like flat surface.
I mean, that's kind of what I was asking a little bit here too. So it's not just drawers. It's like, yeah, I've got like this.
Well, the controller is going in a drawer. I'm not hanging it on the wall. Maybe I should.
Maybe you should. Why not? Just custom
get my pen click.
Dude, places.
But yeah, like God. Netflix kept getting these games, and there's like the Apple Arcade thing, and I was like, man, I need to do. And I have this old phone. I have this iPhone. My last iPhone was just sitting in my drawer.
Why is that?
And I was like, I'm gonna get one of these. I'm sorry.
Oh, for the Backbone, you just have it dedicated.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna get one of these Backbones, and they're like $100. I was like, I'm not gonna. And I found one that literally, I took a picture in our Discord. It literally looked like it had been like ran over. Nice. Or like in a fight with a Wolverine. The box was like ripped to shreds. It was like and it had like tape on it. It was like customer return and everything. And I was like, I'll give you $20 for it. And they're like, sure. They sent it to me, and then you take the outside sleeve off and you open the box, it's brand new.
Nice.
And I was like, perfect. And so I'll be playing Braid. I'm excited to play Braid.
I feel like somewhere behind me there's like some old Google Pixels or Galaxies and something else. And that'd be good. Yeah.
Yep. You get your little Razer Kishi.
Yeah.
Very excited about that one that I got.
It's too much. There's too many things to keep track of. You know, like maybe a portable, maybe a PlayStation Portable. I could see.
But I just got this for you'll appreciate this more than anybody else. I got it for the limited Game Pass edition.
What the heck is that? I've never seen that before.
They just gave it to reviewers. It was like Xbox. They ran like a run. They were like, "This is the Game Pass Kishi."
I'm not in the in crowd with the Xbox anymore.
Oh no,
they don't give me stuff.
You're on the
outs? I think I might be out. They don't send me like they send me like
Donnie's taking over for Sean on the Xbox Drive. The Ryan and Donnie show.
Go for it.
Wow.
It's all yours, Donnie.
The
Xbox Empire Drive. Nobody would have thought if you were to come over and do the Xbox Drive, nobody would have thought it would be without me.
No, definitely not. They'd be like, what?
Yeah.
What is this?
It's like the Scott Pilgrim of
That'd be the Twilight Zone. That's the Alan Wake take on the Xbox Drive. Like, what?
Yeah.
Welcome to the Xbox Drives. Donnie and Garrett, huh?
Garrett.
Dude, Game Pass had a hell of a day today.
Oh man, yes.
That's
Remnant.
a whole lot of games,
I
man.
almost bought Remnant 2. And there
Really?
it is. Remnant 2,
Well, you
Remnant
do the
1
Souls
is
stuff.
there.
That makes sense. Yeah, because you did Dark Souls.
Well, I'm gonna play. I've played the first little bit of Liza P, so I'll play a little bit of that. But
Yeah,
yeah,
that makes
nice. I mean, I feel like it leaked and it probably wasn't going to be announced. I don't know. Everybody's saying like Game Awards, but even now that I'm talking it through, that would be too late. You have to have an announcement prior to.
It felt like they were. My take was that they're like, we're gonna load up for like Christmas month. Let's have a big Game Pass announcement. This month for like Christmas.
I mean, Far Cry 6, dude. Far Cry 6 is a good one.
This is one though. Hell of a game to just get in your thing.
It's funny because the biggest games, the best
Remnant
games here, I feel like
Spirit of the North, I liked a lot. If you're into like those
same,
little cutesy
totally,
things.
Very good.
SteamWorld Build makes sense.
I can't wait to play SteamWorld Build.
I don't know what Clone Drone and the Danger Zone is. Sounds kind of.
Sounds Canadian. Sounds like. Tell me a Canadian developer made this game.
Rise of the Tomb Raider, World War Z Aftermath. We played that. Against the Storm, 10 Hearts, and Far Cry 6. I mean, that's a lot of game.
Yeah,
a lot of game, man.
The Remnant, and actually, let me just pick this apart a little bit. Remnant is From the Ashes. That's the first one. Remnant From the Ashes. That's not the DLC or anything, because there's Remnant 2 DLC.
And the Remnant is like, I've got that right. I've never played it. It's a Souls-like, right? It's a Souls game.
I don't know if it's exactly Souls,
like
but it is
procedural Souls game, right? Like it's like a Souls roguelike.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. And you couldn't make a worse game for me.
It's probably not for me either, but
it's like people's like game of the year, though, right?
I think it was pretty well received.
Holy
I think it's
shit,
mostly forgotten.
I'm gonna play this damn Clone Drone game.
Oh yeah.
Clone Drone in the Danger Zone is a robot voxel slice 'em up, where any part of your body can be sliced off.
Oh yeah. Yes.
That sounds
I can tell by the logo, the game logo.
You get laser swords and bright, colorful voxels. Yeah.
Yes.
Is this out now? I'm opening up Game Pass.
Let's see. Clone, where the heck did it go? Yes, it's available now.
Clone Bone in the Danger Drone or whatever.
It's on PC. Let's see. I closed all my apps because I think I was killing Melon on my end. I was probably downloading. I think
I could be doing that too. I mean, I'm not downloading, but I've got a.
No,
our conversations led me to open up lots of things.
As soon as I closed it, everything was fine. So I think it was me.
Dude, the Game Pass. I love the new the layout with the little condensed compact layout for the handhelds for the Game Pass app.
Ooh, yeah, that's nice. They have that.
Very nice
for the small screens. I like finding one of the this is the best part about Game Pass. Is like, yeah, your eye gets caught with Far Cry 6 and Remnant and things like that. But then it's like, if you look closely, there's diamonds in the rough there.
Clone Bone Danger Zone.
And I think it's
not out yet,
my
though.
Xbox.
It's not out yet.
It doesn't look like it.
Damn it.
Froze my Xbox app. Find that later. SteamWorld Build, though. I want to play that one. Mainly, probably. Well, it's probably a Bobby thing. Just
an RTS thing?
I thought it was more like a like SimCity.
Oh, okay. I got you.
I think, but maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was more like city builder kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll add it to the wish list, but also, I mean, I could pre-install it right now and just see if I kill Melon while I'm doing that. Find out.
Well, it hasn't crashed on us yet, so we're doing pretty good.
I wonder if they have a second wave still. Not that that might be a greedy thing to say, but they generally
typically do. They have like a first of the month and a mid-month kind of update.
That's pretty good.
They might be holding a couple things. And another thing is they could be doing an announcement now to kind of throw off the scent for some announcements to come.
Yeah. Are you guys streaming the Game Awards?
No, I'm not going to watch that.
You're not even going to watch it?
No, I never do. It's not my thing.
Catch the announcements afterwards.
Yeah, I'll catch the announcement. Wario. I take in the Game Awards via Wario 64 alerts.
Nice.
I'll be playing games instead.
That's such a good. We're gonna do more of like a watch along kind of thing. Like we're not gonna stream it. We're just gonna do it in Discord, I think.
That makes sense. I mean, like if I'm sure your community has a bunch of people you want to hang out together and do that. That makes sense.
Well, and I think the biggest thing is that the Game Awards are so long that like and we have streamed it in the past. And by the end, it's like, and I'm on the West Coast dish, and it's like goes so long and so late. Everybody's done by
See,
the end. It's just like, get
I
me outta
forgot
here.
because I thought they had really shortened it, but maybe I was thinking of the summer show or something. Because yeah, we were talking about that, and somebody brought that up too. They're like, "It's so long," and I was like, "Is it?" Like,
It
I haven't
is,
watched
yeah.
it in years. Like,
And you can actually, like, I feel like I made a claim last year at the start, and I ended up being right, where it's like you cannot watch past 35 minutes and you're good. Like, as far as
wow,
announcements go, is like
yeah.
it really is last year in particular. But you can look back to think about, like, when did they do the Series X announcement? It was like 10, 15 minutes into the thing.
Speaking of that, are you excited for our ye old Xbox brand to have some stuff?
What kind of stuff?
I don't
To
know.
have some, like, stuff there? Yeah, yeah.
I saw on
I
Reddit
feel
that
like
Reddit, I guess, like the Xbox Wire or somebody, they were like, tune in for a powerful Xbox something. So the people on Reddit were hyped. I would like at any point this year, if Xbox ever talks, I'm going to be like, I would like them to date Hellblade. So what a better
same.
place than this, like where it started, like to kind of get ready to finish.
hmm
So like that's kind of what I'm hoping for. That's maybe my expectation for better or worse.
My genuine, like, when you asked the question, the feeling from my insides was one of maybe feeling a little bit burnt at this point, Donnie, where I'm just like,
mm,
go ahead, announce the thing, and I'm
go
not
ahead.
sure. Go
Go,
ahead,
no. Go
try
ahead.
it, try it, and maybe I'll be wrong. Like, and I'd love to be wrong. I'd love to be taken aback and have my mouth aghast, just like, like what? But I'm not sure what they could throw at me where I'm like, yes, like they did it. I don't know. And I'm
Mm.
like, why I'm even in this moment, I'm thinking, like, why is that the case? Um, and maybe part
Oh,
of it
this is
is
interesting. I didn't know this. Are you like maybe are you just
I'm
a
just
little down?
realizing this right
You're
now.
down on are you down on the brand a little?
I might just be down just in general. Like, it's possible. Like things have been real shit for me lately, to be honest with you. So it's possible that just
Mm.
overall,
You have seasonal
life
depression?
just sucks. Yeah, yeah. It gets
Yeah, you
like
need
I
like
haven't seen the sun
you need a
today.
sweater?
I do
A
have a
little
sweater.
chilly? Yeah.
Just constantly in sweaters. Uh, so it's possible that, like, maybe there's just stuff going on that I'm like,
Halo Battle Royale.
that'd be cool. I think it would have to be like today though. Like, I think that might be part of it, is like I don't want, even if it's January, that's about as
Okay, yeah,
good
you
as it
don't
is. It's
want
like,
to be determined.
yeah,
Oh, they
I'm
show us
kind of
another Perfect Dark trailer,
totally. I'm
and it's
kind of done
just
with
like a
that.
little mock-up of nothing.
hmm
Yeah.
And I've already kind of made up my mind that I don't want to buy games in 2024. I'm good with whatever came out in 2023. I'll just play these games all next year. I'll just
Well,
spend
my
all of next
favorite
year to
things
catch
that
up on
I'm
this
looking
year.
forward to next year are all the things that got delayed that I was looking forward to this year.
Yeah.
That's what really hurt me with not hurt me. I'm not in the same place I think as you are. I still very much hype for Game Pass and stuff, but I did notice this year that I haven't been doing as much Game Pass
Yep.
as I have in years past, and that's because the Game Pass games that I really wanted like all got moved.
Yeah.
It was like Planet of Lana was like the game
Yeah.
that actually made it out. All of the other ones that like I've been super stoked for and hyped. Stalker 2, I got the
Yeah.
trailer today. I'm like, finally, there that
Yeah.
one is replaced, and all these. I'm like, bring me
Yes.
my games. Like I've been waiting on them forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I think I've just fallen so far behind too. Like, I think it's a combo of things, just kind of all
mm,
culminating. Like, I just can't keep up anyway. So, like, who cares anyway?
culmination.
Culmination,
Remember that American Pie?
coalescence.
No.
No.
Oh, American Pie when the coach is given he's given the speech, and
I
like
don't
the
remember that.
lacrosse game, they're
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
on a
Yeah.
knee,
Yeah.
and he's like, "You don't score until you score." He's like, "This is your senior year. This is the culminate." And there's like an assistant coach, and he's
Yeah.
like, "The
Oh,
culmination."
dude.
And it makes me
Yes.
laugh so hard. He's like, "You gotta score. You gotta score. This is the
What?
culmination."
What a callback. Holy crap. What a pull. I love that.
The funny thing is, it's so stupid. Everybody probably has like I've got a ton of movie quotes and show quotes that I
Mhm.
say that nobody ever gets, but that one might be the most obscure because
That is
every
pretty
time I ever
mhm.
hear the word culmination, that's immediately where my brain goes.
I love
And I say that out loud. I've done it at work
Yeah.
where somebody's like, "This is the culmination." I'm like, "The
You
culmination."
can't even
People are like,
help
"What?"
yourself. Doing the thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll have moments in life where I'm like, I'm about to say this thing. And like, that's where I'm like, maybe I am in a simulation. Like what I'm about to say, I have to say it anyways. It's
my coworker and I, she's the only person that does Chappelle Show that knows anything. And we do Chappelle Show jokes all the time.
Gosh,
and nobody gets anything we're talking about. Nobody has any idea. They're like, I don't know what they're talking about.
For how much we talk about space in this household, I just love like MARS, Mars, bitches. Lincoln's all excited about space, and I'm just thinking MARS, Mars, bitches.
But your Starfield update, you can do that at the Game Awards.
Starfield got the DLSS. I don't have maps yet. That is definitely part of it. That was you read my mind. That's where I was getting around to, like, this idea of I'm pumped about a game and it's not done. It's not done. And honestly, they shouldn't even told us that maps were coming, because I was good with it. But I'm like,
I'm loving it. And they're like, and the maps are coming. You're like, this game
sucks. This game, how dare they? They could have just like left it.
Sean flings a Starfield controller out in the window.
I threw the Xbox wrap. I got the wrap. So they
haven't announced any other wraps since then.
Yeah, they had the Series S wrap. Didn't I see? Is that a real thing that I saw? I think they had like a Series S
wrap.
Maybe it was like a Etsy thing that somebody made, but I thought I saw a Series S Starfield wrap. Let me see. Not a warp wrap. Finally, we are getting wraps for the Series S, but not from Xbox. Oh, that's what this is.
Okay.
UK companies coming through for Series S users with the Starfield wrap for Xbox Series S, as well as other designs. This was on Windows Central.
Nope, we got this stupid mineral camo design and nothing else. Give me a Gears of War wrap.
Yes. Gears would get me excited. Like that might be one of the only things. If they said like Gears is coming.
Gears, I would be through the roof if
that'd
we
be
get a Gears
good.
announcement. You're not
going to happen.
I don't necessarily know much. Are you not excited about GTA at all?
I don't know. I guess not. Yeah, I guess not. Yeah. Like
there's no need to talk that through. That's a no.
But it is an interesting one to talk through, I think, because like I think if it were launched today, I would play it. And I don't know what it is about Grand Theft Auto. It's just like it just seems like it's always been and it always will be. So the next one is arriving, if that makes sense.
But there's not.
I'm not like disliking Grand Theft Auto.
It's been like 10 years.
Like I think we talked about this before too, where it's like it's just there's few things in the world that would have me just completely losing my mind at this stage.
No more Shenmues.
No more Shenmues. Yeah, nothing like that. But I'd love to be surprised on that. Like I'd love to not know what I want. Like that's kind of why I tune into these kinds of things. It's like I don't know. I just want something amazing. I guess I just want to be delighted.
That's a high bar, damn, Sean.
I know it
I don't know. I just need you to blow my mind.
That's what I mean. Yeah,
every year. Without me knowing, just blow my mind.
Look, I mean,
how hard is that, Jeff Keighley? Fucking figure it out.
Maybe Metroid Prime 4 launches today. Like that would do it.
It was out yesterday. You missed it.
You missed it. Can you
imagine? There's an obvious like devolver path to take here.
Oh my gosh.
We released Metroid Prime 4 on the Game Boy. Get it, you losers.
Yeah. No, that's just me, just my arms crossed. Like, okay,
what's Sega Saturn only release. Figure it out,
dude. That would be amazing. Yes, NES exclusive. Yes, please. Yeah, I don't know. That is a crappy attitude that I have. I guess
it's not too bad. It's very dev-like.
Just want to be blown away. Well, that one stings.
Oh no!
I feel like I could be more excited than that. That's a good comparison, though. Like, okay, that was like a warning of my future. That was like a ghost of Christmas future.
Like, oh no!
Oh no! Is that where I'm headed? I need to change my ways.
What if they showed off? What if they showed off the Amazon Echo Xbox?
Amazon Echo? No. But if they showed, if Uncharted would do it, new Uncharted would do it. I might lose my mind about Uncharted. Yeah.
What if they showed? Stick with me here, Sean. Last of Us Part 2 remastered.
Nope. I might laugh at it though. I love these images that are going around, just showing basically the same image.
Yeah.
And the remaster being the same.
It's remastered.
I think that's awesome.
There was I have no idea if this is right or wrong, so I'm gonna like cautiously probably mislead people. But I was scrolling Reddit earlier, and there was like some Twitter account that was just made that supposedly is an employee from not Rockstar that said that trailer may come out tomorrow. I don't know
Oh,
if it
that'd be
was
good.
debunked or not, but I mean, I've been trying to follow along the Rockstar leaks to see. Oh, the
GTA
thing was locked, so I'm pretty sure the thread was locked. So I'm pretty sure it was fake.
I would be very intrigued. My
I'd be
reaction
ecstatic
I regret it already.
if GT6 is if GTA is this year. If it's 2024, like that's super. Like I'm expecting whenever they're like it's like 2025, 2026 or something.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if they're like it's this year, I'm like, oh boy, like
Both
wow.
are equally probable in my mind. Like I could see both. Shadow drop, Grand Theft Auto, here it is, or let's spend a year hyping
Because
this
if it
thing
looks
up. So it's a
amazing, I'll still be excited
Mhm.
just because we get to see it.
Yeah,
But like if it's 2025, you can't get too excited. We're like, okay, we'll wait to
totally.
be excited
Yeah.
until it gets closer. But if after all this time and work and everything, it's like, and it's coming sooner than you think, like that'd be great.
When I think about it a little bit more, and maybe this is just putting it to an impossible expectation, but Grand Theft Auto and Rockstar, the resources behind this, like this has the potential to like define what games are for the next forever. So when
Which
I
is
think about
why
it
I
in that
love these
way,
releases. Yeah.
yeah,
That's what these
that
releases
makes
are.
sense.
To me, we don't have too many games that get this level of
Yep.
try hard, like this
Mhm.
level of input, this work.
Like Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, like games that are in development for 6, 7, 8 years, you know, like
Yeah.
there aren't companies that are funding these sorts of things, but Rockstar is one of them.
Ubisoft has a half dozen of those, Donnie.
Well, not in the good way, but yes, you're right. You know, they fell upwards in that regress, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You're
and then,
gonna
like
love
when
it.
they release games, not always like I did not like Red Dead Redemption. I still respect
Right.
what Red Dead
Mhm.
Redemption was doing in terms of what it was pushing at the time was pretty, I don't know what the word, next gen, next level,
Yeah.
whatever you want to call it, right? And
Mhm.
that is the expectation when they release a game is that they're gonna progress things.
Yeah.
And for that alone, like I bought GTA 4 because of that, and I
Mhm.
didn't even really like it all that much, but I still bought it and played it because it was at the time like one of the best things you could get. And
Yeah.
God, I remember the first time I played GTA 5, I was like, this is insane. Like this thing is
Mm.
huge. There's so many things you could do, everything, you know, like it just felt so grand.
Well, and that's
So
like I'm hoping that they do feel like there's a different expectation on that front. In that 10 years ago, 12 years ago, whatever it was, how long ago was Grand Theft Auto 5? Um, it was just make it as
10,
big as possible. Like it's more than yeah. I feel like there's 2 games that had like their crazy anniversary recently.
2000, when did it release? Worldwide 2013.
13.
10,
Yeah,
10
to the
years
end
ago.
of 360. Makes sense. So at one point it was make the game as big as possible. And I feel like over the last 10 years, we've done the big game and then come around to, okay, let's maybe refine this a little bit. Like we've
Mm.
got Valhalla was massive, but I prefer Odyssey, like which was just a step before that, you know?
Love Valhalla.
I don't want Grand Theft. I guess what I don't want is just GTA 6 to be like, this is 6 times bigger than GTA 5. And
Well,
like, that's the
that
thing.
is an interesting thing because I never thought of GTA 5 that way. I never thought of it as just being massive because I was thinking of it more of
Just the sandbox.
well that, but like huge in like systems, the things you could do,
Yeah.
like street races, collecting cars, collecting houses, play golf, you know,
Yeah.
heist missions, like the story missions, having 3 different characters, having 3 different like storylines going on.
Yep.
Like it was just it was just grand. I wouldn't look at
Mhm.
it as big in terms of footprint, but grand as in spectacle. It's like
Sure.
just a gigantic spectacle.
Yeah.
Um, so much more in like every way than GTA 4. You
Mhm.
know, just very big in that way. Not big as in just the bigger game. It never felt. I never thought it felt empty
When
in
did
that
you play
regard.
it? Did you play it like on the 360 or
Oh
PS3
yeah,
or later?
yep. I played it the week it came out, and then I got the. I stopped playing the like so. That's actually it's a funny one for me because I have started and stopped GTA 5 maybe more than every game ever because it
Nice.
came out
Yeah.
360 and I bought it and I played it.
Mhm.
And before I finished it, next gen came out.
Yeah.
And then there was talks of the next gen patch. So I stopped and waited. And then I got the next gen version. I started and play that. And eventually along the way, I fell off of it. And then I got it on another console and then I fell off. And then I finally got it on PC. And then I played it all the way through on PC, like as everything turned up that I could possibly turn up. And it was just a couple years ago. I beat it. I beat the whole thing all the way through it and finally finished it.
I hate you so much, Donnie.
It's hard
You're
to.
so good at this. Like, it is actually. I have a wish listed. I'm sitting here going like, I don't think GTA is all that's cracked up to be. And you talk about it for 35 seconds. I'm like, I got a wish list to say I want to play it on my PC. I want to play this right now. Like I have it on my Xbox.
Well, the funny thing is everything that I said about GTA 5 and what made it so like grand, I didn't mention online at all, and that's what most people I think would bring up about it.
Totally.
GTA Online is massive. That's its whole other thing. So, and you think about like it's been 10 years, and they did Red Dead, and everything. Like think of GTA 5, but looks as good as Red Dead 2. And that's kind of what I'm thinking. Like
that's a good point because I'm not thinking about being blown away by the visuals on Grand Theft Auto 6.
There's a lot of room there.
Yeah. Well, based on what we've seen with GTA in the past, I don't think it ever has blown. But Red Dead Redemption definitely.
Oh yeah, Red Dead. I don't like Red Dead at all, but I admit that's a really pretty game.
Yeah.
They really nailed it in that regard.
Same thing what we were talking about before. Like that's a game that even though I've played it for a number of hours, I bought it day one, didn't love it. It's so good looking. I want to go back and give it another shot.
Yeah, I understand that. I could get that. Yep. My thing is actually just the gameplay is hard. And I hated that. I was so excited for Red. I love Red Dead. I bought Red Dead for Switch. It's great, by the way. I'm not sure if you ever dabbled on it. I love Red Dead Redemption and Undead Nightmare. Love them.
Yep.
And they're great on Switch. Great handheld game. Can't wait for the PC release 3 years from now.
Maybe that's part of this too. Maybe that's part of my lukewarm reaction to Grand Theft Auto because like Red Dead Redemption just completely won me over. Like in a 360 generation, like that was the one for me. I was like, what is this? Oh my gosh. Like my heart beats an extra beat, like for that game. And I don't have that even remotely for Grand Theft Auto.
Did you ever play Undead? Did you play
Never
Undead
did.
Nightmare?
No.
It's so good. It's so good.
Man.
If you could pick that up cheap on Switch, I would recommend it. It's good on Switch.
I was just playing on PC.
Or I mean, you've got Xbox. It's great on Xbox. The backwards compatible version is great too.
I could go pick that up. Damn it, Donnie.
But I like having the handheld version. It's nice. My only regret is that they haven't released a PC version. That's Rockstar. They're not gonna. It's like they hate PC. It's always dead last. It's just anything that they release. It's like 5 years later we'll do the PC version.
They really don't have a Red Dead Redemption on PC on Steam?
No.
Like original. It's just the second one. Wow.
Yep.
John,
I don't know about now, but for Black Friday, Red Dead was on sale like everywhere for like $25-$30. And I wanted the box. Like I was getting that game just for the copy. And I'm hopefully like everything that I'm saying now on Shaq for the last few weeks is I keep buying all these games on Switch with no intention to buy them.
Yeah.
Like I'm just hoping that they're backwards compatible on Switch too. I'm like, I'll just get my Switch copy now and let's hope it works out in the future.
I'm gonna hold off. Do you believe these? I mean, new Switch rumors, Switch 2.
I haven't seen them.
Like, just another.
Which one?
They got. I don't even know where it came from. I just saw it. Like you just kind of see these things. Let's see, Switch 2.
Yeah, I haven't thought about it since there was the rumor or not, I guess the speculation a couple weeks ago about like Digital Foundry came out with like what the sock's going to be, like what the chip is going to be. So I watched that and we talked about that on Shaq a bit. But I haven't really heard anything since then.
I feel like I saw something pop up just today. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Nintendo Switch.
I don't know what it is, but I'm super excited for it and I want to buy it.
Tom's Guide. Nintendo Switch 2 tip for 2024 launch and new Mario Kart detailed. Currently unannounced, Nintendo Switch 2 has once again been tipped for a release in 2024. Zippo, a leaker with a reasonable track record of accurate information, has suggested via their blog that the Nintendo's follow-up to the Switch, which we're calling Nintendo Switch 2 for simplicity's sake, will launch next year.
People hate that guy.
Zippo?
Yeah, some people. I don't mind him. I've actually followed him for a long time, and I would agree with that. I think some of his takes have been good, and some of his takes have missed. And I think that's just the world you're going to be in if you're a leaker. Nobody's going to bat 100. But he's got enough of them right, whether he was the source or not. He's got enough of them right that I've been aware of that, like, if he's saying it, like, I kind of trust it as much as I would trust most, leakers.
We're now getting to the point with the Switch where these rumors are just going to, it's an eventuality.
Yeah.
And I think the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe set of DLC wrapping up now, I think speaks to that more strongly than anything. Like, would we have expected the Switch 2 to release before the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe DLC, like all the different
Oh, no.
tracks that they released?
no,
Like
no.
they were going to do that until, so now it's done. And now just add a couple months and we'll get the next one.
Good question, Yarden. For listeners of the show, Yarden is asking me if I would consider doing Crimes in the Alley over Switch 2. No. As much
What
as I
does that
love my
mean?
Ally and I'm in like a really nice honeymoon phase with it, all of the things that I have learned from trying the Steam Deck and all these different handhelds, even the Ally, is that all I really want is just a better Switch. And when I get a better Switch, all of this other stuff will kind of fall in line behind the better Switch. That's the
Yeah.
only reason I was ever really interested in it. I
Yeah.
just want a better Switch. And I think
Yeah.
when Nintendo gives me the better Switch, like when I had my Switch and it was the best I could had, I will then go right back to Switch and buy all my games on there like I always have.
Sure. Yeah.
The reason I'm not is because I can buy them, you know, on the Steam and Ally, but I'm not gonna try to run emulate. Like emulation is cool if you don't have a better way of doing it. It's never as good as the native experience. It never is. It always leaves something to desire. I have Wind Waker HD running on the Ally.
Yeah.
I would rather play it on an actual Switch release.
For sure. Yeah.
You know, just like with the control, like it's just not 100% right, you know? So, yeah, no, I wouldn't do that. It's a good question though. I understand why you'd ask.
Crimes.
And I do think even when I do get the Switch 2, I think it'll be like it is now, where I am now with the Switch and the PC, where I'll grab some indie games on Switch, especially if they're timed exclusives. I'll get them there.
Yeah.
Like I won't wait. But then there'll be other Switch exclusives that I go, I'll get that on PC and I'll get it cheaper on PC. You know, but I'll split my time between those two platforms. I'm sure.
I don't know that I want a second portable, to be honest with you. I feel like the Switch kind of just has totally owned that for me.
Yeah.
And maybe it takes me to have one to
nice to have like a unified, you know, thing. But like there's certain things, I mean, again, there's certain things my Switch can't do. But like again, if the Switch 2 can, you know, if the Switch 2 can play GTA, the trilogy, without any sacrifices and stuff, I'm sure I would play it there. You know, I wouldn't play it on my Ally if it can play it as good as my Ally.
It's easy for me to say that because all I have is a Switch, but even, like I took the bus home today from work and I'm like, what PC games could I have played there?
Yeah.
You know, maybe that's exactly what I need. Like I'm saying,
and to me,
it's
that's really what my Ally is. It's not like a Switch replacement. It's a Steam extension.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I've got my big rig here at home to play my Steam games on, and then Ally allows me to take that experience with me. You know, and the Switch is like its own, like they don't compete, they complement. They're not rivals, they're partners.
It's when you mentioned indie, that's where it kind of clicked for me. Right. Because when I generally think, when the first thing that comes to mind when I think PC gaming, it's like keyboard, mouse, I'm leaning in, I'm getting into detail, like that kind of thing. But that's not all the games I have on PC. And a lot of them I'm getting super cheap indie games. I could play Sea of Stars on PC or on a handheld PC, that kind of thing.
Well, I do the dumb thing, and I'm not sure. I mean, I think most people might be able to back me up on this, but I'll throw this out there and let you respond. I do the thing where like I'll label like this indie game, that's a Switch game. Yeah. That indie game, that's a PC game. You know, like, and it may be marketing. I don't know. Like, the thing that comes to mind instantly is a Highland song comes out on Switch next week, and I'm going to buy it and play it. And I'm going to get it on Switch. I can get it on PC, but I'm going to get it on Switch.
Interesting.
Because I think it's like a very right at home on Switch type game. It looks like nothing's going to be lost. Like it'll play great there, you know? So I'm going to get it on Switch.
That's really it. I think of it in a similar way. Like, is there anything that's going to be like, is there going to be hiccups?
A lot of
stuff.
Another way of putting it, a lot of my indie games that I'm going to buy day one, if I'm a day one indie game and I can get it on Switch, I'm typically going to get on Switch.
Okay.
The ones I don't get on Switch are the ones that I'm like, I don't need to play, but like I kind of want to play.
Yep.
I'm happy to wait to get them as cheap as possible on Steam.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
if I can have patience, then I'll wait for Steam. If I can't have patience, like I want it now, then I'm probably going to get it on Switch if I can.
Yarden says, question for Sean: would you ever go strictly PC over buying the next Xbox? I'll never say never. But I think that my relationship with Xbox right now is as tenuous as it's ever been. Baby.
Wow, I didn't know this was going on with you.
I don't think I even realized it until just now. Like I want to play on my, like when I think about like where I want to play, I'm playing a lot on Switch right now. Like Xenoblade is really taking over, and that's been super fun for me. Even though the eShop experience there is so bad, and so much of my video game experience is shopping. Like, it's amazing that I'm still on Nintendo.
Yeah, but their web
Should be the
experience
other
is
way.
though pretty stellar though.
Very good, and I just
Yeah.
actually, it's funny you should say that because I just created a shortcut to the eShop on my phone.
Yeah,
So I
the
can just go
web.
straight there,
I haven't used the
wish list
eShop
it.
on an actual console in forever. I just buy
Well, not only
everything through the
that though,
browser.
there's no cart even on the web version. You have to buy
Oh
each game
yeah, you got to do
individually.
it individually. Yeah.
So stupid. So the fact that I buy any games there, like I should be giving up on that. But I don't know. I don't know what it is with Xbox. It's maybe a momentary thing. So I don't know. I like my Xbox to be on my
What happened to
TV.
the Forza love and the Starfield hype and all that? Like, it's just I'm
Forza would
surprised.
be it.
Here we
Forza
are,
would be
November
saving it.
30th, and it's like sounds like I'm
Yeah.
out.
And yeah, I don't know. Playing, and I
You
am
guys,
playing
go home.
actively playing it. I'm playing Alan Wake Remastered right now, and next up is probably Jedi Survivor from the library. You
Nice.
know, the fact that I've got this disc drive in this thing is definitely helping.
Yeah.
I picked up on Xbox sales. I got Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, the one with Kevin Spacey.
I like that one.
I like that one a lot, actually, and it was
It's not as good as
finally
Infinite
picked it up.
Warfare, but it's good.
I mean, that's your opinion, but
It's the right opinion.
I remember liking it. And it's funny, you like, because they are all coming to Game Pass. So, like, what am I doing buying these games? Or they will come to Game Pass, and I'm set
That's
for Game
okay.
Pass until like
Who cares? You don't have to wait.
2075. Then it's there, and I just want it. Damn it!
Yeah.
It was like $20. So between that and like the Black Ops and all these other games, like very just the simple Call of Duty, I like that very much. But yeah, just in this moment, I'm not feeling like super compelled to my Xbox. Mario Wonder came out and Spider-Man 2 came out. I've got a bunch of games on
I think
Steam.
that's it. You just want that big Xbox experience that they haven't had in a minute.
Yeah,
and I feel you on that too. They haven't had that in a minute, but I have been okay with that because of all these other things that we have. Because we play some of the other things, I'm like,
I feel like I had Forza, like Motorsport.
Hellblade's coming.
I really loved it.
Hellblade's coming. I'll wait.
I'm not worried. Yeah, I'm not sitting here like being all doomsday about anything. But depending on when the next Xbox launches and what that lineup looks like and all these other things, like it's very possible that at that time I have a brand new video card and a crazy new PC that I'll be jumping into. Like I don't think PC's going anywhere for me.
You're not turning your back on Xbox if you're playing your Xbox games on PC. Like that is a part of their ecosystem. So like, I mean, I still play my console. I really use it for here's a funny thing with my console. You know what I use it mostly for? Installing gigantic games I don't want to install on my PC.
Yep, it's more storage space for sure.
So like I'm playing like NBA 2K and WWE and Madden and things like that. Like put that over there. All 180 gigs of it.
Yep. Totally.
And I'll play it over there from time to time. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess the short answer to that, would I ever go strictly PC over buying next Xbox? Probably not. Probably not strictly PC. I feel like there's...
Let's put some qualifiers on this. What if the next Xbox is more in line with what we think their approach is that's been leaked? What if it's like an all digital next gen? Then do you go PC?
Probably not. I don't think that would be the deal breaker for me.
Okay.
If it was, I thought you were going to go cloud, then yes, that would be a deal breaker. If it was like the only way to play next Xbox is it's only cloud, I'm not there yet.
Okay.
And I think that my buying habits kind of demonstrate that. Yeah. Like I want to own the stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
You would do it?
Oh, no. Because I really enjoy streaming on the Ally is fantastic.
Yep.
It's the screen, it's FSR. I don't know, like all the whiz bangs that it does. Maybe it's just the high refresh rate. Yep. I don't know what it is, but it's incredible. GeForce Now, PlayStation Plus, Xbox. I've never enjoyed streaming games more than when I stream them right here on the screen.
Yeah.
And even then, I only do it like in a pinch. It's not something that I actively want to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's great. Like it literally is great. Like I play a whole game like it. I'm like, this is fantastic. And I still don't do it.
Dude, it's so funny because as I'm saying these things, like if it's all cloud, I'm out.
It's not going to be all cloud. I don't even
but at the same
time, go too far down this route.
Right. Well, but the thing is, lately I've been playing Alan Wake late at night, and all I want to do is like just move up to bed, but keep playing. Like I would, so that would speak to more of like a cloud type.
Get your little backbone, hook up your little remote play.
Yep.
Take it with you.
Like, why wouldn't I? Why am I not doing that? I even have an iPad that totally works.
Yeah.
Remote play. I actually have an Xbox controller in my bedside table. Like it's all there. I could totally do that. So if they had like a device that allows me to do more of that stuff, Yeah, because I think what I would imagine from like Xbox is a more affordable add-on rather than an entire system in the handheld that you get with the Steam Deck or the Ally.
Ally.
Like
Yeah.
it's a whole system, and I don't know that I need a whole other system. I just need
Yeah,
a
but I hear
peripheral.
what you're saying. Again, my Ally Love is not going to allow that to go unchecked. You're going to get your Steam,
Mhm.
and you're going to get
I
EA
know.
and Origins and Ubisoft game. You get all that
It's a
with it.
it's a cost thing more than anything. It's just like,
I was just about to say, if we could get you an Ally on the cheap,
mhm.
like I
Oh,
think
I'd
it
be
would,
in.
yeah, you
Totally.
would change it. Like if we could get you
Totally
an
would be
Ally for
in.
$200, I know it's a big sell, but like if we
Mhm.
could, if it was possible, if I was like, you know what, Sean, I'm gonna buy another one. You can have mine for $200. You be all in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
probably.
totally.
I get
Yeah,
it.
it's a
It is expensive.
I
I
need
get
to
it.
plan a
That's a
purchase like
big
that.
luxury.
That's not one that I can just kind of like, "Oh, I have that now."
Now, here's the thing, though. If you do get one of these, I'm not trying to sell you on it, but this Backbone thing, right?
Yeah.
You get one of these and you get an old phone, and it is like
Mhm.
a little Switch Lite that
You
does
just
all
have
the
it.
Game Pass and Xbox stuff.
Mhm.
You know, like it is that.
Mhm.
It is that.
The controller's good, like, the buttons feel good,
Yeah,
like, they're not
yeah. This is
squishy,
great.
like
I,
yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to. Again, I'm not trying to sell you on it, but I've had it for a week. I
Mhm.
really like it. I'm using it way more than I thought I would.
Yeah.
I'm playing like Oceanhorn, and I'm playing Everybody's Golf, and
Those are
it's
good games,
fun.
but Everybody's Golf, that blows me away. Like, that's you need to be accurate with your button pushes,
Yeah,
the
no, this is
timing and
good.
everything.
And it's Switch like. It's
Mhm.
Switch Lite like. And when I
Right.
handed it to my wife, she was playing Stardew,
Yep.
and I gave it to her, and she was like,
Ooh.
and her first thing, she grabbed it, she moved, like I'm talking 5 seconds. It was a tactile response.
Yeah.
She grabbed it, she moved the character, she pressed the button, and she goes, "Oh, it's like a Switch Lite."
Oh,
That was her
wow.
response. Like it is,
Yeah.
it's just a Switch Lite.
Such a genuine reaction, like, that's something you're not faking, you're not doing it for clout, you're not like, it's just
Yeah.
like, "Oh,"
No.
like, that's just
Yeah, she
yeah,
was
how it
like,
came out.
"Oh, it's just you've turned your phone into a Switch Lite. This is neat."
That's
And
cool.
then she played it for like an hour and a half, you know?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely times where I've wanted that, like, I think Life is Strange is a good example of that, where I played most of it in some sort of remote play, like, either my iPad or my phone or something, but with those old, contraptions that would connect to
Yeah,
a
like the damn
controller.
brace and the stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
too
That's
much.
why I was yeah, this is better because, it clips out
Mhm.
and you just pop it out and you can throw it in the backpack and
Look at
just have it
that.
around. It's pretty simple. I don't know
Yeah.
if you've got old phones or things. Like I've
Oh,
dedicated a phone to this experience.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I am not the type of person that, like, wants to use my phone, quote unquote,
Right.
because I
Yeah.
don't want to use my phone. I don't want to have notifications and thing. I don't want to drain my battery. Like there's all kinds of
Mm,
reasons I've never wanted to use my phone.
that makes
And I'm not.
sense.
I'm not using
Yeah.
my phone. I'm using this old
Mhm.
phone that doesn't do any of that on it,
I mean,
you
not a
know?
surprise to anybody, but I get distracted quite easily. There's this thing in Alan Wake Remastered. I don't remember if this was there in the first one. I don't think it was. There are QR codes, at least one per chapter, and you scan them with your phone, and it takes you to a YouTube video of like the modern Alan Wake
Yeah.
actor just
Yeah.
giving you a 1 minute little thing. And like I did
Remedy
that
loves
the
this
first.
shit. They love
They
doing this
really
so
do.
much, and it's really not my thing. This is why I don't like Quantum Break.
Well, and that's funny, like, it's exactly what I was thinking of, but not only that, like, it's the if you already don't like it, you're gonna hate this, but
Yeah.
on top of that, it's literally taking you out of the game, out of the console, out of the like, it's not like you scan the QR code and it shows up on the like, it on your Xbox or anything. You're looking at your phone now. So to your point about notifications and getting distracted, like, I finished this 1 minute video about Alan Wake that I'm thinking is supposed to immerse me into the story, and then I close YouTube, and then I'm on Discord, and then
Yeah, of
I'm on
course.
Twitter, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, shit, I forgot I was playing Alan Wake
Yeah.
Remastered here." So,
That's why I never
it
wanted to mess with my phone in that regard.
that's smart.
So I
Yeah.
gotta have like this demilitarized phone, this little DMZ phone. It's off the grid, and nobody mess
Yeah.
with me when I'm playing my little phone games.
It's a good idea, and I have, like, work emails on my phone, so, like, yeah,
Yeah,
I'd be mixing
you don't
all
want
that
to do that
together.
either. Yeah,
That's too much. Yeah.
yeah. Gaming
You'll
is a
get me
very
one of these
isolated
times.
thing. It's a
Yeah.
singular. It's a solo experience for me. I don't want to be bothered
Yeah.
by anybody.
Well, I yearn for those moments where I'm so in it. I'm so like enjoying what I'm playing where I'm not distracted. It's so seldom because I feel like I'm getting more and more distracted as time goes on. But every once in a while, I'd be like, oh snap, where did the last like 3 hours go? How did that
Yeah,
happen?
it's a good.
I
That's a
live for
good
that.
feeling.
I
Yeah.
feel like you get that more than I do. I feel like
Mhm.
that allows you to play more games. Probably the most focused I am, which isn't saying a lot, is when I'm streaming, because it's like I'll be here for 3 hours. But if I'm like playing by myself, like down here, like
That
who
makes some
knows?
sense because when you do the streams, you're setting aside, you're making time for the game. I
Yeah.
do the same thing. Like I have my windows that you refer to,
Mm-hmm.
but like I'm moving
But
my
just for you.
schedule around. I'm making that time
Yeah,
available so I can sit there for 3 hours. We've
totally.
talked about this before. The reason I don't stream is, and I'm always in awe of like you when you do it, is it seems so distracting.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even I feel bad. I'll be in your stream just talking to you.
Yeah.
You've got all these people talking to you, you've got a chat going on, you've got emotes and things are popping on the screen. And every time I see people doing, I'm like, this looks awful.
Mm.
Like I'm trying to play the game.
Funny enough, like maybe that in and of, I'm not a doctor. That might be in and of itself like the sign of ADD or ADHD, where I'm like all the distractions like hone
Yeah.
me in, you know, like
Because I've heard, and I think, you know, the thing that I've often thought about, the thing that clicked in with me more than ever, I've talked to her about Rebecca with this because she does the streaming quite a bit. So for her, a lot of her memories when she played games as you know, a child
I
were
know where you're going
playing
with this.
with people.
Totally.
You
Yeah.
know, it is a multiplayer experience, whether you're in the room together, whether you're sharing a controller, you're
Yep.
playing with friends, playing with your dad. Whereas I grew up playing games like completely alone in my room.
Mm-hmm.
It was an escape from
Yeah.
from reality. It was forget about everything that's going on outside that door.
Yep.
And I'm doing this. And then like it very
Totally.
much just, you know, you talk about nature versus nurture. You just fast forward the decades and
Yep.
we are still doing the same thing.
Yeah.
You know, to her, it's a
That
multiplayer
totally makes
experience.
sense.
She gets
That
more out
totally
of the
makes sense.
games when she's talking about it, sharing with all these other people.
Mhm.
Whereas I definitely do not.
Dude, probably the best 2 hours of, well, really the majority of time that I was playing Tears of the Kingdom this year was either day one on stream with Seth, where we're playing the same thing at the same time, or at Extra Life, where Yon32 made a bid to determine what games we were going to play for between like 10 and 12. And he's like, Sean's going to play Tears of the Kingdom for 2 hours. And that was the most fun I had with that game, was with
The
other
whole time
people.
with people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's good.
I mean, I feel like I need help. Like that, maybe it's a
I was gonna say, did
unique
you keep playing?
situation. I'm like,
Did you go back?
no, but I want
No,
like not on
no,
my own.
absolutely not. Donnie, that
No,
wasn't the
definitely
point.
not.
Don't bring that up.
The point is, I had help. I had Sherpas, and I think I might need that more and more. This might be my future.
Yeah,
This
Tears
is
of the Kingdom is a good game to have something like that with. Yeah.
totally,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, what should we do? You know, I'm hoping that maybe the next time that we record Sweet Hangs, I'll tell you all about how Lincoln and I are totally into Super Smash Brothers. Because
Oh.
for years he's told me he doesn't like it. He didn't when he was younger. He didn't like when the characters got flung off the stage that they came back. For whatever reason, that broke his brain, and he did not like that at all. That was
multiple
and he's
lives.
just, I guess so.
But you can do
And
like one stocks. You could change that.
don't have to change it now anyways, because I
He's all in
just
it.
installed it on his 2DS, like it's modded and everything, and it's just there. I'm like, one day maybe he'll just like fire this up and he'll like it, and it has happened.
Get some amiibos. Get him
Mhm.
going.
Oh, he doesn't even know the amiibo magic yet.
Oh wow.
He doesn't even know that yet. So
Jack
and
went
it-
on like an 8-year kick with Smash.
nice
From like
yes.
Wii U, like all the way through the Switch, man. My kid was a Smash fiend
Yeah,
until he wasn't. I don't think he's
Yeah.
played Smash in like 2 or 3 years.
yeah.
It's just
I
like
think of him every time Halo
used
comes
to
up
do
on
it.
the online.
He's still playing it. He's playing it today.
He's a trailblazer, man. Did you see?
I
it's
was
like,
thinking,
it's more
Jason
played
was
than-
telling me he was playing Halo Infinite. I'm like, I'm telling you, the real ones are here. They're out here
Mhm.
playing some Halo Infinite. They're like,
Yeah.
all right, y'all came and said what you wanted to say about the game. You've moved on. We're still here. We're still playing
Yeah.
it. Jack
Yeah.
has a squad. They Halo Infinite every week.
I love it. I
Yeah.
love it.
Like it's still going. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
He loves
Well,
it. His new thing is The Walking Dead. He's been
Oh.
playing all of the Walking Dead games.
the
I got him
Telltale games.
I got him started on the first one
Yeah.
because he was telling me he was like I really want to play like a, you know, like a he was telling me like a very like a story game, like a really like emotional game. And I was like, oh, for sure, The Walking Dead.
Good recommendation.
And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh yeah. And I was like, it made me cry.
Yeah.
He was like, what?
2012's game of the year.
He was like, what? You cried at a video game? I was like, yeah. And then he came to me and he beat the first one in tears. I was like, yeah, I get it, kid.
Oh,
And
man.
and he loved it so much. I think he may have rolled credits on the final season today.
Hell yeah, that's
Like
awesome.
he's just been doing nothing but that all month. That and Halo.
Donnie, I played the original Walking Dead game, the Telltale game, on my iPad, and I was pumped about it.
Really?
Yeah, I played on my
Rebecca
iPad.
always tells me the story. She played Life is Strange on a phone. I'm like, what?
Mhm. Yeah.
But Yeah,
I don't have
wow.
too many stories like that. That was like I bought an iPad, whatever, iPad 2, I think it was, and I was really just trying to keep an open mind to mobile games. Like I had very much like a this is dumb. Who needs this? And I played one of the best games of that year, and it happened to
Sure.
be on
And that
iPad.
that was right when I kind of like that's when I got really back into games,
Totally.
was
Same.
around that time.
Hmm.
Like my high school, like I had emancipated myself and moved out. So like my junior and senior year, man, I had so many jobs and was working.
Hmm.
And then we got pregnant and I was working like nights and overtime. So like maybe like 2000 like 4 or 5ish to like 2008 or 9. They're not a blank spot in my gaming, but like gaming was on the back burner.
Sure.
I was
Yep.
only catching like a highlight release every now and again, playing a lot of my favorites, games I already owned. I wasn't spending money on games like, like that. And then like I got a new job in 2009 and I
Hmm.
got settled and they're like right around then like 2010, 11, 12, that's when like it really started to ramp back up. And I was like, now I've got money, I've got time, I've settled things. Now I can start doing anything. I'm catching up with things. I'm buying new releases
Yep.
the first time again. Yeah. And then like I took off on that rocket from there through like Married to the Games, through PSVG and all that to now.
I was just thinking that, like, it's exactly the same. We found the same wave.
We really did. Yeah. We were kind of on that together.
Because that was around the time Chelsea and I think met in 2011, maybe 2011, 2012, like right in there. And she was a gamer. Like, and that was when it was okay. Well, this could be the rest of my life. Like, if I'm going to be with someone who likes video games, I don't have to, like, I can drop the whole, I'm only kind of into this
Yeah.
kind of bit. Like, and we got to do stuff together. Like, we played Borderlands 1 and 2, like crazy together on PS3. Back then we had a LAN connection together. Like, that really mattered.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, Married
Oh,
to the
yeah.
Games, Podcast Beyond. We started our own stuff in 2015-ish.
Hmm. Yeah.
Like we always think about like the class of 2015, 2016,
Yeah. Yeah.
Bobby in there too. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
us.
that
And The
totally the
Walking Dead
same.
is one of those, it's like the few games that like out of that time that I really remember. I remember playing like Journey, like things that really stood out more than like, like the common fare. And
Right.
I remember playing The Walking Dead. I remember I was in my bedroom. I was playing with headphones on at the end of my bed. My wife was asleep. It was
Yeah.
around 1 a.m. when I can beat Walking Dead season 1, and I was just sobbing. Like I was
Yeah.
I was a crybaby, and my wife woke up. She's like, "What the hell is going on with you?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "This game is beautiful." And she's like, "What?"
I know, right? The Walking Dead.
Yeah, never. I don't think I ever came a quarter as impacted, like on a sensitivity level, as that game got me. Like it really put games in like a whole different stratosphere for me.
Yep.
Because up until that point, it was sports and gun fodder and just funny jokes and stuff like that. And like it was always kind of flippant.
Yep.
And then I was like,
Maybe it
oh,
would scare you.
it like it it broke into like a new era of appreciation.
Totally.
Like The
And guess
Walking
what
Dead
was the
brought me
next
there.
year? 2012 was Walking Dead.
Last of Us.
2013 was The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Like, good
Just
God.
keep that ride going.
Let's just keep crying, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, what a time. And that's when you asked me earlier about like the Game Awards and like what I want. Like, dude, like we've been around this game a long time and we've been blown away. So it's the chasing the dragon thing.
Yeah, you
Like,
are. And you're right. We are chasing the dragon. The difference is I think I've come to realize that with all that we've done for everything like that's fleeting feeling. I'm
yeah,
like, you can want to have it, but you can't expect it.
I
You can't
know.
depend on it. You
Yeah.
can't, that can't be the standard for which we hold things to. Because
Yeah.
otherwise you're just going to live perpetually underserved.
Yeah. It's got to be as good as A Link to the Past.
It's got to
or
be one of the
yeah,
most memorable experiences I've ever had.
ever.
Right. And like,
Exactly.
honestly, Breath of the Wild, like, you brought it
Mhm.
up, like Breath of the Wild was like that, maybe that next one
Yeah.
that really you started to chase that feeling, and not in a different way completely, right? Of course, not in an emotional level, but in a completely different way.
Yep.
But like that really got that energy going
Mhm.
in a way that most games don't. And yeah, that is a fleeting feeling.
It's honestly the closest and maybe more recent was probably something like Assassin's Creed Odyssey. That game just clicked for me
You love
so
that
great.
game.
I do love
I
that.
always remember that. You
That
love
generation
that
of
game.
Ubisoft though, like all of it. Watch Dogs 2, it's right there with it.
Oh no, it's not.
For me, I love it. And I know
Dev does too. So does Kevin. Kevin loves the game. I've never been into Watch Dogs at all, and any of them.
That's the only one that I didn't like. Legion. I didn't really like the first one. It's just the Watch Dogs 2 for whatever reason, just like playable. And your point earlier about Planet of Lana or Under the Waves, it was your better game, and what do you like better? What's your top?
Yeah,
like similar kind of things.
I enjoyed this one more than the other one, even though I realized the other one's a better game.
I probably now I take it. I think I would say Assassin's Creed Odyssey is the better game, and I enjoyed it more. But still, despite Watch Dogs 2 not being like this masterpiece, I enjoyed it like better than I should have, I guess, is maybe what I'm trying to get at here.
I get it.
Yeah.
I think half of PSVG loved that game. I was always the one on the outs of that one. I just never really got into the Watch Dogs.
Just fun. Just to your point about Grand Theft Auto, just whatever you want to do.
Driving.
Yeah.
It always took me out of it so much. Everybody's like, why are you driving? I just thought you had to drive. That's what we were doing.
Fast travel. Yeah. Yeah. So maybe I'll be surprised. Maybe my expectations just kind of get lulled into.
I'm waiting for Skull and Bones to blow you away. Like it's going to set you on a new path.
Maybe it's Avatar. Maybe I don't even have to wait that long.
It could be that.
Maybe Avatar will be the one.
You know, Hellblade was in that space for me. When I played Hellblade for the first time, I was like, dude, this is next level. This is dope.
Hellblade 2 for me is like, and again, might be impossible expectations. I want it to be a totally different game. Like, I don't want it to be much like the first game at all. Same characters, obviously, perspective, whatever, but like bleed my eyeballs out of their skulls with the graphics on this. Like, give me an experience that is so dark and like put me into this world that I can't even believe.
To me, I'm all about the story.
Yeah.
You know, I'm one with like Senua. I'm just like there for that. Like the rest of it is whatever. I just want to like just keep this saga going. I want to hear more. Like I want to know more about this.
I want the experience. I want the visuals to be amazing. I want to put a good set of headphones on and get that whole thing. Turn off.
People really didn't like you know, it's a small game. It was made by a small team. But I remember, if I recall, when I was playing it and loved it, we had Tyler at the time, Kevin. And several folks really didn't like the puzzles that you do in Hellblade. And they are kind of, you know,
like lining things up. Like
it's not eventful. You know, they're just not very all that exciting. But I really like the slow combat and like the deliberate combat and almost like the haunting way that like the characters would just kind of like slowly walk towards you.
Yep.
It all just kind of sat well with me. I was like, this is really cool.
It was Souls-like-ish in its combat. Like you definitely had to be wary of your parries. You got to block well. You had to strike at the right time. Like that's, you know, maybe as close to a Soulsborne game that it gets to.
Yeah, not hard by any means. It wasn't hard combat, but very deliberate and was kind of scripted.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of want to, you know, speaking of games have been in development forever. Like I'm looking forward to that gigantic evolutionary step. Like I don't want it to feel much like the first game at all, just because
it shouldn't
had so much time with it.
You know, it shouldn't. They've gotten so much extra funding and whatnot versus that game. It shouldn't.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Control was kind of like that for me too. Not full blown, but like I remember when I started playing Control, maybe like 3-5 hours in, I was like, this is fun, but like what's going on?
Yeah.
And then you get to some of their set pieces and I was like, holy shit, dude, this game is awesome.
Yeah.
You know,
Control is very much like Jedi Knight. What was the Respawn game? The first one, Jedi. The new one is Fallen Order. I feel like those occupy similar spaces for me, like the powers, like being a Jedi and throwing things around and things like I like that kind of stuff. Like when everything starts to click, and as long as I can understand it all, it's like, yeah, it feels cool. I like that. So but I don't know that that's not necessarily coming with Hellblade, but Control is a good game, man. And a lot of people get carried away and get taken by set pieces. And I feel like we've seen so many that it is hard. That's another chasing the dragon. Can you be wowed by a set piece? You know, like
do you
ever have the train from Uncharted?
Another way to put that is think of just how far we've come in such a short amount of time.
Totally.
Yeah. How different games were. We were just talking about how different games were in 2012.
What comes
You
to
know, we're
mind for me,
talking
like
like
when you say set pieces,
Battle
the
Block
first thing,
Theater and
wow,
Fez, and like these were highlight releases at the time. You know,
yeah,
like Journey and things like that. And now we're like basically making like $200 million motion picture video
motion
games.
pictures, totally, yeah.
Yeah.
When one of the most memorable missions for me, when I was like, I can't believe what I'm experiencing right now, and it'd be totally quaint to go back to it, is first mission of Modern Warfare, Call of Duty 4, where you're on the ship and you go in, you do the thing, and then something hits something attacks the ship, and you got to get out of there.
Yeah.
I remember feeling like I was on that ship, like getting out and jumping and
I
just
think
barely making it.
it was the sloshing,
Yep,
you
totally.
know. They
Yeah,
harken back to that in Modern Warfare 2 when you're on the ship and all the things are moving and everything.
yeah,
They try to
everything's
go back to that. It's the
tilted.
sloshing and the moving and the draining and the
Yep.
waters in your eyes. I mean, it was very immersive.
Yep.
That level.
That's a bar that has to be topped for me. And
I think it's funny you didn't mention the nuke, because in my opinion, every time I think about it, I'm like, dude, that game went there.
Yep.
Like it totally went there. It had the balls to just go for it.
Yep. They just launched, and I'm like, they're not getting away
Yeah.
from. Oh, they don't get away from this.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're like,
damn.
whoa.
like that's so unrealistic. It's like right there, and then oh crap, like
Yeah, dude, it was
yeah,
so good. I love Modern Warfare.
so good.
I boot up
Mhm.
Modern Warfare Remastered every 6 weeks or so,
It's a
and
good
I'll just like run a level.
I feel like
Do
it
love that
came.
game.
I feel like it came to PS Plus once upon a time. I think I had that free on PlayStation because of that.
That's one of those other games that I have like everywhere I have games. I
Yeah,
have it on my Ally. It's installed.
Modern Warfare is special. Like
Yeah.
that original Modern Warfare, like that was basically Respawn who did that.
Okay.
So that's a good one.
And I really like
I want to play old games next year.
I really like Modern Warfare 2 too. I love that
Mhm.
whole like invasion, you know, Red Dawn angle. Like that stuff is thrilling. It's a lot of fun.
Yep.
Going through neighborhoods and swing sections. So that's cool.
Yeah. I could just play old Call of Duty games. Who needs new stuff?
I was just talking about how Homefront last night on the show.
Oh,
I
nice.
was like,
Yep.
I wish Homefront would come back. It's like,
I
I think that's why we were joking, but I actually think it's probably true. I think the reason why I keep trying to make myself like The Division is that I secretly just miss Homefront.
nice.
It's like the closest I'm getting to it.
Yeah.
You know, so I keep trying to play The Division and it's just not what I want it to be.
It's not working. Yeah.
I played the story to recap it is we were talking about Homefront or The Division. What is it called? The new one that's coming out.
Oh yeah,
Homeland, Heartland.
Heartland. Yeah, yeah.
That's the new one that's coming out, and it just got rated, so it's probably gonna
Yep.
be released soon, maybe announced soon, right?
Yeah.
I played the alpha for it. I was in the beta test.
Yeah.
And because I wanted to, like, I'm gonna get on the ground floor in a Division game. I'm gonna be there for one and finally get in it. And I just don't like them.
Yeah.
Like I've tried all three of them at this point, and it's like I get in there and they're like, and go talk to the people and get your loot and upgrade. This is the purple weapon and get this battle pad. I'm like, I just hate all of this. I just hate like just the DNA of these games. I just hate.
Yep, Destiny,
You know?
Diablo. Yeah,
It's like I want just do the Division, but make it Gears. Like just like stop doing this and do that, and I'll love it forever.
Just wait until they turn Gears into that.
Sean, Sean, do not go there.
Totally see it. You know, they had semi-open worlds. They had, you know, non-linear kind of.
Those I was there for. I liked those.
Yeah, I liked it too.
You're right. You're right. They do season stuff. We're not that far away, but if they go that full, like, could you imagine a Gears of War looter shooter? Oh God,
I could. I totally.
That
could.
sounds awful.
I
just
absolutely
awful.
Could play it forever.
As long as it's like a separate thing, sure. But like if they actually try to make that a mainline Gears game, I'd
kind of like
super upset.
I'd kind of be okay. I'd be okay with it as a separate thing.
It's just if it was its own thing, then it's just like Warzone. I love Call of Duty.
Totally.
I just don't play Warzone. I don't care. Like
there.
it's its own thing. Right. If anything, it's like, separate it. Let those people stay over there.
Do we have any reason to believe that Gear 6 is anywhere even close? Like, are they even working on it? Like,
I think they're
like
working on it for sure. But
aside
close,
from the fact that it's,
like define close.
I'm not even saying close, like that they're even working, that we should get even an announcement, even an
I think
indication that it's happening.
So I said this a couple weeks ago. I think we see Gears something this year. I think we will be shown Gears this year.
I heard you say that. Like what?
Yeah, I do.
I don't.
Because
I had one of those like podcast moments where I responded to you.
But I think it's 2025.
Sure.
I think at E3, I think this year is Hellblade, probably Avowed, right?
Yep.
They start to catch up and they start to release some things, and I think Gears is the next teaser. I think Gears is the next game that they go, let's show it. We're showing you what we're working on, and it's Gears of War, and it's 2025. You know, it's later.
I don't know why, but I feel like we're getting something Halo before that, and that doesn't make any sense. As I say, like there's no way. Like
So I'll give you
totally changed the
my
team.
I'll give you my elevator pitch on why I think this. It really goes back to Jeff, but like I'm looking up now. I mean, Gears 5 was 2019. It's been a minute.
Totally, and that's kind of where I'm trying to check myself, where it's
they
like,
worked on the
Gears
Matrix
6
demo
comes after Gears 5.
Well, they worked on the Matrix demo, and then there was rumors going around in like 2020 when the consoles launched that Coalition was going to work on like a smaller IP.
Yeah, something non-Gears. Yeah,
non-Gears related.
The hardware.
And that was like the thing for like 6 months, and then out of nowhere, I'm not sure if anybody caught it, but Jeff Grubb was like, yeah, they're not doing that anymore.
Yeah, I remember that.
I think it was like right after like Halo kind of didn't go so well. And you could tell like maybe the decision was like, we need Gears.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we know you want to do this, but we need Gears. And I believe that it makes like all those dots connect to me.
Yeah.
If I was sitting around the Xbox briefing room at that moment in time when all of your first party games are not doing so hot and Starfield's getting delayed, if I was in that chair, I too would be like, guys, we need a Gears game. Like, for the love of God, come save us
within the next 6 years. The thing that jumps out to me, and I don't know, maybe it's just this is not the news that we would get, is who's leading the team. Like the narrative lead had left Coalition a number of years ago.
I just assumed that they
Santa Monica,
and
I just don't know, like, would we get that like announcement? Like, Rod Ferguson was there, he's now with Diablo, so in his stead, it's this person. Like, I feel like we would know that. Like, I feel like when
I think they did announce that when Rod left, they announced who it was. I just don't know them, so I don't remember.
Right? Maybe that's. I mean, yeah, he's a very storied.
Yeah, it's not like notable. It's like all these people at Xbox just got promoted. We don't know any of them but Sarah Bond.
Right. Yeah.
So it's just like they're like we've promoted 50 people, and it's like, okay, but we know Sarah Bond and Matt Booty have new roles because that's the only people we really know.
Who is the head of the Coalition? Like, if I say that, it's gonna be like.
But like, what else would? And I think, and to be my own devil's advocate, it doesn't have to be Gears. They could save that space for like if id is ready to show something, if they've got Doom or whatever they're doing, or Wolfenstein. But like, for whatever reason, I think it's Gears. Yeah, I think we see or hear Gears by the end of the year. I think they say something about Gears because Gears is going to rile up their fan base in a way. And maybe it's like this long lost Wanted Phoenix collection that I think is just like a rumor. Maybe that's it though. Like, it could be a remaster project. I don't think it is. But maybe it is. But it feels Gears. The timing feels right for Gears to do something with Gears. It feels about right. We were just talking about this on Shaq. I think the timing is right for Life is Strange. I think we're on the precipice for Life is Strange something soon. I think by the time 2024 ends, we will know something about the next Life is Strange game. That makes sense to me.
I think you're right about that. A man named Mike Crump is the studio head of the Coalition. What the hell has he done?
Crump we trust.
He's been with the Coalition for 8 years, 6 months. Before being studio head, he was director of operations.
Yeah, see, I just assumed when people left, they just bring people up.
Studio manager for Black Tusk, which was the Coalition.
Oh, so he's been there a long time. Oh, that's a good veteran to be in charge of it then.
He was executive producer starting in February of 2010 with Microsoft. So he's been with Microsoft since 2010.
Yeah, and they're not bringing Rod back. Rod left. He wanted to leave. Like he's not
with Xbox now.
Yeah,
he's not going back to Gears.
He's not going back to the Coalition. No, he wanted to leave. He's leaving. He's gone. I think that chapter's closed. He's not coming back.
Totally. I agree. And he was working on all the Gears. Like, people think about Cliffy B in the early days, but he was there with Epic.
Yeah.
Before that.
So
Mike Crump, son of a gun. Well, at least they got someone running the show over there. So who knows? Maybe there's something going on.
And like how this goes. They're going to announce the games that are coming soon, but they're always going to have that teaser. Yeah. And Xbox has had too many of those, but like they can't stop it. They're going to have another one.
Yep.
And of all the games, like Perfect Dark and Fable, like I think Gears comes out before those games.
I would kind of want that. Yeah.
I mean, I have way more faith in the Coalition than
I mean, and we've talked about this maybe before too, but I actually think we get more of that collection and then Gears 6.
So you believe
if
in the
there's something in
collection
between,
rumors?
I think so. Yep. And I
So
would
what
like
do
that
you
very
think it'll
much.
be then? So 1 through 3? Because my whole
Oh,
thing with
man.
this has always been people. The rumor was Phoenix Collection 1 through 3 remastered, right?
Yeah.
But they already remastered 1.
Yeah, but it could be better.
I know that, I agree with you. So like that's where I wanted to take the conversation, because if you're remaking 1 through 3, like really doing it,
Yeah.
I am fucking on board.
Like
That sounds
Unreal
great.
Engine 5. That'd be
Yeah,
nuts.
like that sounds amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's like what they did with Gears 1, then I'm less excited.
Yeah,
because they're already backwards compatible and up-resed and enhanced. Like they're already really good.
I know, isn't that funny?
So unless you're gonna like really go for it, like that feels like a waste of time. Like I'd rather you be making Gears 6.
That's probably like the more realistic way of looking at it. I never look at it in that opportunity cost way. And I know that it should be impossible to separate them, but I'm like, I'm good with that.
Okay.
Like I'm okay with it being, if that's what gives me my little taste of Gears, that's totally fine.
Well, I'm like I said, I'm for it. I want it to be great. Like if they're gonna if they're gonna make a collection, then I want it to be more than Last of Us Remastered 2.
1,000%.
Really do it. If you're gonna do it well.
My assumption I'm not talking about is that it wouldn't push, maybe to your point, it's not going to push Gears 6 that much further out. It would actually like kind of remind everybody why Gears is great just in time to play the next Gears. Like that's kind of how I'm timing this in my mind.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Is we get maybe 1 year, and you kind of see Nintendo doing that a little bit too. You know,
and it didn't even have to be Unreal Engine 5. If it was, it'd be great. But if they truly like, I think if you are promoting a Phoenix Collection, like I want it to be more remake than remaster is ultimately my point. If it's more of a remastered, just collection of remasters, like I kind of think we have that. We already have that. Like it could be a little bit better, but like it's still like pretty good.
Let me put it this way. What I actually want, and I think this is a standard, it should be with every big game series, is the anniversary treatment that Halo gets.
Yes.
Like, let's get that. Like, let's think about these remakes, these remasters in Halo Anniversary. Like, that is funny because, like, that means something. If you've played those games, Halo 1 Anniversary and Halo 2, especially Halo 2 Anniversary.
Yeah. And that's like a big upgrade. It's a noticeable upgrade. Right. So I'm with you there and completely missing. I'm missing the forest for the trees here. I think we both are. Bringing all of those multiplayer maps under one house and back online again is a huge deal.
Totally.
That just falls flat for me because I just don't do multiplayer.
Totally.
I can understand that. So if if they are just going to like up-res 2 and 3, but bring all the online on, that's a worthy collection. And of course I'm still going to buy it. I'm just not that excited if it's just the Gears 1 update. Like I want more than that, because the Gears 1 update is still kind of edgy. Like it's not the best remaster that we've ever had.
I picture it being just very dark, like not really.
It's very gray and edgy. You know, like I want this to be, if we're doing a Phoenix Collection, then I want it to be like the Nathan Drake Collection.
Yes.
Like be excellent, be stellar, because that's what they should be.
Totally.
And I would be, dude, I'm going to be over the moon for anything. Anytime we see the damn Gears logo, I'm going to be excited. But I would be very excited for the Gears 6 thing. For the Phoenix Collection. I think they're doing Gears 6.
I wouldn't be mad about it.
Yeah, I think those dots check out. I think they need it because I don't think Perfect Dark's coming anytime soon. And by all accounts, they're not working on Wolfenstein, right? They're doing Indiana Jones.
That would get me going. Yeah, you're right. It's Indiana Jones, but if Wolfenstein showed up in a way,
that'd be great. That'd be so good.
Yep. Yeah. There are certain things that I just feel like so much has been told to us that like I don't feel like there's much room for a surprise from Xbox.
No, you're right.
You know,
but then they hit us with Hi-Fi Rush not like 8 months ago.
Yeah.
So it's there. There are still little things I think they're holding on to, but you are right. For the most part, we know the roadmap. Yeah. You know, it's very different from PlayStation, where they have I don't have no idea what the hell they're doing next year. Is anybody? Like, what are they doing? Like, we don't know a whole lot going on over there. But just both that can be exciting if you look at it in that way. You're like, it could be anything.
Yep.
Right? It's a surprise. You have the ability to be surprised. Or you could like is very anxiety, like I have no idea what I've signed up for. We have no idea what's coming.
Right. Well, and it all depends on if you are excited for what has been announced. Yarden says, "Do we hear from id this year?" Like, I think that would get me going almost no matter what they have for us.
If they show
Like,
an id
that's a
logo, we're gonna be
studio.
hyped. Yeah.
Totally. That
means something. What they do means something.
Mm-hmm.
Whether they're doing more Doom or if they want to do Quake or whatever, when they show up, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Holy cow. That would be.
I would like to say yes. But you can't have everything, right?
Yeah.
We run into this in Switchland where we all every podcast starts to just start naming every franchise. Right. So I will say, because I believe in Gears, I'll hold on id.
Fair. Yeah.
Yeah. I think id maybe shows up next year because I think Xbox.
I think I'll flip. I'd go the
What
opposite.
is that? What's the other studio I always bring up and forget about? The
Obsidian.
The Contrast studio.
The which one?
The Contrast. They made Contrast in that like terrible BioShock game that they bought. They're the ones doing that South
the
game.
We Happy Few.
Yeah, the We Happy Few studio.
Compulsion Studios.
Compulsion. Thank you.
Yeah.
Culmination.
Compulsion.
So I think their game could be next year.
That is them and Double Fine could really surprise us. Like those are kind of my dark
because maybe it's not like that big of a game, you know. Totally. Like I think that could be the game. So I think, and I think if you think that, then you can start to really kind of wrap up like Hellblade and Avowed. You throw in like a Compulsion game and a surprise other game.
Fable's nowhere close. You think?
No.
Yeah,
no.
I agree.
If I were them, I would go completely quiet on Fable until you're ready to start talking about it.
Totally. Yeah.
Like just like Perfect Dark. Well, we haven't heard Perfect Dark. Like just forget about it for a while.
World's Edge Studios. What is it?
And then the one that I would think is like if we're looking forward, like what I'm thinking right now is I'm thinking those are the games I could see this year. The Compulsion game, Hellblade. I think Avowed is next year. I think Avowed looks great. I mean, I'm very excited for that.
State of Decay 3 could be.
We have. Oh, I was going to say we have all these games that have been delayed, right? So we've got Stalker 2, and so Game Pass is like really set.
Yep.
So if you fast forward to E3, then I think E3 is looking in the future and not so much near term. So at E3 they start talking about 2025, 2026 games, and that's where I was just about to go. So Gears and State of Decay. But it's really not. If you put yourself in June of 2024, talking about 2025 isn't that far away at all.
I guess. Yeah. All you got to do is time travel 2 years, and it's not far at all.
But I don't think it's Fable.
Yeah. Hellblade sooner rather than later could really help things out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an obvious statement as it gets. But like a February Hellblade, that would be nuts.
Oh, that would be insane. No, I think it's like in October. I mean, I'm thinking that's the next fall game.
I think you're right too. But like something in between now and then, like they've got to hit this. This is so cliche to talk about, but it's like, when is this game a quarter thing? And I think this year they technically hit that. But and I'm not necessarily saying it has to be like exactly quarter. They get obviously 2 games within a 2-month period kind of thing.
Sure.
Garrett Blanc says 2025 is new GPU year. That's it's funny you should say that, Garrett, because I was starting the conversation out with like, I don't know when next set of like CPUs, GPUs, like that's the 5000 series. Is that what you mean? I imagine that's what he means.
Yeah. That's how I was taking it.
But yeah, what was the last? Was Forza the last Xbox? No, Starfield. So like this year is actually very good. Like that's the thing. And I shouldn't be in this putsy mood with Xbox because I got my Starfield, I got my Forza. Like those are Sean games. Yeah, we sure did. So like, yeah, like it's not like it's been a year since they've released anything. But it does feel like that in a certain way.
Yeah, no, it does. It's been a lot of delays and a lot of wait, and I think that's going to continue. I'm looking at a roadmap.
They could just have a drop of.
They've got that Towerborn game that could be like your early year game. Hellblade, Avowed. I don't think Fable's anytime soon. I don't think Everwild's anytime soon. I think South of Midnight could be next year.
Yep.
That Clockwork game, Clockwork Revolution that they showed off. I don't think that's next one. I think Contraband could be next year.
Contraband, yep.
Yep. And then
that's the second party thing. That was
Avalanche.
Mad Max Studio. Is that the same one? Yeah.
And then I don't know where Indiana Jones is. I don't know if that's far off or near
Dude,
term.
I
or
couldn't care less about
I neither
Indiana
could. I don't
Jones.
care about Indiana Jones either. I
Like,
don't know why they're doing that.
and that
I'm
sucks because it's
so
like it's a
upset that
huge
like they're
deal.
doing that instead of Wolfenstein. It really bothers me.
You know what? And I just said the whole opportunity cost thing never really occurs to me. In this case, I think I'm gonna change my mind. Like, oh,
really,
you're doing that.
Oh, there's a Kojima game that he's working on with Xbox.
Oh yeah, that'll be 2029.
Oh, you think?
Isn't he doing Death Stranding 2 first?
I don't know. Is he?
Yeah,
I don't
I
do
don't
Death
know.
Stranding. I don't follow.
Neither
It
do
makes
I.
sense. Maybe, yeah. I forgot all about that. That was a thing. There
I
is a
think
Death
it's
Stranding
yeah. I'm like,
too. That makes more sense. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. So like, I'm gonna go on a limb, man. They need Gears. They need it.
yeah. I think you're
Gears
right.
is the bridge that bridges them from
Mhm.
like this avowed Hellblade era that they're in to the Perfect Dark Fable that they're going. They need something to get them there, and I think Gears is the game that gets them there.
You know, and not that
Because
it's
we're not
even
going to get
remotely.
another Horizon, right? Like, there's no Horizon next year.
Can you imagine? Like they
No,
just
there's
come out
not.
and it just goes 6. The thing that we're completely overlooking here is Activision Blizzard. Like, not that we're expecting a new game, I don't think, from any of those studios, but just like all those games
I mean,
coming to
they'll have
Game
a Call of
Pass.
Duty
That's
game.
their that
They'll
well,
have
yeah.
a Call of Duty game, yeah.
Mhm.
That's
But
a big
the
one.
major beat and the next beat, yeah,
the next
not
Call of Duty
nothing.
game will just
Mhm.
roll out into Game Pass. That's a big one.
Or a bunch of the last couple will roll out into Game Pass.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, I think that's the big
I think all of that's
major.
happening. Yeah.
Yeah, and they said, like Phil said, he's not having any surprise drops from Activision in 2023. But I wonder if they could have like some sort of announcement at the Game Awards where like January 1st, like maybe he's being so
Sure. Yeah.
technical. Like I could see January being a big deal for.
Why we talked
Like,
about this on our podcast. I'm not sure if you guys talked on your podcast, but I think they should roll out the Call of Duty games like at SO, like slowly.
I agree. Yep.
Yeah. Every month you get a brand new Call of Duty campaign to go through.
When it sounded like the
Versus
difference
the
between
Bethesda
the two.
thing. Here's every Call of Duty in one day.
Well, and it might be just that they're forced to do it that way more than even just it being a choice. Like with Bethesda, they had that opportunity. They Phil, I think, talked about. They had so much time, and it was a certain thing that it came to a point where they were just able to drop it all. But they didn't know that the Call of Duty or the Activision deal was going to close until like that week, so they hadn't been working on it. So maybe just out of that outcome, you do get this drip feed. And I think that's better anyways. Like maybe they would choose to do it differently, but I'd prefer them to do it as you described. Just give us like a Call of Duty and or like throw World of Warcraft into the subscription at a certain point, like a Game Pass. I don't know. But I feel like anytime that I've been following Xbox, the games have always been one side of it, but it's the other stuff that also has me interested, at the very least, excited in some other cases. Like when they introduced back compat, and when they're gonna like they were the first ones to talk about the next generation console with the Series X. Like it's the other stuff that I still enjoy hearing from Xbox. And so maybe that's the other piece
The
that
service. I mean, that's
I
just
guess so.
like
I hate the
customer
word.
service.
It sounds so lame, but yeah, that is what it is.
It's fan service. I mean, I would
Yeah.
be super excited if they rolled out more backwards compatible titles. It'd be great.
Yeah.
And I mean, Activision is ripe for that. They should be doing that.
Yeah.
I wonder if Activision has another game that we don't know about that's in development.
Guitar Hero. Give us throw in a Guitar Hero.
Well, I think we will, but I think that's some time out.
That'd be good.
But like they did like the Crash Team Rumble. I think that'll show up on Game Pass soon. But like games like that. Like, yeah, they do Call of Duty, but every now and again, every other year or so, they have a Crash game. They have a Tony Hawk. Like,
yep.
Do they have another one like that we just don't know about? Is there something in the hopper?
I wonder what they've been working on
this
whole time. Like they've been
gotta have something. They're not just working on Call of Duty. They have something.
$69 billion. They better have something.
Yeah, I think they do. They probably have something.
I feel like Diablo 4 hits Game Pass before anything else.
Yeah. No, that's an easy one. Yeah. Yeah. And that's an event.
I think so. Yeah.
Do you think anybody else? Do you think like the global people do? Because that game really seemed to come and go.
Well, I think with Diablo, what could happen is like they get sort of like a Taken King, or like with Destiny,
like an expansion, they kind of couple it
one
with it.
that's really good.
That's good.
Like
that's good stuff.
I'm failing to remember the expansion on Destiny 2, with the Witch Queen. Is that what it was called? Something like that. And like that one, everybody liked. Like it really won people back. So I think they do need to pair it up with something like that. It just can't be now Diablo's here. It has to be, and here's the thing that fixes all your whining and complaining. also.
Do they sell expansions separately, or are they just free to the game?
I have no clue. I
I'm
feel
not
like
that in Diablo. I don't know.
Yeah, I should log in to see what it tries to sell me or doesn't try to sell me.
Yeah, for next year, for me, I know I already said this earlier, but like the things that I'm excited about for next year are still continue to be the games that I was excited about this year.
Yeah.
I think that made me a little more like, like we'll see it when it happens. But like I'm excited for Hellblade. But like when I think Xbox, I think Replaced, I think Stalker, I think Routine, I think of all these Game Pass games that missed this year. Like that's the forefront of my brain. So when you're like, what are they doing before Hellblade? Like what's the Xbox? In my head, that's all I'm thinking. It's Stalker too. It's it's Replaced, it's Routine, it's all these other games that I've been hoping for.
Tomb Raider 1 through 3 remastered is one of my top picks for next year, Donnie.
Let me ask, so you played the old ones?
Yep.
Do you have any idea how this collection is going to be versus the anniversary? Like if I already have the anniversary, do I need to buy this collection? Is it better or is it worse?
I have no clue. I don't know if they did remasters for more than just the first one. Didn't they just do
the one?
I think they did just the one. Ryan Turford knows this better than I do. I own Tomb Raider Anniversary and then the original versions of 2 and 3 and Angel of Darkness and Lara Croft Returns or whatever the hell.
I think I own them all because I bought them all on sales, but I've only ever played the first one.
Yeah.
And I installed Tomb Raider Anniversary after listening to you on a podcast some time ago.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm going to play it. And then they announced this collection. I'm like, well, do I play Anniversary or do I play the collection? Now I'm torn.
I'm just waiting for this because I think that it comes with enhanced controls, which is needed for this game, especially. I have Tomb Raider. I have all these. 2 is the one that really, I feel like 2 really jumps way ahead of where 1 was. So another reason why I'm kind of waiting for the anniversary.
I'm looking at games announced coming to Game Pass. Persona 3 Reload.
Donnie game.
Yeah, right. Still Wakes the Deep. Aren't we both in on that one?
Yep.
Yeah,
that's the oil rig one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them. Stalker 2, Plate Up, Flintlock, Avowed, 33 Immortals. I forgot about that one.
That looked cool. Yeah.
Towerborn. You're like this one. Silk Song.
2026.
Contraband. So this should be quite a bit. Again, Routine. Bushiden. South of
I feel like a spoiled gamer, actually, is what I'm really being tonight. Where it's like nothing's good enough. But really, I just need to catch up on games I've wanted to play this year.
Yeah, I mean, I think you bring up a lot of things. Hearing you talk, it sounds like how a lot of people feel about Xbox.
Yeah.
Like it's just they don't have the big one. They've got a lot of stuff, but not Spider-Man.
But I'm not doomsday about it at all. I hope it's not coming across like I'm trying to do the thing.
No, I'm not thinking that way at all.
You sit in the middle. Like my entire attitude on Xbox really hasn't changed from day one, which is 95% of the games are on all the systems anyway. So like, who cares? Yeah. Like I can survive playing with my Xbox, just doing third-party stuff. That's totally.
I think that new controller's coming out this year.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yep.
That could be at the Game Awards. That could be at the Game Awards.
Totally.
I completely forgot about it until just now. That could definitely be the Game Awards. Like,
oh yeah,
let me tell you about the new way Hellblade's going to feel on the new Xbox controller, the one with the pants.
God. We just ran through.
That controller is made for you guys. You guys need to couple that bitch. It's the one with the pants. God, I hate that controller. It's so ugly.
Which one?
The one in the leak, like the one that they show with the pants.
The pants.
It's so ugly.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm never going to own that. If it looks like this, never buying it.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I think that controller will be sooner rather than later.
What if we get that console? What was the console that they had? Like the Series X digital.
Right. Thing? Yeah. That's what I was asking earlier. Like if you wanted the Echo console, the cylinder. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? This Amazon thing. No, it's that I should have known. Like
the Echo, Echo console.
90 minutes later, I gotcha.
Because I was because I was like, you said the last time they're at the Game Awards, they showed the console.
Totally
and I was like, they could show another one.
I'm gonna listen back to this later and just go like, now knowing where we end up, and just
I
go,
just thought
wow,
you
I'm
weren't
such an
interested.
idiot.
You
I'm
just like brushed it
such
off.
an
I was like,
idiot.
well, I
No,
guess he's not thinking about this at all. Never mind.
Oh my gosh, I'm just, like, it's moments like this where I'm like, I can't believe like I'm a father. I can't believe I'm in charge of stuff at work. Like, what is going on in my head? Like, what the hell?
Yarn
Yeah.
says Xbox should buy Crystal. I mean, yes.
I mean, Xbox should do that, and
If they're just
Yarden
going to
should
make them the
podcast.
Perfect Dark studio and like quit doing this initiative thing they're doing, then yeah.
I want to hear Yarden on a podcast.
But they're doing what are they doing for Amazon?
Who?
Crystal. They're doing like Tomb Raider, right? For Amazon.
I guess
Amazon's publishing the Tomb Raider game, and I think that's the next game. I think Tomb Raider ships before Perfect Dark does. Perfect Dark might be like 2028.
Just
for all we know.
Honestly, like, does it have to be Perfect Dark? Like, really? Does it?
No, I don't know. Like, yeah, I mean, it's like the people that started it have left.
Yeah.
Right. The people in the video, like, they just should have never shown it. I mean, it's just such a we have nothing to say, so let's make up something to say statement.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean, if you have that studio and you have all those resources, and if you're not all that far along, maybe you just look into the archives of what you just purchased. What is another IP? Like, because it just seemed like it was clicking off a box of games that or IP that they purchased with Rare. And you're like, yeah, Perfect Dark, that works.
Oh, I was so excited at the announcement. I was so excited for Perfect Dark to come back.
I thought it was cool. Dude, yeah.
I really wanted to believe, but like as everything is unfolded, you just realize, no, they really just wanted to make a noise in a presentation.
Yep.
It was just vaporware.
Totally.
And they should, hopefully they've learned that they should stop doing that. Don't do that.
Well,
and I understand it sucks. Like it's, like we always say, like I think the famous, infamous, but fake Miyamoto quote.
Yeah.
Of like the delayed game, right?
Yeah.
Like it should apply to this situation too. Like the fake game announcement sucks forever, but like it's like,
wasn't that didn't Gabe give us a new quote? Like suck is forever or whatever.
I don't know, but it's like, I realize that you want to like win the E3 conference, but it's okay to just not have a good conference. Like if you just don't have one, then it's just not as good. That's okay. Just market, like just be upfront with them. Be like, hey, we're in between projects. Our show this year is not that great. And I feel like Xbox at that time was in this place where they were like, our whole console depends on us getting people excited. Totally. We have to get them on something or we've got nothing else. So they were like, fucking tell them we're making Perfect Dark.
Yep.
And somebody was like, but we're not making Perfect Dark. It doesn't matter. Just tell them we're making Perfect Dark.
I've referenced this to you and I won't belabor the point, but it's like the PS4 sold consoles based on Xbox One's misfortunes, of course, but also on a lot of promises, a lot like that too. They're like, we got Kojima and this Death Stranding thing, like they announced at the beginning of PS4 and it came out at the end of PS4.
Yeah.
Like Last of Us 2, we saw it and you remember complaining about every E3 was Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us 2, Death Stranding, over and over and over again. It's like those games weren't at the beginning at all.
It took a long time.
Yeah, and
even Uncharted. We got Uncharted we got demos and Uncharted for a bit.
I could go for Uncharted. Would get me excited. I do like Uncharted. That's at this point it feels like a guilty pleasure because I feel like people.
So do you have we should get off the Xbox talk at some point. I always think about was it the last time we did Swing? Somebody was like, you guys should talk about Nintendo. And I was like, yeah, we should, but we never really seem to.
Yeah.
So with
rumors.
So with Uncharted, it wouldn't be Naughty Dog doing it. So I give you any
because they're on The Last of Us.
I mean, I think they're on their fantasy game or whatever. But yeah, like if there's an Uncharted in development, it's not in development with Naughty Dog. So it'd be a brand new developer.
Who the heck would it be? Would that be like, would a Blue Point do something like that? Like,
well, there's a rumor. I don't think it's a rumor, actually. Sony started another studio, I think, in Santa Monica that has been attached to the Uncharted brand, I think. Because there was rumors that, like, I think it was like there was like a team that wanted to make like a Naughty Dog remaster or something, and then Naughty Dog took it from. I think it's like that team and like maybe like some Bend folks or whatever. But like there was rumors. There were rumors that like they're working on they're probably going to do an Uncharted game. I don't know if that rumor's true, but there are rumors suggesting that it could be.
Dude, I'd be excited if they brought Golden Abyss to PS5 and just adapted it from the Vita to.
That'd be dope.
That'd be
I'd buy that.
awesome. Totally.
Well, I don't
think
have
that
a
would be great.
PS5, but if I could play it on PlayStation Plus or PS4, I'd buy it. I wouldn't buy a console for that.
Or Uncharted.
What
for
do you think
VR.
of the PlayStation? We've never talked. What do you think about the PS5 Slim? We never talked about it.
Much smaller than I thought.
It's better. I've been telling people that nobody dev at every turn. He's like, it's the same thing. It's like, it's not the same thing.
No, it's
significantly smaller.
It really is, and I'll own it. Like, another thing, just I was wrong because I didn't. And it's funny because I looked at it going, I don't think it's that much smaller, and everybody's like, well, they're not selling it as a Slim anyways. Like, it's just the new model. Like,
aren't they?
All right, like. I think they're right. I don't think that they're like from Sony. I don't think they call this a PS5 Slim. Like, I think that's just us and saying things that we know from the past because they have had.
I saw listings like on stores that were calling it the Slim. But it
possible.
may not be from Sony. That I agree with. I don't think
it's sort of like Switch 2, like Super Switch, like just this nomenclature that happens. Way smaller.
Here it is on Amazon. PlayStation 5 Digital Edition. Parentheses Slim.
I wonder.
There's little parentheses Slim. That is.
So that would be a Sony.
And this is the digital one. So this would be the one that I want because I think the pregnant one with the disc drive looks terrible. Like that, the little pudge that sticks off. That's terrible. I don't like that at all.
It all looks terrible. They would have to drastically change how it all.
But
looks
this
anyways.
one,
yeah,
with just the sleeks, I like it. I kind of like it.
Yep, looks good.
If I was to get one, I would get this one, but I'm not going to get it. Like if this goes on sale or I can pick up this one on the cheap one day, I might get it. I might get it.
I mean, the other thing too, though, is like these 4K drives, like they're going to be a rarity. If you want to get one,
I got my Xbox for that. I don't need another one. Yeah, I'm good.
Dude, I'm going to plug in my.
I don't need
Gears, my One X will be my 4K Blu-ray on my.
I almost bought one of those.
Yeah, nice.
When I was I was going to get. I was messing around with like this Android Shield TV thing for my bedroom. I wanted like in my room. I hated my Roku and I just wanted something better. And I ultimately, long story short, ended up with a Series S. I got a Series S.
Nice.
But for a moment, I was like, I could get a 1X though. And like kind of bridge the gap. I would have some games because I don't really play games up there. So the games aren't that important. Yep. I really just wanted like a streaming box that could game if I wanted to. And that led me to the Series S.
Totally.
Which I picked up on eBay for $170. And then you remember I hacked it.
Yep.
And I put Hot Shots on it. And I played NCAA football on it. And GoldenEye. Or not GoldenEye. I forget a bunch of other PlayStation games.
Let me walk back something I said earlier. The Keystone, like cloud only, streaming only console.
I really wanted that. I would have bought that.
As an add-on to the current mix of consoles. Yeah. I would totally buy that. Like
what I was saying before, in the Discord, and I was weighing all of my options. Like I get a 1X, I think, and everybody was like, I was like, I really wish that they just made a streaming stick, like an Xbox stream. It's all I want right now is just that.
Yeah, that'd actually be good. Like as an option, like PlayStation has its portable, and if Xbox had a Keystone, I think that would be awesome. I think that'd be great. Let me hardwire that sucker. Let me plug it an actual Ethernet cable into it. And we're rocking and rolling, man. That'd be good.
Yeah. If it had just enough storage that I could run like some native apps, like that'd be perfect. That would be perfect. Like 32 gigs. Oh yeah, I have a little hard drive sticking off the bad side of the bad boy.
That's so good.
Yeah, do crimes, man.
I like it. What else on PlayStation? That Slim looks good.
So that's the thing. The thing that would hold. I like the console. Like it's such an improvement that I was like, kind of want one. Yep. And then I think to myself, what would I play? There's nothing. I honestly don't think there's anything on their extended roadmap that I'm even interested in.
Yeah. Wolverine. I'm down for. Like, yeah, I know you're not.
Nope.
Spider-Man, Wolverine. I'm good with that. Like,
nope. Like that's the thing that's really holding me back from having another PlayStation is that there's just nothing. And I'm not saying I won't. I'm like, give me a reason. Give me a reason, PlayStation, and I'll buy one. But like there's nothing on like all these live service games that they're doing. Wolverine, like what else do they have? What is the PlayStation roadmap? If we can find this. I don't think
Helldivers is coming out in January, I think.
PC.
Last of Us Part 2 remastered. Our favorite of the Last of Us games. What else is first party? Like, we really don't know.
We really have no idea.
Like, everything is third. There's Dragon's Dogma, March. Braid Anniversary, Destiny 2, the final shape, June. Everything else is unannounced or not dated, I should say. Yeah, good point.
That's it. That's the thing. It's like I need a good show of them to like give me some games to be like they're what are they doing, like a Horizon MMO and like all the things that they seem to be interested in doing just to have like they're just not interested. I'm just not interested in them. You know,
You know
like
what
where's
I'm interested
Infamous,
in?
Killzone, and Sackboy, and like the PlayStation franchises that I like Uncharted, like what you said, an Uncharted game would get me there. If they were like, we have a new Uncharted game, Donnie's getting PlayStation.
Yeah. What about Ghost? Did you ever play Ghost of Tsushima?
I did. It was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not anything I would make any changes for.
I heard there's rumors of God of War showing up, some sort of either like expansion, DLC, or
I still have yet to play Ragnarok.
Yeah, same.
I would like to. If it came to PC, I would. But I don't have a PlayStation. I wouldn't buy one for that. You know, because if I did, I would already have one. I haven't yet.
It's funny, like Final Fantasy VII, what is it called? Intergrade? Like, you're not a Final Fantasy person.
No, but actually, if I was to buy a PlayStation 5 today, the game that I would probably get is 16.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not in Final Fantasy, but I want to try it. I've had multiple people in Discord come by and they're like, Donnie, this is the Final Fantasy for you.
Yeah. Well.
And it looks great. Like what I've seen from it, I'm like, that might be true. Y'all might be right. It looks like my sort of affair. Because I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, they just made Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
I like Devil May Cry. Like, I'm down for this.
I feel like I'm missing out with that one. Like, it's seldom where I'm like, oh man, I should really like get, and I have a PlayStation, but I just missed it, and I feel like I missed out.
Like, yeah, if that was on PC, I'd have bought it. And I don't own a Final Fantasy game, but
I almost picked up Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Kind of interested in Final Fantasy 16. That's one. That's one of the games that they've got that like would get me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the new little model. I like the slit. Kind of. I
like the portable. I'm closer to a portable than anything else.
The Portal.
What are they? Yeah,
PlayStation
Portal.
Portal.
Yeah, I'm
Delvin got one. Josh got one. No, Delvin didn't get one. Josh got one.
Yeah.
It looks nice.
I love the way he talked about it. He's like, I thought it was stupid. This is for my wife. He's like, I have it anyways. Yeah, I keep calling it the portable, which is what it actually should be called. But they already had a PlayStation Portable.
It's so much more like solid than I ever expected when I first saw it. And when you hold it, when I see people actually playing on YouTube, when you hold it, it kind of hides the controller sticking off the side of a tablet.
Right.
It kind of looks like you're holding a tablet.
Totally.
I'm like, okay, that's not so bad.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But it's not very portable, to your point. Like whether that like it's just like this giant you can't throw that in a backpack or anything.
Right.
You know, like
that's
you need
interesting.
Like
they don't have that.
You need like
solution.
A suitcase to put it in or something. You know, like it's pretty big for like a
comes with a
handheld.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah. I just I feel like for anything that's not like my primary kind of system, that kind of thing would be great. Like that. I'm just away, and I'm constantly away from my PlayStation. It's upstairs.
It's just cool little
right
tech.
next to where Chelsea works. Yeah, it looks cool, and it's not.
I
expensive.
like little accessories and stuff. Yeah,
it's just very specific. I think that's what everybody holds against.
I've always wanted to believe in the Portal. I've always kind of been behind it ever since it was announced. Everybody banned on it.
Yep.
And I was like, y'all hate it now, and all y'all are gonna be buying one of these motherfuckers when it comes out.
Yeah, I think it's a gamepad. It's a Wii U gamepad, which I like the Wii U. You know, imagine if they tried selling. Imagine if that was the launch of the PS5, and it was the console, and it came with
a Portal.
The Portal.
Oh
like, and you
man,
just had to do it.
Oh man,
that's the way you buy the system.
I'd have been more interested.
Would be interesting, but
yeah,
I don't need it. Like, this is definitely if I had a bad day
and
I want
Chelsea need it.
She doesn't. No, she would play like, if anything, like she's better suited to play just straight up PlayStation 5. It's sitting upstairs on our 1080p plasma TV. We've got our PS5 connected to not a 4K TV at all. But I
don't even know where I honestly don't even know where I'd put mine. If I could put, I don't know if that new PlayStation would fit in my cubby. it would fit in the cubby, I might wire it into the center.
Totally. Like it could go. I could put it here, like a
But
second
if
PlayStation
not,
in
if
the
it
house.
wouldn't fit in the, do you think it'd fit in a cubby? Do you think
It's quite a bit smaller. That digital
Right.
one is quite
My
a bit
Series
smaller.
X fits in a cubby.
Yeah, I like the form factor of the Series X.
I do too.
I could see myself lately. I have been thinking about like, what if I just had a second one, just for streaming purposes, just to have it here. And that's a totally
Wait a minute, the
expensive
S?
decision.
The X.
X.
Why would you
Yeah.
stream on the X?
I don't know. That's actually, it's funny you should say that because that's why I originally
Oh,
got it.
hang on. No, I'm completely fucked.
But I need a disc drive.
No. You meant for you to stream like to Twitch.
Yes.
When you were saying for streaming purposes, I thought you meant I'm going to stream games on it. I was like, why?
Yeah. No, but
I get it.
the point is still a good
it's
one.
Late. It's late. We've been doing this for a minute.
I thought it's funny you should say that though, because I was all about I got like a 4K capture card and everything, and got ready for the launch of the Series X. I'm like, I'm ready technologically wise. I've got my TVs, everything's all set. And I remember sitting down to start to capture 4K gameplay, and like it would break my computer, it would tear, like it's just too much. And to stream to Twitch or YouTube in 4K is like not a thing. Like the bit rate there is just astronomical. So that's where I was like, I don't need my Series X here to stream it. A Series S is totally fine for 1080p.
Yeah, if you're doing that anyway. Yeah,
totally works. Turns out I need the extra, disk space, and I don't love having to go back and forth between a Series S version of a game and a Series X version of a game on the expansion card. Like I thought that was going to be a thing I would be doing a lot more, is flipping it back and forth with the same game. But I don't want to deal with whatever compatibility issues that might arise there of not having the right version. So I've been a little bit more separate than I thought I was going to be. So, but what I was going to get to before is like, where are the price drops? We're how many years into this generation? Obviously, PlayStation
the price has gone up.
Praising, yeah, like
no, Xbox had price drops for Black Friday. So did PlayStation.
Yeah, sales. Yeah, like that's not what I mean. Like just like more of like a
why isn't the Switch Lite $99?
Dude, the Switch Lite is
a joke.
Oh, that's what I'm mad at, is everybody thinks it's a joke. I think it's great, but
no, I like the kit. I just think it's way overpriced for like what it, like, just make that thing as cheap as possible. To me, it's like, I've been like, why aren't they 2DSing the Switch Lite at this point?
Totally.
It's not selling very well. Like, we know that the data shows people aren't buying it.
Yeah.
So make that damn thing cheap as hell. It doesn't come with a dock. It doesn't work on TV. Like it, and even like, if you throw in like their problems with stick drift, it's like a temporary console. Like your time is limited on that thing. So make that damn thing cheap.
I'd love for the kids to have their own Switch.
Yeah.
Lights. Yeah.
Like boost those numbers.
Yeah.
I'm still kind of shocked that they haven't pulled that card yet.
Nintendo's
been real stingy with like, nope, all of our stuff sells at full price because we're awesome. And they've just clung to it.
Kind of good for them, I guess.
I miss though, like the 3DS.
Right.
And we had the 2DS and the 2DS XLs and 3DS, and like we had these little bundles and these little deals. And you remember like Nintendo Selects?
Yep.
They made these awesome games. Like now they're $20. And it's like, that was a great time. And like Nintendo has no interest in going back there at all.
Why would they ever do that?
Nintendo Selects are $40 now. They're selling Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze for $40.
Yep.
Game came out a decade ago.
No, Wii U. Yeah, Wii U game.
Jesus, guys, come on.
I mean, this year they did have some decent sale. They had
Fire
Emblem Engage had a good sale. They had
Did you get
Bayonetta. It? I got it as a coupon actually a little while ago.
Did you play it?
So I have not played it yet.
I like that game a lot.
Yeah, I want to play it. I'm excited to jump in.
So on my list of like my favorite games, I said this on Shaq. People are asking us like our favorite, and somebody asked us like, what's our underappreciated game? And my answer, I was like, look, Mario Wonder came out and it's incredible. Tears of the Kingdom came out and I like it. I don't think it's incredible. Most people do. I was like, there's a game that I played on Switch that I really love.
Nice.
That we're never going to hear about again, and it's Fire Emblem Engage, and that hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts me that like nobody's ever going to bring it up again. They're going to be talking about Mario RPG, we talking about Wario, right? And it's just going to like fade into the background. I think Fire Emblem Engage is the best Fire Emblem on Switch.
Damn.
Like I really like it. I really like it.
I like Three Houses
a lot, but I think Engage is better.
Yep, I could see it. I have high hopes for it. It's installed. It's ready to go. It might be right after. I might do that right after Xenoblade 3.
It's really pretty.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
a
I
big
love the
part
look
of
of
it.
it.
Like, it's
Mhm.
really pretty. Like, their little style change is a big difference. Like, it really works.
And I might have
On
just
the
enough Fire
OLED?
Emblem history to, like, get what I need to get out of that game. Right? 'Cause
Nice.
it's all throwbacks and it's all the characters you know
Yeah.
from other
Yeah.
games. Yeah,
Mhm.
like, I might just have just enough. I haven't gone
That
back to the
thing,
beginning.
me I wouldn't say Garrett and I, but maybe he wasn't there with me. I was so worried about that concept going in. I was
Mm,
like, "I don't know about this. We're just
yeah,
collecting Pokemon. This is dumb." And
yeah.
then we got it, and I was like, "Dude, this is dope.
Oh,
Like,
man,
this
that
is
sounds great.
awesome."
Yeah.
I'd love a Fire Engage Warriors. I play the shit out of that too. That'd be great.
Ooh, yeah.
Um, but yeah, I really liked it. And it just bums me out because right now it's number 5 on my games this year.
I love that's how you do
And it's
it.
just like just far enough behind that like I can't really tell people. Like I can't be like, it's so great because everybody's like, why isn't it higher?
Yeah.
It's like, well, it's
Right.
because
Well,
these
it's
other games are also
2023.
great.
Yeah, like, this game this
You
year
know?
is nuts. That's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Good game, man. Really good game.
Nice.
A
Yeah, I
great
picked it up.
start of the year game. What a great
Yep.
game. Really kicked
Yeah.
off. Really kind of big part, like bringing me back into Switch engaged
Yeah,
in,
you
like
were pretty
getting me
done.
back in. I was
Yeah.
kind of on the ropes there for a minute.
Like, I'm not even gonna podcast about Nintendo
They kept
anymore.
releasing games that I just wasn't interested in. Like it was a really down year for me.
Yeah.
And Engage was a big part of like reeling me back in.
Nice. Nice. I
Mhm.
love that. Yeah, you're out of it. Like, not into Nintendo. And here you are. You're back. They
I
got
mean,
you
I was
back.
playing games, but like
Nah,
what were the 2022 releases?
Kirby and the Forgotten Lands.
Oh, I love that game. Yeah, see, I was playing games.
Yeah. I'm
But I
trying to
was
think
on
like the
the like, it
example
was
that
I was begrudgingly playing my Switch because
sure.
so many of their ports, like the third party game and the ports were just so bad. Oh, you know
There's
what it was?
Bayonetta,
No, no. And you know what it was? I know I'm looking at it. I now know exactly what it was.
Live Alive.
Fucking Switch Sports and
Oh, yeah.
Legends Arceus.
Oh,
Man, I
yeah.
just went on a really bad
Oh, yeah, the
run. I was like, dude,
Pokemon
these
year.
suck.
I like Arceus.
Oh, it's so bad. Sean, come on.
It's
Oh,
fine.
Bayonetta 3 was bad. Yeah. Sparks of Hope wasn't my jam.
Mm,
Dude, we
mhm.
really went on a run there. Splatoon
Yeah.
3.
Oh, dude, and this is gonna might be the
And
harshest thing I
Xenoblade.
say.
Xenoblade was the one that was like the band.
Xenoblade
Like,
was so
yeah.
good.
So like that year, besides Kirby, was just a down year, like a really down year for me.
I want to say the inflammatory remark just to ignite the entire Nintendo community. Splatoon 3 is as disappointing to me as Mario Strikers.
Wow. So I played Splatoon 3. I really liked the single player. Played that a bit, not a lot, 10 to 15 hours maybe. And then I
Yeah,
turned the game back in because everything else was just more
the
Splatoon.
same. Yep,
Yeah, it was just more Splatoon.
kind of my
So I
point.
wouldn't say it's disappointing. Like it's fine. Like if you had never played Splatoon, that's the game to get. That's the good one. Get that one.
Sure.
But if you've played Splatoon for a decade like we have, there's nothing new. There's no need. There's nothing.
Yeah.
You don't have to see that. It's just
But Call of Duty, though,
at least Call of Duty changes everything every year.
I
They
agree.
literally
But
added one map. They're like,
yeah.
here's 2 new maps and a new
Mhm.
game.
Yeah.
Like I remember saying that when Splatoon 3 was, I was like, dude, if Call of Duty this, people would be livid.
Mhm. Yeah, it's not
Here's
the
the
same.
same game you had, but we've added 4 new maps to it. Give us $70. The people
Totally.
freak out.
Man.
Splatoon, yeah, Splatoon needs some help. We were just talking about those checks. Splatoon
Yeah.
needs reimagining, a shake up, whatever you want to do, and something. It needs to change.
I agree.
It's tired.
Mm-hmm. It could just take a rest. Actually, is what it can do.
That
Just
actually, if it could go away for a while, that
just go
wouldn't.
away for a while. That's fine.
We've had
It's
so much
okay.
of it in such a short
It's
period.
okay for games to do that. To go like
Yeah,
F-Zero has been gone for a long time. The closest we have now is F-Zero 99.
stay away.
Yeah, well,
Nobody's asking for it to come
your
back.
opinion.
I can,
Not nobody.
but yeah, Arceus, and then the Pokemon, the Scarlet and Violet, like right off of that, and then
Mhm.
Switch Sports was crushing.
Mm.
And yeah, that year was not a great year for me.
I will play Switch Sports in December. It's
Don't.
family time. It's holidays.
Oh,
we're
don't.
gonna do it.
So bad. Play
It's-
Mario Party. Mario Party's
We'll do that too.
all right.
My
guess.
kids are playing Mario Party with like local play connection on their 2DSs, and it is the greatest. Just like walking
yeah.
into the room and they're just playing together. Like I love that. The fact that
I
Lincoln
like
can
the
read
local
and do that.
connect.
Yeah, it's
the local
awesome.
co-op on
The
3DS.
download play or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
We used to
Such
always
a
play
non-Nintendo thing to
Star
do.
Fox.
Yes. Yeah, that's great.
What other games had download play? Now you've got my juices.
Like a lot of them. The Mario Kart had download play. Mario Kart.
Yeah,
7.
like it was kind of like a frequent thing. Like all the
Totally.
first party games would like do it.
Mhm.
Holy crap! Mario Tennis.
Yep.
Street Fighter 4.
Whoa.
Sonic All Stars Racing, which is great. That's a really cool game.
Yeah, like how you say it before I could jump in and say something crappy about it.
Oh, come on. No? Sonic
Yeah.
All Stars Racing you didn't like?
I don't know.
You get to boat and fly, and it's like the new Diddy Kong.
I could try it again, but
Oh.
I'll give it another shot.
Ryan says Yoshi's
the same
New
thing.
Island you can skip.
Oh, really?
That wasn't that great. Steel Diver has local play.
Steel Diver,
Sonic Lost World has local play. A lot of these games have local play, are not good.
Yeah. Yeah, Mario Kart I think was the one where I used it the most.
Oh, Metroid Federation Force. Yeah.
Oh, remember speaking of a upset Nintendo community.
Yeah, Jason, I like that one. We played that one a bit.
Jason. Nice.
So, yeah, Nintendo.
We did
a Nintendo thing.
We did Nintendo.
What was
we
it?
did PlayStation.
We need to talk serious Nintendo, Sean. Let's talk serious Nintendo.
Right now, or we did do that? I think we just did.
I was thinking right now. I don't think we did that. I guess Splatoon counts.
Splatoon, yeah.
We did with Splatoon.
There's Switch 2 rumors. You know.
How are you? So we talked roadmaps on PlayStation, Xbox. How are you with roadmap on Nintendo?
What do we have?
Yeah, the
Princess Peach is coming out with a game.
Yeah, I'm thinking of it as a Nintendo game, but I mean it's coming everywhere. That Prince of Persia game.
Prince of Persia is high up on my list, dude.
Yeah,
that game looks awesome.
Look how excited you just got.
Yep, I forgot.
You're like, I'm just kind of in this space, and then I go Prince of Persia, and you were like, I'm back in, baby. Let's go.
Not only that, I haven't really talked about it too much specifically tonight, but like I've made a declaration that I'm not buying games in 2024. I'm just gonna play.
You're buying that one,
and it's 18 days into the new year. I'm back, baby. I'm buying.
I was like, here I am. Let's
is that
go.
Ubisoft? Prince of Persia, is that Ubisoft?
Yeah. Yeah.
I sometimes get review codes from Ubisoft, so maybe I'll bring.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll do it that way. That's how I'll make it work.
Cheat a little bit.
That game looks awesome, dude.
It does. I'm getting. I don't know how you feel about this. Probably not. I'm expecting not that great. I'm getting Mario versus Donkey Kong.
Oh yeah, that's some interest. Yep.
Paper Mario: Thousand Year Door.
I'm more interested in Star Wars Dark Forces Remastered. That's not well, it is coming to Switch, but I won't get it there. What did you say?
Paper Mario: Thousand Year Door.
Oh yeah, this is pretty good.
That one,
damn it,
that's a must-have for me. Gotta get that one.
I never played it, and everybody says it's the one. So
Luigi's Mansion 2.
Yeah, I feel like I have it. I already have that game.
It's not that great.
Yeah,
that's one you can totally skip.
Yeah, and I think that's it.
That's it.
For Nintendo, like first party, which isn't nothing, and we'll hear more in February.
I feel like there's more. Maybe I don't know any better.
I think that's it.
Really?
It's Princess Peach, Mario versus Donkey Kong, and what else?
Octopath Traveler 2?
It's already out.
Is it? I'm combing through blogs at this point.
Yeah, no, that one's
trying
out.
to see if I can find
sale.
something. The Tomb Raider games. I'll probably get those on the Switch.
Oh, I'll get that.
That's probably where I'll play those.
Xbox or PC. Yeah, Octopath comes out on Xbox next year sometime.
So that's it. It's just not out everywhere.
Yeah, Paper Mario could have my attention. Yeah, that's good.
What am I thinking of? I feel like there's something I just can't. I mean, it's probably third party.
Metroid Prime 4. Eventually, there's maybe a Wind Waker, Twilight Princess remake rumor going on. Pretty sure.
Yeah, no, I think that's it. I think
Jeffy
you're right.
Grub. But yeah, that's what like I said, like it's all what is it, January or February? Almost always we get a direct, and I'm a big fan of those ones, those early year directs.
So they set a good pace.
Totally. Yeah.
Like here's what we're doing. When do you think we'll see the next Switch? Because I mean, obviously they've got games coming out. It's a lot of ports and stuff. They're getting ready for the next console.
I'm gonna say what I would love for them to do, just because like Nintendo is in a situation where they can do this. They get through the holiday season. They sell all the Switches they possibly can. I don't think we've seen a holiday lineup like we have right now for Switch as far as like
That's
the
true.
hardware
They've
bundles.
really packed it in here.
You got Mario Kart, you got Smash, you got Animal Crossing bundles. Like, just go nuts. And then on January 1st, January 2nd, go revealing the new Switch after everybody just like, give me that kind of move, Miyamoto. He's not in charge of stuff.
Do you think they're going to do it like they did the Switch? And then they'll have like a teaser and they'll set like the trailer and then they'll have the presentation and they'll, okay.
Yep, totally. And I would be so down for that. Although maybe something different. Like, I could see them just rinsing and repeating because it worked. But yeah, I don't like what else is there? Like, there's a shadow drop, which is not a good idea.
Yeah, they're not gonna do that. I mean, I was thinking the difference would be like the traditional June direct, the new console that comes out in October, and there's no like teasers or like that's just it.
What I actually, you remember,
or hang on,
you're gonna say what I'm gonna, yeah.
No, I probably, I don't think I am, or maybe I don't know if I am. Hang on,
mine's unique.
What if in the direct in June, we see Doug Bowser and he's just playing the new Switch 2.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey guys, we're really excited to tell you about this new thing, but we need a little bit more time and we'll tell you about it in 2025.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
But we see it and that's it. We just see it like, and it's over the shoulder. It's just like can't wait to tell you about it more.
I hope he's holding that oval. This is a nonsensical thing. It's not really it, just the oval, like that fake prototype thing.
Yeah, prototype.
What I was thinking of was we learned about the NX well into the Wii U like life cycle. They started talking about the NX, and what I think could happen.
It leaked. You know, me and Kevin and I brought this up, and I was telling Kevin that I was trying to remind him that, like the long runway that we had.
Yeah,
and somebody was like, "This is why people that don't know anything about games shouldn't talk about them." Nobody talked about it that early. I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Yes, they did.
Who is that? Yes, they did. They absolutely.
It doesn't matter. I'm giving it,
no,
but
we need to find out who is this person. We need to hunt them
I didn't even respond to it. It was so flippant, and I was like,
"Totally,
tell me you weren't there."
Totally.
It's like we were there covering it.
Yep.
And I was thinking, I was like, because they teased it. They told us at the end of the Wii U, like they had to tell us, like we're working on a new thing, right? But then. Like it kind of, and I don't remember the order of operations now. At the time I looked it up. I don't remember now, but they tease it. We knew it was going to be back the next year. The next year, like, I'm not sure what came first, but like we kind of got the concept. I think it leaked. Like I remember that Let's Play video games, because it's so close to our name. Like they broke it and they did like the drawings and the Joy-Con. Like we knew what it was going to be. And then we got the trailer and then we got the presentation. And then like, it was a long road.
It was a long time.
I felt like we knew about the Switch for like 18 months before it released.
That's exactly the time period.
Like a long time.
Well, yeah, the Wii U was doing so bad. They had to say like, they're working on the future of Nintendo. They're not going anywhere. That was a different place. Because I remember there being a long time where we wanted it to be a hybrid device and we didn't know that. And somehow we gleaned from the X that would be like both.
I just wanted it to be my big thing that I remember when I was talking about it with Bobby and you and Kevin and Jason at the time is I really wanted it to be a portable.
Yep.
Like coming off of the Wii U and how much I loved the 3DS at the time, I was like, this.
Yep.
Do this. It needs to be this, not that.
I think a lot of us were aligned on that. And for me, I'm such a pessimist at times where I'm like, that's exactly what I want. That's exactly what they should do. And that's the reason why it's not going to happen.
Makes
so
sense.
When they gave it to us, I was like, holy shit, they did it. Like that is the exact right move for them to do. But what I think they could do here is February Direct, a bunch of games coming at you, super exciting. The last thing that they show you is like looking that much better. And they say at the end, coming to Switch and NX2. Like whether they tell us what that console is called.
Oh, they dropped the logo.
Successor. Totally.
They do the name.
Dude, remember, I think it
would they do like next gen console? Or would they actually drop the name?
That. No, I think it's they
coming to Nintendo Switch and next gen hardware.
Next gen, totally.
Makes sense. That's totally good, Sean. That's good.
I remembering I think it was Ubisoft. I want to say it was like a Just Dance who did that. And like Just Dance is coming to Wii and Wii U and PS3 and PS4, blah, blah, and NX. Like, I think they were like the first ones to show like an NX made up logo or something. I'm like, I love that. Like, this is not even a thing, and it's got
I'm surprised
a
that
logo.
we haven't really got that going yet.
Yeah, like I could see
Like
that.
that is
February.
surprising. We haven't got that. Like there's no Ubisoft game. There's no Square game. Like nobody's really done that yet.
No, it's locked up. It's totally under wraps. They're selling as many Switches as possible. February is when it's like, mark my words, and I'm sure I've said that for the last 4 years about the next Switch. But
it's our favorite thing about you.
Yeah, February.
It's good.
Next
That's
console,
good.
next
I
gen.
see the
hardware.
logo.
I like that.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was thinking the worst case thing that I think is that like I'm buying all these games just waiting for this announcement. And then like June rolls around and we realize it's not coming out until 2025. And it's like, that's fucking what a backbreaking.
And it's totally as clear as I'm visualizing my scenario, what you just said, I could easily see happening too.
Especially for they keep just selling well.
Totally.
You know, like as long as they keep selling well, I just think there's somebody over there. They're like, hold,
push it. Yeah.
Just hold, give it time. You know?
Yeah, it's like the two guys with the keys just waiting for the order. It's just like,
we're ready to launch, sir. Press the button.
Yeah, they're just watching Xbox trip over itself and PlayStation not knowing what's going on. They're like, we're good.
Not yet. Not yet.
But like like the first year, and that's the thing, like you start getting into speculation on what a first year with new Nintendo hardware looks like. It could just be bonkers. I love this rumor that just came out with a new Mario Kart kicking things off. That'd be great.
So with that rumor, were they suggesting that it launches the system?
Summer. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It would be like some sort of Mario Kart Ultimate.
Oh, that would be insane, Sean.
Yeah, I know.
We would be so excited. Like I miss those Wii U days where we were all karting and having a reason to kart. And I would love to do it now. And even if you were doing it, like I might pop in and just I'm just so over Mario Kart 8. It's a great game. There's nothing wrong with it all. It's a fantastic game. I've just done it.
I know.
So much. Like it's just so overplayed. I'm just like, get it. We've done it. I'm done. You know, I need
that has me
new.
a little worried of like what the new one could like to the Splatoon comparison earlier. Like, what could they do? It like is Double Dash enough? Is there another gimmick that they could?
I think it's going to be completely different.
Is it just
It's just going to be better. You know, so there's going to be brand new tracks like that. I mean, that would be it. Like just and like not like we have the DLC, but those tracks are like Mario Kart 8 tracks.
Yeah,
these are going to be brand new tracks with like some new gimmick we've never seen before, and you know, all new things and a whole new music and.
They've been dreaming it up for that. I think that may be a lot of it too. Needs new music, a new look, like overall, like
it's just gonna feel new. Like the DLC doesn't feel new; it feels like more Mario Kart 8.
That's such a good point. Like, even though they are tracks that we'd never played before, they always felt like maybe overly familiar. And I think Mario Wonder might give us a sense of like what else is possible there, because I think people struggle to articulate what they want out of the next Mario Kart aside from new tracks and maybe different characters. But it's like, look at what they just did with Wonder and how much character they put into this with all this weirdness, like acid trip Mario Kart, you know, like maybe
that'd be great. I can't,
but I don't want this whole Sonic business. I don't need,
I don't think they launch
airplanes and boats.
I mean, I know that's I don't think Mario Kart 8 launches the system.
Could be, it'd be the first time.
It makes sense. Like it is their best IP. Like if you really want to get something going, like that is the one to do it. But that's why I don't think it is. Going back to you, it's like, but that's why they won't.
Makes too much sense. It's
it's like what that is. Mario Kart is the perfect like 8 months after release game.
Yeah,
like you release it, you're gonna sell the consoles anyway. You're gonna sell it to the diehards that are gonna buy it anyway. Let them buy it. Sell them an old game again. They're gonna buy it anyway.
I know.
And then like once you get to that first wave. And your production comes online and everything's going, you're heading to the holidays, then you hit them with Mario Kart and you're like, now we're off to the races.
I mean,
now we're selling as many of these as we can make.
Timing wise, it's not a Zelda game. It could be a Odyssey successor. It could be another 3D Mario to launch it. Like,
because I feel like if you launch with Mario Kart, you'll struggle all year to meet demand. You just can't. You can't make enough that fast.
That's not a stopping, like that's not a halting consideration.
Right, but when you launch, think about
Nintendo loves that. They live for that.
Let me see if I can rephrase it. I think you're missing sales that you could be making. Right, there's like a missed sale because you don't have because you don't have consoles to get around. You're missing sales that could be there. And
it's
and you're
interesting.
making it worse because here's the thing, it's already going to be a sought after item. You don't need an item to push it. It's going to sell. If they
That's an
launch that thing with
interesting.
a Mario game or a Metroid, it's going to sell. So
Mm.
you wait on Mario Kart until you're ready to like go above and beyond. You're ready to reach the extra people.
How much have things changed where you can launch like, and I believe you. I think Nintendo could launch at the next system with a Metroid game and still have supply issues, and then later do a Mario or Mario Kart or something. Whereas at the start of the Switch, they had to launch the next Nintendo
Yeah.
console with the
Yep.
greatest game that's ever been made, like in a lot of people's minds. Like, and now they don't have to do that. You're right. They don't have to
They
do it with
don't.
the Mario
They
Kart.
can launch it with almost anything and it'll be
That's
fine.
what I'm gonna call a spreadsheet decision.
They could
Like, if they
just
were to launch it with
resell
Mario
Tears of the
Kart.
Kingdom or
Mhm.
Breath of the Wild or whatever they want to do, and like they throw in just one new game, and
Yep.
that thing will sell off the shelves for the first 3 months
Yep.
without a question.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to imagine, and this
So it
is
feels like
maybe,
you're wasting an opportunity if you launch it with Mario Kart because now you're not selling as much as you could.
but that means the other side of it too, though, Donnie, is think about the tail that Mario Kart has, and if
Yeah.
that tail is for the entire generation, which I guess to a certain extent Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is. It came out just months after
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild. Like, it was
Yeah.
pretty early on too.
Yep.
So like that's kind of I think the rationale is you can have that game that will sell just as heavily in its first week as it will in its 400th week. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
So, or Animal Crossing.
Well, and like that would be, yeah, that would be big.
Like, you can just
I don't
run
think
through the
that'll
things
happen,
now, and
but that'll be
you
big.
can add Animal Crossing to that mix of potentials.
No,
But it could also,
I really think Mario makes sense. A 3D Mario game makes sense.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think that makes the most sense. I think Metroid makes sense. I think pairing Metroid with a hardware launch would be the biggest boost you could ever give to Metroid.
Yeah. Oh, for
Um,
sure. Yeah.
yeah,
Just
and I
spotlight
think
it.
that makes sense, especially like where they are now because they're not like having to make up ground. It's going to move anyway.
Yep.
So I think a lot of people would just like when the Switch launched, we just bought Shovel Knight because it was like we got to buy something. There's only
Yep.
4
Yep.
arms. We
Yep.
just bought
Paper
arms.
flips and
Remember, we just
snake
bought
dance
arms.
Arms is good.
I like arms, right? But like we
done
all
dirty.
just bought it because we just wanted to buy something. If you
Whoa, well, I
put
like the food.
Metroid into that, I have a new system and I just want to buy something.
Totally.
Metroid could push 12 million units. Like it could really move.
Here's a weird thing. What if they had a Pokemon game that worked? Launch the system.
Well, now you're shooting for the moon, Sean.
I
don't think. Okay, you can't. You're getting greedy here. We can't just ask for that.
We're just rolling a little bit. I know, it's so true.
The thing that I asked Rebecca, and I kind of ask everybody, there's no way that they let any of our accessories like come over, right? They're not going to do the Xbox thing. Your controllers aren't going to work. Any of that?
Like a Pro controller? You don't think a
Do you
Pro
think they'll
controller?
keep that? I don't know. I'm asking. Do you think?
I think they will. I think there's precedent for it. The Wii controllers, the Wii remote worked with the Wii U.
Yeah, but none of the Wii U stuff worked with the Switch.
Well, how would it? I feel like that's not. It's totally different, like hardware families, if that makes any sense. Like I feel like we're talking about a Switch 2 here. Like where that's more egregious. I think
I get
it would
you.
be a
So you're
silly
saying
expectation.
they have connected. So the only thing that gave me pause is like they've sold a lot of like Super Nintendo and N64 controllers. I could see those like the NSO stuff. I could see them like that stuff still works.
Yeah, same.
Do you think they'll introduce like a new gimmick with a controller? Like you need the new Pro controller because it does this.
Both have infrared.
It's got a Z button. You know, it's got like a something that you gotta have.
A C stick. Throw a C stick in there. Yeah.
Yep.
God, I hope not. I don't even want all this extra stuff that the DualSense has.
They love that shit. Like that is the Nintendo stuff, and they do that stuff so hard.
People will talk your ear off about haptic feedback and whatever.
I turned all that off.
So did I. People.
I think we're the only people. When I say that, people are like, "Are you crazy?"
Yeah,
we're the only people that feel that way.
I'm like,
remember, everybody hated it when the Joy-Cons had it.
Yep.
Nobody liked when the Joy-Con had it. Haptics sucked. Everybody made fun of it and turned it off. I don't even play with Rumble anymore.
I heard you say that. I think that's a good idea for battery consumption. I think that's a good
It wasn't
call.
even that. I just got tired of my damn, like, you know what it was?
You
I
put your
was
controller down?
Yeah, and
And
it
it's just
rumbles on the desk, and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh god,
Mhm.
stop."
It's a good
That's
idea.
exactly what it was. I was like, "I never want this to happen again."
It's a good I heard you say that. I was like, maybe I should do the same thing because yeah, what am I getting out of Rumble, really?
Nothing.
But you're right. Like you sit it on a table and it's like, "Meh." What the hell?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, there you go. NX2 coming 2024. And that's how they'll reveal. They'll be like,
Do you
Switch 2 4.
I know we gotta go. What time is it? It's 12:03. I gotta go. Do you want it to be Odyssey
Yeah.
2?
Mario?
I don't.
No. No, but I don't know. I can't see them being ready with a totally new idea yet for whatever reason. Again, that's so stupid because like how many years into it? It would be
Yeah, it's been a
7 years.
while.
Totally makes sense for them to have a new 3D Mario ready. New idea, new concept, new everything. But for whatever reason, I feel like no. I would
I
be
watched them
very
make
good.
Odyssey 2, and it's like my favorite 3D Mario game ever.
Give me another 3D World-esque game.
Oh, that'd be dope.
3D Land. Bring 3D Land.
That
Give
would
us
piss people off.
I know it would.
I can hear Mike Minotti screaming in the background. Like somebody sent us a podcast. I had Mike on Shaq, I think in like April. And I had completely forgotten about it. But we were talking about the next Mario game.
Yeah.
And we were going back and forth because I was like, it's going to be a 2D game. And he was thinking it was going to be a 3D game.
Mhm.
And we were just doing exactly this. I was like, they're going to save
Wonder?
the 3D game before Wonder.
Yeah.
I was like, they're going to save the 3D game for the new system. I was like, I'm telling you, the next Mario game that's coming on Switch would be Nintendo's bread and butter 2D side scroller.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, I hate that. I don't want to do it. I'm so tired. And he loves Wonder.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
so you need the clip. You need the back and forth.
Well, I sent it to him because somebody pulled it for us. And I sent it to him and I was like, just imagine like how different like 6 months makes.
Yeah.
You know, like where we were and like where we, and that's how and the reason I bring that up isn't to be like, I dunked on Mike, but that's not it. I bring it up because like, I'm thinking the same thing about 3D, like Odyssey. I'm in the same space now. I'm like, oh, I don't want it to be Odyssey. And then like, I can only imagine that they show me what I don't know.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't wait to play fucking Mario Odyssey. And it's not that I don't like Odyssey. I like Odyssey. Yeah. I just wasn't as into, I think, the hat and stuff that everybody else was. Like, it's good. It's very good. It's very good. I liked it. But I wouldn't be like excited for it. Like, I think in the way that I am like Wonder.
What if it was like a continuous open world? So you always have like the Mario zones. You always have like a desert level,
like the
grass,
3D world, like the Bowser's Fury.
But like the scale
like,
of
I think I know you're
Breath of the Wild. Yeah. Like you see that in the
Mario, like literally Mario World.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh my God.
Like that's kind of what
that'd be pretty impressive.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, and it would be impressive. It would be like 64 level, I think, impressive. Like you've never seen anything like that. But and I don't mean like complicated like Zelda, just vast.
Yeah, no, I get it. And in my head, I'm thinking it's like the movie. Like the Mario movie where you've got blocks and shit, they're all in the sky and everything's going on, and you just have to figure out where to go and how to do it all.
Yep, and you can discover warp whistles or warp pipes, and
you're collecting stars and you're fighting enemies and shit. Yeah, it sounds amazing.
Yeah,
that would be the type of thing that would blow my mind.
I think Mario moves as well. Like when people think about jumping around with Mario in a 3D space, it's like Spider-Man. Like it's like how people describe swinging around Manhattan as Spider-Man. Like it feels as good, where people don't want to fast travel in Spider-Man because it feels so good to travel as Spider-Man. And so I'm thinking about that with like Mario. He moves so good that like, why would you ever want to like not run or jump or swing or
roll,
like P-wing fly or Tanuki, like 3D Tanuki? Like,
oh man, that's so good, Sean.
Yeah,
you start flying into the world. You find sky levels and stuff,
and up in the clouds. Yes,
yeah, and like I'm thinking they have like Mario platforming boss things in like the vein of like a temple. It was like a Zelda dungeon, but it's like platforming based. You get keys to unlock to fight the boss. That's pretty damn epic. That's really good.
This is like those you always saw those Unreal Engine versions of Mario 64, and they look so
no, that's
great.
really
like, that's what I'm picturing. Never gonna happen.
I wouldn't put it past them. I honestly wouldn't. With everything that they've done with Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, and I 100% somebody is in that building going, how do we do that to Mario?
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah. Like that's definitely being discussed.
That'd be fun. That'd be so fun. You just have this like, gigantic map.
That'd be
and you
huge.
Go.
That would be huge.
Go with Mario.
God, they'd sell so many Switches, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine if they had a Breath of the Wild moment with Mario?
Yep.
I honestly have never even thought that that's even plausible.
Yeah, and like why not?
That's
like, it's
so
probably even
far
more
out of my
plausible
mind.
with
It was like,
Mario.
yeah, they'll just have a 3D Mario game,
Yeah.
you know, and you're
Yeah.
like, no, they have the greatest 3D Mario game of all time. It's like, wow.
What was running through my mind, and like I think why when you and I think about Odyssey and really any of the 3D stuff, it's just so disjointed. It's like, all right, now I'm going to this world, and now
This
I'm going
world,
to this,
and that
and that's been the
world, yeah.
same forever
And kind
and
of,
ever.
and I will take that a step forward. I think with Odyssey, everything's kind of scripted.
Totally.
Oh, here's this enemy that you suddenly need to be able to do the thing to get that one block you've never seen before. And
Totally.
yeah, but like you're talking like literally like what you're describing is Breath of the Wild Mario.
Just plunk you in there.
Here's this world and laws that you think you know in a way
Yep.
that you've never experienced it. Now figure it out.
Totally.
I mean,
throw in a little old school like 3D Zelda in there as well, where like this is the area you get like this power up, and that's how you're gonna traverse. Like you get this is the fire flower line. Like what if you like, dude?
But just
speaking of the movie,
but that exploration that we've talked about for years with Breath of the Wild, like that coming over the hill. What is all that stuff? How do I do it all? But Mario, that's amazing. That's an amazing concept.
Oh, dude. And make it do the ultimate, like everyone is here thing. Like you can have the cape from Mario World. You can have the frog suit from 3, you know, like
what
all
if you could like,
things.
I was thinking like, what if you could skin your way in somehow? Not like change costumes. Like I would want to be like, what if there were like retro worlds?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. The different Mario worlds.
The 8-bit world and like, but it's like not different, like you just get into this area and the shit like kind of changes.
Yeah.
Dude,
I mean that's kind of getting into a different area of what I was thinking, but like if you had like a Mario game that somehow paid homage to all the different eras of Mario, that'd be so cool. Oh my gosh, we just had like a if we were at Nintendo moment because it's so good and it's gonna be heartbreaking when it never happens.
So good. Yeah, you've just made me like want like the perfect Mario game.
Yeah,
it's got everything. It's 3D. It's Odyssey. It's 3D World. It's the Mario movie. It's Mario Maker. It's Super Mario World. I mean, all of this sounds great. I don't think I've ever just talk shop my way. I've never worked myself into a shoot for a video game in my entire life until now.
Give it to us now. Yep.
This sounds great, Sean.
And you know, and we're gonna get Mario Kart 8 Deluxe 2 instead.
We've added Shadow Kirby, $70. Look at his blue Kirby.
Sign me up.
8 Kirby's.
Sign me up. Yep.
Oh man. Gosh. Wow.
Yep.
That's hard to come down off. I need a cigarette.
Dude, that's why Bobby and I love doing that so much, dude. We just every now and then you'd have like one of those, like, give it to me. Oh wait, we just made all that up. Like we just made it so real in our minds. Yeah. Like I can see it. I can see
it too. Like I'm seeing Mario walk and I'm seeing like levels and blocks and I've got like tunnels and stuff that go up and I see like a mountain, I see a sky and there's stuff going on in the sky.
Yeah, man.
And like Mario can like hit the P power up or the Tanuki and he just takes off. It's like that Breath of the Wild thing. Like he runs up to the cliff and sees the world before him. Like that's all I'm seeing. It's
whips like out a cape or jumps off of a Yoshi or like
you can hear it.
Do it just
you
like
can hear it. You can hear the power up, you know? You can hear the
all the warp pipes just like jumping up out of nowhere. Oh, dude. Yeah.
What if you could drive a cart around?
Oh, stop.
We'll never recover from this, Sean.
I know, dude. Like you throw too much of the movie in there. It's like just why not throw Donkey Kong? Like what do they call?
You know, the funny thing is, the movie was bothering me so much with the voices. I was like, I just never want them to do Mario the movie, the game, and here we are making Mario the movie, the game. I'm like, this sounds like the greatest thing I've ever heard.
Sounds awesome. Yep.
Oh, the spooky level, Sean. The haunted levels would be so good.
Yeah, dude.
Luigi shows up.
Yep. More.
Wow.
There it is. Okay. That's a mic drop right there.
Yeah, I think that's it.
I can get back to my fuzzy peaches.
Well, have a good year, everybody. Sweethearts.
Yeah. Happy New Year.